New York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans. At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
I am amazed it lasted this long.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
Holy mother of God.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
There's no positives out of this thing, except for everybody's blood.
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
Oh, my God. Okay, no, this is getting really intense now.
It starts funny and it gets very uncomfortable.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
You couldn't have picked a fucking more self-destructive show.
Yeah, crazier the better, yeah.
What are you, 19? I'm 19.
Delicious.
You made Springer uncomfortable. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Thank God this show's on radio.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement.
Hey, let's go fucking have a good time. What the fuck?
Get ready to experience the thrill of a lifetime. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
But enough of this palaver.
The
Let's
show.
get the show on the road.
Like that one.
Yeah.
It's like the only Charlie Sheen thing I like listening to. Sit back and enjoy the show. The show.
He's still winning.
Winning.
Torpedo of truth, winning.
You know, truth, winning. Shut up. You're not winning. You're a dumbass.
What's more annoying, Charlie Sheen or Rebecca Black?
Charlie Sheen. Yeah, poor Rebecca Black.
You know, I was sitting around talking radio yesterday, something I like to do when I'm not here, believe it or not.
Talking a little radidio,
and I found out that Hits 1 here at Sirius XM Satellite Radio doesn't play Rebecca Black Friday.
I was wondering if any of the channels here played that ditty.
Why wouldn't you play that?
That tune.
It's no worse than any Justin Bieber song.
No.
I know a lot of people hate it, and that's why it's such a popular song. But now I think it's going from people hating it to wanting to hear it. Certainly not our audience, but the audience that would listen to that crap, they want to hear it now.
I got to tell you, some mornings I wake up, and the second I open my eyes, that fucking dumbass song is stuck in my head.
Is it really?
Yeah, in a very annoying way.
What part
Not like,
gets
you
to
know,
you?
something good. Well, the Friday part, but then also just like fun, just like saying fun.
Hey, you work for Hits
fun.
1, right?
Yes.
What's
he
your
works
name?
for every. It's better to just list the channels that
doesn't?
Sam doesn't work for.
Right.
Yeah, it's easier. It'd be faster that way.
And why aren't they playing Friday?
I think because they know it's very short term.
So play it until it burns out.
like every other song on there.
Well, I mean, they last more than a week.
It's been over a week, and people are still digging on the Friday.
Are they taking themselves too seriously over at Hits 1? Because they're a silly little pop station, so play the silly little pop song.
Yeah.
Because they play it as a joke on, like, the morning show.
Yeah, but
it's a joke.
But I could
joke.
I could look at their playlist and point out a bunch of other songs they're playing that they don't think are jokes that are jokes.
Well,
Yeah.
the people
Any
don't
Justin
think they're
Bieber
jokes.
song is a joke.
Joke.
Yeah, but the folks don't
Joke.
think they're jokes.
Yeah, they do.
The Bieber fans?
Pop fans do.
I don't know. People. Well, we don't play a lot of Bieber.
Huh?
We don't play a lot of Bieber.
Why?
I guess because
No
people
Fever?
think it's a joke.
No
we play
Fever?
a lot of Kesha. A lot of Kesha. A lot of Katy Perry.
She's a pig.
That great body on Kesha. You ever see her on the internet in the bikinis?
Rockin'.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, boy. If anyone should really hide that in some heavier clothing so people would go, I can't really make out if she's attractive.
I had to buy a dishwasher yesterday.
She is shaped like a dishwasher. I know where you're going with
Okay, good. That's what I was getting at.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I was just fucking around.
No, because I dragged that dishwasher box home to my apartment, and I was thinking Kesha the whole time.
Kesha.
I'm like, it's like bringing Kesha home. Look at that fucking
That
horrendous
awful
body.
fucking shape. There's nothing, it doesn't go in from her shoulders to her hips is a straight flabby line.
It's a complete line. It's a complete straight line. Have you ever had to buy a dishwasher?
No, they're usually in the house.
I walked into PC Richards yesterday, and it was like, I didn't know what the fuck I'm like, am I actually buying a dishwasher? There you go.
That was pretty bad.
It wasn't bad.
That's
Perfect.
better. Okay. I just had to practice.
Did the Yankees just strike someone out?
No
Yes.
kidding. No kidding. I walked in there. You want to guess how long it took?
Probably a long time.
From walking in to purchasing, less than 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then?
I'm not one of these shopping guys.
Right.
I don't need the bells and whistles. I assume if they got dishwashers on the wall, they have to work pretty good.
They're all good.
And then I'm thinking, GE sounds like they're a good company.
Yeah, they've made a lot of things over the years.
And I saw a white one, and the one I'm replacing is white. So I'm like, white, GE, middle of the road. Let's buy this thing.
Sold.
Yeah.
Well, I like when they come around. It's like, well, this has this. It's like everything that it does is listed on a little card in front.
And really? I didn't read that.
Oh, I know. You don't even have to do that most of the time. But like store salespeople really do things that are kind of obvious. It's like, oh, I want to buy this computer. Well, this has. It's like you don't have to tell me. I know what it's got. I read it right here.
That's why I go for the middle.
Yeah.
Not the low end, not the high end. Right in the middle has to be good.
It's got to be
Unless
good.
it's a TV.
It's not overpriced.
Or a computer or something.
Yeah.
But
Then
everything else, right in the fucking middle. Because I know the high end has bells and whistles I could give a fuck about. Wow, look at her body. It's horrendous.
Oh, what is going on
now
there?
we got the side shot where there's not a hint of an ass on Kesha's
No
body.
ass. She's got like a paunch going on in the front.
And she doesn't even know how to hang out at a good beach. That's a shitty beach
Stepping on rocks.
to match her shitty ass.
She's built like a guy.
She really is.
I don't even know if she's built like a... I don't know what she's built like.
Because she's got like more stomach than a girl should have, and she's got less ass than a girl should have.
Yeah.
But then people would think she's got a gut. It's not really... It's just thick.
It's a little thick, paunchy thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's horrendous. And she seems like she's a lot older than when she's portrayed.
Yeah. She has a
How
big
old is she saying?
belly.
I bet you she's saying she's in her 20s.
She's definitely saying she's in
No,
is she?
she's pushing 40.
Whoa.
She's got to be mid-30s, I'm thinking, and she was able to pad her age. There's no way that that girl right there is in her 20s. There's no way.
She looks like someone's mom.
Yeah.
Like she's dropping a kid off at school or something.
Oh, correct.
That is just...
And another one that has absolutely no fucking talent that is a big megastar.
She's made a lot of hits.
Look at her giant, ugly bloomer bathing suit. Listeners, come on, look. No. I like how we say that all the time. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, no, that's horrendous.
Well, you can pop it up on the Google. Just put Kesha bikini.
Yeah, you'll find
like
all
Danny did.
all the awfulness.
Yeah, all the horrid.
Hey, man, let me go to some GE people. Rick in Oklahoma. What's up, Rick?
Hey, what's up, Opie?
Hey, Rick.
Hey, you know what? General Electric is a great company. You know that? Because they built those fucking reactors in Japan.
Well, yeah, see?
Is that a thing going on the internet? I didn't know. You're not supposed to buy GE because they fucked up the Japan thing.
Well, let me tell you something.
Look, my fucking dishwasher isn't going to be hit by an earthquake.
And the tsunami's on the inside, and it cleans the dishes.
Oh, really? He's yelling. What, Rick?
I said you're not supposed to buy General Electric because they're in Obama's pocket, you fuck.
Oh, is that what
Is that
happened?
it, man?
Is that it?
The corporate man.
I didn't even know that.
Anthony, you should really never buy General Electric.
Yeah, man, the corporate man.
I don't keep
buying anything.
I don't keep track of that corporate shit.
I like the corporate shit. I just don't like Obama.
All right, I know you don't like Obama. That's terrific.
General
for you.
Electric built the reactors. They stood up to an earthquake and a fucking tsunami, and they didn't completely fucking melt down yet. So
a lot of people. I always wonder why the phones were lit. They're mad that I bought a GE dishwasher.
I don't even. What can you buy anymore? What's the
Why are
matter?
they mad for that? What are you supposed to watch this?
You okay, Grandpa?
Falling water.
Maybe I was supposed to go Maytag. I think that's the only other one I know. Maytag.
Hey, what's wrong with GE?
That's
jet engines.
They made the
fucking reactor in Japan.
and they're in Obama's pocket, man.
Right.
Really? I like when it was Westinghouse, right? Built those nuclear fucking warheads, too, those motherfucking...
All
That's
right,
a diverse company.
Yeah, no kidding. Dishwashers and nuclear reactors.
Nuclear reactors and shit.
I mean, I know you have to kind of spread yourself out a little
Yeah,
bit, but
diversify, they call that.
Slow down. Maybe go with washing machines first.
Right.
Not dishwasher and then nuclear reactors.
Nuclear reactor.
Do you think there should be something in between those two things?
I think a few steps. I had to buy a dishwasher yesterday. I'm an older guy now, man, and this is the first time I actually had to buy an appliance.
Did you stand there looking at them all with both hands on your hips, looking and going,
no?
Were you exhaling through your mouth going,
no?
Like you don't know which one?
When things are lined up, you head right for the middle.
Middle.
Just like I do politically, right for the middle.
Right, the middle ground?
Middle ground is safe for me, man. You don't get as many arguments if you're right in the middle.
So you're kind of a libertarian shopper when it comes to your appliances?
Oh, you would have been all the way to the right.
To the right.
Seeing what dishwashers
I go
at
to
the end
right.
of the row.
Just a nice white one. Gets things clean. Keeps the dishes nice.
One that runs real quiet.
Yes. It's all quiet. Not that typical dishwasher behavior going on the left.
Jesus.
I went to Dishwasher Mania to pick out which one I didn't want to get.
just walking into an appliance store just makes you sad.
Yes.
It's like, why am I doing this? I thought I was going to go through my entire life without having to buy one of these appliances.
You got to do that every so often.
And then I realized I had no one to do that for me.
No, that's you. Then.
I got to take care of that immediately.
Yeah, I got Keith. He takes care of all my shit that I got to do like that. Like I have to have a tree removed from my yard.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
How do you do that?
You actually need a permit. You got to go to the town because of course they got to get their fucking cut.
Wait, now you need a permit just to cut down a tree?
To cut down a dead tree. They got to first they actually got to come and see if the tree is dead. I guess a coroner comes. It's a dead tree.
Right.
We have to find out what happened to young Elm.
He's out with a bunch of other bigger trees, and they're trying to feed her little whatever trees eat. I'm tired, Sam. I flew.
What? They gave us some bad fertilizer.
That's just stupid. When we were growing up, you just took down trees left and right.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
You didn't give a fuck.
No.
You really need a permit?
Yeah, you need it. Yeah, you got to go to the town. They got to send someone out. Make sure the tree isn't a living tree. It's dead. It's dead.
You're heating me up again.
And then you got to
shit.
get your tree guy to come in there.
This is the shit that is driving me nuts. Enough with the permits.
Permits for everything.
When you buy something, you're supposed to own it. So if you want to... I'm kind of a nature guy, too, believe it or not. So,
yeah.
But with that said, if you buy a piece of property, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Yeah, I know.
If the tree's on your property and you're deciding it's dead or whatever, you want to improve your view, you should be able to just take a chainsaw to that motherfucker.
Be able to do it, but no, not going to be able to do it.
How much does the permit cost?
I don't know, but it's a lot.
Seriously?
Yeah. Keith texted me about it yesterday and stuff. And it's got to come down. We need a permit, and then.
Oh my God!
How much
fucking money do they
need
from us?
I think I got to grease the neighbor a little bit because I probably have to use his driveway,
right?
Because it's on my side of the house where my yard and driveway and fence and everything, and it'd be a lot easier for them to get it from his side. So I'll probably have to grease the neighbor a little bit.
Why don't you go old school?
What's that?
If he's going to be a problem, you get your ladder out and you cut that first limb that takes out his fence and go, well, I'm sorry, I'm going to need your driveway or this could take out your entire fence.
Yeah, it's my fence.
It is your fence,
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, isn't that fucked up when you buy a fence, you're buying your neighbor's a fence too?
Yeah, but some assholes...
I hate the fact that you buy your neighbor's and the good part of the fence has to face your neighbor.
Nope, some assholes make their own fence.
Really?
On top of your fence.
Oh, I've seen that with that little man's land, an inch in between.
Because they want the good side on their side.
Yeah.
So,
but you got to.
So now you got a fence next to a fence.
Yeah.
And that keeps you all nice and legal.
But that would be you buying two fences.
Oh, I know.
Because the good fence has to face the good part, the slats. And then you get the pentaposts and shit like that have to face you.
A fucking permit to cut down
a tree. To cut down the tree. Then it's got to be cut down. But I'm kind of happy about it because that was the tree where the little fucking squirrels would throw their fucking little acorns into my pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate them little squirrels. So that's one less tree that'll be in the
You're taking their
yard.
home away, you know.
Good. Fuck them. And there wasn't. The tree was dead. Like in the summer, there might be 2 or 3 leaves on this thing off of these branches that were barely there. So now that whole thing, gone, goodbye.
You're going to be in the middle of an animated movie, you know. They're going to have their revenge on you in the compound. Oh, yeah. You can't just take a squirrel's home away without all hell breaking loose in animation.
Watch me. Oh, boy. Although I can't fire off any rounds at a squirrel in my yard. Although you can fire a pellet gun. But you hit those things with a pellet gun, you hear a loud thud. It feels like you shot a bearskin rug. Thud, and then they just kind of go, and they run off. It doesn't even penetrate.
How do you know this?
Oh, I did that like years ago. I used to shoot fucking squirrels with my pellet gun when I was a kid.
They're just good.
I don't do it anymore.
They're just good-looking rats anyway.
They're adorable. Those squirrels are cute as hell. And Bernie Getz likes him, and he's not crazy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Alan in Brooklyn. What's up, Alan?
Hey, Al. Hey, Al.
How you guys doing?
Very good this morning.
Yeah, there's no time for that. Right. What do you got?
Yeah.
I work for a contractor out in the city. We had to cut down 2 trees, and a year and a half later, million meetings, spending taxpayer money, we came to a resolution that we had to give him $76,000 worth of trees throughout New York to cut down 2.
Wait, to cut down
Wait. Two trees?
Cost
$76,000 to plant trees around New York.
Oh, because you cut down trees illegally?
No. We applied for a permit. They would not issue us a permit unless we came to an agreement to plant $76,000 worth of trees. Once we agreed and signed the paperwork, they said, go ahead, you can cut the tree now.
Wow.
So that's why the city's broke.
So, anyone? Anyone?
All right, boys, punching out.
Well, thank you.
We don't know what you're saying, sir.
Thanks for leaving this mess for us to clean up. Mars, go get the mops.
That guy was just rambling.
No one knew what he was talking about.
He's rambling.
Yes, Kenny.
The town shook him down. In order to get his permit, he had to spend $72,000 and plant more trees in other places.
Oh, okay.
So they must have really needed those trees cut down. Because who would do that?
I forgot we had someone who speaks fluent idiot in here. He does us a favor and he gets shit on.
That's true. He has to put on his little hat with the propeller to translate.
Oh, we were talking about Friday.
Now, Jimmy.
You texted me, right, Jimmy?
I was on with her, yeah.
You were on with her on Leno?
She was I felt really bad for her.
Why?
Because
she's making a shitload of money.
Yeah, money's one thing, but she's just a youngster.
She was very, very nice. I met her before our dressing rooms were next door to each other. Because Duran Duran had like fucking 8 dressing rooms they took up. Because there's just a lot of them.
Because it's still the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he sounded good, though. I have to say, Sam the Bond sounded good. I'm not a fan of Duran Duran, but the guy, his voice
still got his voice.
Yeah.
I liked a few of those songs.
But she was, I felt bad for her because I don't know if the booker at Leno knew exactly why she's as famous. Like, they just knew that she had a song that everyone hadn't heard.
But if you're a booker, how wouldn't you know that?
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
I'm not saying, maybe she did. I just don't, to me, it was an odd booking. And he gave her, he just asked her regular questions. I think he asked her about the criticism, and they let her sing some of the song. But watching her rehearse, I was like, it was a little rough, and I felt bad for her, man. It was like, if she was 18, I'd be on board just brutalizing her.
Yeah.
But she was like, what is she, 14? I was just like, I just felt really sad for her.
You're about 14.
She got thrown into the spotlight.
Yeah.
Without any real talent to back it up, because obviously the song was produced in a studio.
And she seems really nice, and she was, for 14, having 40 million hits.
They're calling her gracious.
She was very sweet, yeah.
She's made a lot of money off the song, too, so don't feel sorry for her.
It's like, I don't like to see someone like that embarrassed that much, you know what I mean? It's like someone who's older is one thing, but someone who's 13 or 14
well,
is
then her parents should get involved and go, look, Mr. Leno, she's just not ready for this. Maybe ask her a couple questions on a Skype or something.
Yeah.
Let's start slow.
No, I think the people there treated her very well. They were probably the only ones that are going to have her on without being ironic about it or shitty about it. Yeah. Anybody else that has her on will probably be fucking with her.
Would be goofing on her.
Yeah, they were just had her on, and I think they realized like the song's not amazing, so let her.
Not amazing.
What do you mean it's not amazing?
Yeah. This is nice.
What makes this different than half the crap you hear on a pop station?
That's the problem.
Are we that
with it.
old?
But that's the problem
What's
with
the
it.
difference?
The problem with it is it's bordered on parody of the whole scene.
Right.
So you listen to that and go, oh, this is what sucks about everything that's out there now. It's like the tail end of hair bands when every band had the platinum blonde, long-haired singer and the dark-haired guitar player that couldn't fucking get his fingers on more parts of the neck when he's playing. And
So-
it became a parody of what initially started off as like, something fucking
cool.
Motley Crue and shit like that. So then just became a goof, and I think that's what this is now.
What were some of the bands that wrecked the hairband era?
I don't even remember the names, but I just remember watching MTV and being like, it's every band. You can't even tell. When they did a long shot of the band on a video and would start coming in on them, before they popped a name in the corner or got up to the singer's face, you wouldn't know who the fuck it was. It could have been any band.
Yeah. But it did start with like a Motley Crue.
Yeah, those guys.
Kind of White Snake.
Even Poison, shit like that.
Poison made it.
Yeah.
I really want to know some of those. Maybe like, okay, this brings me back a long ways. Bands like White Lion.
White Lion.
Might have been one of the ones you're talking about.
I think they were in there.
They had a hit.
Cinderella.
Cinderella
was a little. Yeah.
I always liked Cinderella. I always thought they were a bit gritty for that genre.
Hanoi Rocks, Striper, White Lion, yeah. We got
White Lion.
A bunch of people are coming up with names over here.
Great White, did they make it before it got a little too watered down?
Yeah, but Great White wasn't really a hair bandy thing.
Winger. I like the point you're making because maybe the next time someone that has some pop talent will think twice before they go into a studio and do the audio
and auto-tune
and get the rapper.
Because now it's a joke.
Every pop song kind of has to have that a little rap in it too.
It's officially a joke. So it's time to move on. And if you notice, when the hairband shit started officially becoming just a joke and a parody of what it was, grunge fucking came out, and we had a new type of music that kicked ass.
So maybe this is a good thing.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
I think so too.
So in the context of this conversation, who is the Rebecca Black of the hairbands?
Of the hairbands?
Oh, I don't know.
Like Nelson?
Nelson?
Like who is that band where it was just like, fuck this, let's listen to something else now?
But it was like Firehouse.
It was just kind of...
yeah, they all became like... Oh, how about, what's his name with Janny? Fucking Warrant.
Oh.
Warrant was just a goof of fucking that shit. They really became like just, with the bad hits.
Cherry Pie.
And the chanting
they
fucking...
had a couple hits.
You know, you'd have Def Leppard originally. Now, Def Leppard was one of the original fucking metal kind of bands, right? And then they, like every hair band had to have the chant part in the song, and the fucking it just became bad with the stupid, like that hat, like the police fucking hat on, and the sunglasses and the fucking leather, and it just became like a goof with the big poofy hair. It got out of control poofy.
Watching some like behind the music on VH1, and like they were like the biggest thing. Like Warrant was huge, and whatever record company they were with, they would show up, and there was like a big picture of them.
Warrant Cherry Pie poster.
Yeah, like right behind the receptionist or whatever. And they said like they knew that it was over when they came in one day, and it was like a big Alice in Chains poster.
Yeah, big Alice in Chains poster. They were like, oh, fuck, it's over, Johnny. It's over.
Goodbye. So maybe this is the end of that era in pop.
Yeah, maybe this is it. This could be the death of it. Yeah.
7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus, I see my friends, kicking in the front seat, sitting in the back seat,
where are you?
Gotta make my mind up, which seat can I take?
Yeah, and
It's Friday. On Friday, everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
yeah, it's Thursday.
Getting down on Friday, everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying.
It might be too early for that.
No shit. People are waking up like, oh, God.
Holy crap.
What?
That's what it's come down to, though, that version.
Yeah.
But people will be playing Friday every fucking Friday for a long time to come.
I had to hear it a lot because the monitors are on in your dressing room during the rehearsals.
Now, was she doing it or lip syncing? Because I think I saw
I think
young
she was
Sam.
doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looked to me, it sounded like she was actually singing the song.
Our young Sam said it was lip sync.
Maybe it was a combination because
Probably singing over a track, right?
maybe, yeah. And you know, it was unfortunate I had to listen to that after having met such a wonderful singer on the airplane.
Who?
I sat behind Diana Ross.
Oh, yeah, you tweeted that.
Going out.
She was a bitch to you, though.
No, she wasn't.
She kind of was. She should take the picture with little Jimmy Norton.
I'll tell you what.
I follow your Twitter.
She wasn't a bitch.
Anyone that doesn't take a picture with little Jimmy Norton is a bitch.
Under most circumstances, I agree with you.
Bitch.
But I chatted with her very briefly on the flight. I mean, I was very, very...
How close was she sitting to you?
She was the one seat in front of me to the left. Like, she was, 3A and I was 4B.
She had a supreme seat.
What do you mean?
She was...
Yeah, she was in front of me. It's kind of like symphony. and when she...
Boo, boo.
I recognized her getting on the plane. She was like, they had a guy walking her on. Her hair was kind of a mess. I'm like, that's fucking Diana Ross.
Holy shit.
And they walked her on.
Biggie, man.
She might be, I'm trying to think if she's the biggest celebrity I've ever met. She might be.
She's a biggie. Whether you like her or not, she's a big fucking celebrity.
And so I get on the plane and she's there, and I realize I'm one row behind her. So I said, hi, hello, Miss Ross. What are you going to call her, Diana? You can't.
Yeah.
So I put my bags up, and the guy coming in, a black guy came in. And
it wasn't a pilot, was it?
No, like, believe me, and I checked him. I'm like, do you belong up here, sir? And he was sitting next to her, and he said, I am the luckiest guy in the world.
Oh, I'm with Jim Norton.
No, but he said that when he sat down. I'm like, dummy, you just made her not want to talk to you.
Right.
And
oh God,
he just
Jesus.
What, did he panic?
Dude, he said what we all would have thought. And so he sat next to her. During the flight, she had her headphones on. Everybody on the plane was just staring at her when they walked by. And a lot of people were saying hello to her, hello. And she apparently was friendly. She was saying hi to people.
I bet you there was nothing playing, by the way. She just had those headphones on.
Yeah, probably.
Don't annoy me headphones.
Yep.
During the flight at one point, the fucking pilot came out. I've seen celebrities on I've never seen a pilot come out of the cockpit. Came out of the cockpit and walked up to her and he's like, Miss Ross? And he introduced himself and he had a computer with him. And he's got some type of a thing he's involved with, like getting vitamins to starving kids or whatever it was.
How about a thing you're involved with called flying the fucking plane?
Well, he actually gave her the computer and asked her if she would look at something, he probably.
What's she gonna say though? No,
she looked at it while he was in the restroom.
She's a captive.
But she looked at it, and I didn't hear the whole conversation. But she's like, "I'm not sure if I could." But she's Diana Ross. She need to kiss the pilot's ass.
What a pain in the ass. She has to go through life like
Everywhere
that.
she goes.
Everywhere she goes, someone's got something.
That's
everybody
uber famous. Yeah, that's
she's fucking sickeningly. But anyway, as we were getting off the plane, I had to. You don't really like. Normally, you try to. You don't want other people to overhear what you talk. But I didn't give a. It's Diana. I didn't fucking care. And I knew I was probably not going to get a picture.
Oh,
dude,
no.
I had my camera positioned in my pocket,
ready to go.
I would have just handheld. But I'm like, she has no makeup on. I'm like, I know. Because she's a diva, I'm like, I know she probably wants to be photographed only under certain circumstances.
Yeah.
So I talked to her. I told her I said, look, I'm a comic. I said, I became because of Pryor. And I said, you were so great. Lady Sings the Blues with him. I'm like, what was he like to work with? I didn't know what else to ask her. But I wanted
to take her headphones off and go, what?
Yeah. Well, she's like, please don't tap me so hard, sir. And it is a wig. Stop pulling it. But no, this is when we were standing up to get off the plane. And she's like, he was a genius. She was engaging about Pryor. I'm like, was he good? She's like, he was great to work with. I'm like, because Cicely Tyson and Bustin' Loose said that he was kind of difficult. And she goes, she wasn't in Lady Sings the Blues. I'm like, no, I know, but I'm talking about Bustin' Loose. Like, I immediately annoyed her. But I had said Bustin' Loose.
Yeah, she misunderstood and thought you were an asshole.
Yeah, we get off the plane, and there's 3 people ahead of me, between me and her, getting off the plane, and I have the camera. I'm walking up the jetway. I literally walked past the other people on my phone. Dude, I was fucking Ralph Rude. I walked past everybody. I didn't give a fuck.
I love Jimmy's
Dude, I
photograph
barreled
story.
past everybody, and then I wanted to get her before we got out of the jetway. I'm like, because she won't do it out there.
Yeah.
But we just got out of the jetway and into the terminal, and I'm like, Miss Ross, I'm like, can I take a photo with you? And she goes, no, please don't. Like, and that's how I knew it was
She coward?
Not coward, but she kind of blocked. But that's how I knew it was. She wasn't being a bitch. She just didn't want to be photographed after a 6-hour flight where she'd probably been sleeping for half of it.
Yeah, because someone would just throw that online.
Exactly, yeah. And
Diana Ross looks horrible.
That's exactly what it was.
We'll have that on TMZ today.
So I fucking panicked. And when she goes, no, please don't. I'm like, oh, because my parents met at one of your shows.
You didn't say that.
No, stop it.
Yes, I did.
Oh, no.
I said that.
Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This ain't happening.
You're falling apart.
I lied. I just told a lie. And I don't know what I expected her to do.
I can't look at you.
As you shouldn't be able to.
Oh, no.
Dude, I don't know what I expected. But she goes, no. But then she goes, I wish you well, though. Like, she was friendly. She wasn't a bitch. I can't say she was a bitch. My parents met at one of your shows.
My parents met at one of your shows. In other words, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her, so that's
Believe
why
me.
it's so important
Dude,
to get a picture.
I was on the plane. I was building a backstory. I was like, it was an acting role.
Oh, my God. I'm so embarrassed.
I love your fucking story.
Dude, it was fucking horrible. I said that to her.
Now, when you walked away, did you feel so shameful of yourself?
No, I didn't. In a moment, I was like, I didn't care that much because, again,
You should have.
it's fucking Diana Ross, and
Yeah.
I had no idea. And then stupid Jonathan tells me, she's good friends with Dennis, the guy that runs my agency. My agent,
Oh,
Dennis.
yeah,
She's
of
apparently
course.
friends with him for years. So, but I don't even know if I mentioned his name if she would have taken the picture.
Now, that's got to be your in.
I don't know if she would have
Yeah,
done it
but
though.
if she was a
silly
wreck.
backstory.
If she was a wreck, she wouldn't have wanted to.
Yeah, because I don't think that was about her being a bitch and fucking going, no. I really think that was about her not wanting to be photographed.
Yeah.
She said, I wish you well. Like, she said goodbye.
Oh, in other words, go away. I wish you
she
well.
wanted me to know she wasn't being a bitch, I think.
But you
Yeah.
definitely continue to follow her from a distance.
No, I went to the bathroom. I really did. I went
Oh,
to
you let her go?
I let it go because, again, I was like, what are you going to do?
I'd have went into the bathroom, too, and just fucking locked myself in a
And then,
stall.
and then the guy
cried.
who was sitting next to her the whole flight, who was right behind me, and I said that to her, guy used the urinal next to me. I know he was probably so annoyed that I passed him, and he was probably so happy she said no. My parents met at one of your shows.
Wow.
I was fucking...
What, were they gay?
I don't know. And I saw her at the Borgata, and I wish I would have just told her how much I liked her live show. I should have got an autograph, but I wanted to get the
You want to have a fucking hour-long conversation with the woman?
Dude, after my De Niro debacle when I'm like, I have to get something to talk to her about. And the Pryor angle was good, but it didn't go as far as it should have.
And she misheard you, and all of a sudden it set you back a few.
Yeah, if I was sitting next to her, I would have said, yeah, I'll be on Leno tomorrow. I would have chit-chatted with her, but I
Cicely Tyson wasn't in.
Dude, Lady Sings the Blues. I said I loved you, Lady Sings the Blues. You were so great, because she played Billie Holiday. She was phenomenal. And I'm like, but Cicely Tyson did say that Pryor was such a dick on the set of Busted Loose. She was dating Miles Davis. That was and he actually called Pryor on the phone, and he went, Richard, that's my woman, and hung up on him.
Oh, wow.
Miles Davis said that to Pryor. I guess that got the message through.
I hit him with a trumpet.
You're being a dick to my chick. But I was fucking,
yeah.
Oh, that's
Jimmy.
a great story,
Dude,
Jimmy.
You're incorrigible.
I was so fucking mad though. I knew I wouldn't get it. You got to do TV with her probably if you're going to get a photo.
That's a long shot. Yeah, she's got to be all gussied up.
That's a heartbreaker though.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
She might be. I'm trying to think if she's the biggest celebrity I've ever. Not to me, she's not. But I mean, she might be the biggest one I've ever met.
Recognizable everywhere in the world.
Dude,
But give me a short list, and I'll tell you. I'm good at this.
Without boxers, because I would say Foreman was a big one. George Foreman. I'm talking
Diana Ross
world
bigger,
famous.
bigger,
much bigger.
De Niro's huge.
De Niro.
I have met De Niro twice.
Fucking huge.
He is, but Diana Ross.
Diana Ross is bigger, believe it or not.
She's iconic, man. She's fucking.
Oh, Opie, that kind of slur is not. Oh, I'm sorry.
Larger.
I misheard.
You're right, though. De Niro is a
always-
biggie.
He's a biggie.
De
but
Niro's a biggie.
Diana Ross is fucking huge.
Robert
man.
Plant was big.
Didn't Michael
she's bigger.
Jackson pretty much imitate Diana Ross? That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
That was Berry Gordy, I think, in Motown put them together. But since he was a fucking 10-year-old kid,
Yeah.
she was associated with him.
She's famous everywhere in the world. There's not one place she can't go. So who else
I was listening
can't
to.
go anywhere?
I have some of her stuff on my iPod because I'm a queer deep down. But I was listening to on the way in today. I'm just listening to fucking Baby Love, and I'm like, it's so fucking famous. Yeah.
Of course you're
Miss
listening
Ross,
to
I
Baby.
really enjoy your music. What's a symphony? But I'm listening to this, and it's like, you forget that a person actually sang this. It's like such a famous song, you just think it was like always here.
You saw the woman that sang this.
But I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
when you're looking at her mouth when she talks, she has a very distinctive mouth and smile.
Big
And-
lips?
No, just Diana Ross.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw her, it's like, you just look at her and go, that's fucking Diana Ross.
Yeah, she got that weird mouth.
She does.
Yeah.
But she's she's the type of person that could get into the White House or whatever she wants to do, she can do.
Especially now.
Does she still look good? Without the makeup, she probably looks really rough.
She looked better than you'd think, dude. Better
Because she's got to be pushing. Man, I would almost say she's pushing 70.
Well, let's figure 64 is when she got, like, I'm guessing around the time of the Beatles, 74, 84, 94, 04, 47 years ago, she got
gotta be
really
close to
famous.
70.
57, she's in her mid to late 60s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you?
Oh.
No, but it'd be hard.
Wait a minute. For the story, I'd probably do it.
Florentine.
Oh, my God.
Florentine?
You can't play would you with Florentine.
You can't play would you because everyone
it's
absolutely
absolutely.
yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, the story alone.
Of course you have to.
Why not?
You would have to.
All you gotta do is.
Oh, wow.
She's
Is that what she looked
horrendous.
like?
No. She looked a lot better than that.
Wow.
She looked better
that's
than
not
that.
good.
How did she agree to that picture?
Yeah, really.
She looked like shite.
If that's on the internet, then Jimmy can't do much more damage.
I don't know why.
Maybe that's why Jimmy didn't get a picture.
Yeah, that's the last one she was like,
That's
fuck
why.
that shit.
She looks like James Earl Jones in that photo.
Wow, she really does.
But that's why these divas don't want to be photographed. Look at Cher. You don't see pictures of Cher like
Gray
that online.
roots. Look at her gray roots over there and a fucking big, like, waddle.
She had those big sunglasses on though, and then like
Oh,
I saw her later, and she was like reading regular glasses. And
She wasn't getting bothered in the airport?
I didn't see. I only saw when I came out of the bathroom. She was on the front of the line to go on the plane. I was right behind her, and I was talking to the guy who was with her. I didn't know she was there, and then I heard her talking to the woman, and I think she was just getting recognized. And she says, "Look, can I just go down the jetway a little bit?" And I didn't know it was. I'm like, "Who is this bitch?" And then I saw.
You said bitch.
I said, "Who is that bitch?" But when I saw her walk away, and I saw her hair. I'm like, "Holy fuck, that's Diana Ross."
Do you think someone like Diana Ross likes being that famous still? Or you think she kind of wants that I just want to be left alone? Wow.
I don't know, man.
Feeling in her head.
I was thinking.
Because obviously it gave her a great life, but has it become just such a pain in the ass at this point?
She's been the most famous person in the room since 1966.
Jesus
like
Christ, yeah.
literally for fucking 40 years. I don't know when the Supremes became.
Yeah, that's real fame. Because if this show goes away, we'll be complete nobodies and strangers within a year. Within a year.
By Tuesday.
But, right. When we lost our show for 2 years, 3 months, we were pretty much complete strangers.
That's it. Just.
It went away that fast.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I'm not, disillusioned here.
Yeah, we understand. It's
We're no Diana Ross, where her fame will never go away.
She's great live too. I saw her a couple years ago with my ex-girlfriend at the fucking Borgata. She was phenomenal
really
live.
are a fan.
Dude, she's great.
Didn't you guys have a huge fight coming home from Diana Ross?
I literally had to.
I think you told us on the air.
I told her you're in danger. Just stop talking.
You're in danger.
This is coming out of a Diana Ross show where it's a feel-good type of show. There's a bunch of love songs in there. You're in danger. You got to stop talking.
You know what it was? We were fighting before because the Cowboys were in the playoffs that day.
On, Kenny. Thank you.
And I wanted to watch the game. And she got mad because I hadn't discussed it. I'm like, what, the fucking Cowboys are in the fucking, you don't get it.
No.
And it just started a big fight, and I was just so resentful. And we didn't talk to each other at all at the show. We didn't acknowledge each other. We just stood there. But we loved her, though. She was great.
Did you tell her that your parents had met at one of these shows, and perhaps history was repeating itself?
That's an awful line.
It is so bad.
That's
Jimmy.
a fucking horrible.
It's a little rough, Jimmy. It's
That's a
little rough.
horrible line.
A little rough. Little rough. Hey, Megan, go ahead.
You've been famous since there were 2 water fountains. Would have been a better fucking line.
There it is.
At least that was true.
You might as well get a shot in there because you would have got the same result either way.
I didn't know she was
Get a
friends
little
with
shot
Dennis.
in there. Let's go to Megan in D.C. Megan.
Hello.
Hey, morning, guys.
Hi, girl.
Morning.
Timmy, I love you. My mom was sexually assaulted at one of your shows.
Played by me.
Is that true, by the way?
No.
You never know.
That's true.
We've seen some things. We've seen some things
Played some areas
at our road shows and at comedy shows. Mm-hmm. What do you got, Megan?
Okay, I just want to throw something out there. Feel free to poop all over me. But this Friday song, 40 million views in 10 days.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone's playing it just because they hate it so much. They want to hear it over
That's
and over.
my point.
You know,
you can't get
right.
40 million people to watch something they hate.
Hate
You
is
just
going to
can't.
hate. Hate is going to hate.
You just
But
can't.
it's also number 20 or something on iTunes where you have to pay for it. So people are paying for it because they hate it so much.
Yeah. I think you're right.
All right.
I got to agree with you.
That's why I think Hits 1 here at SiriusXM, stop with the nonsense and throw the dumb song on your channel.
Yeah.
Oh, they will. It'll
They
be
don't
all
play
over
it?
the radio.
No, they play it as a goof on the morning mashup.
You didn't get pooped on, see?
All right, Megan, thank you.
All right, bye.
Now, I've heard this, and I'm a little confused. Maybe Jeff could explain. Jeff, explain this.
What?
You'll know in a sec. Jeff. Or
Hey,
maybe not.
Hey, are you from Levittown?
Fuck, I need you too today, Jeff.
John.
John, what's up, buddy?
Hi, John.
What's up? This bitch took Bob Dylan's song word for word. It just said it faster.
Bob Dylan has a song called Friday?
I don't think it's called Friday. My dad was talking shit on her because he played the song for me. It's word for word. I can't remember the name. Maybe Danny could find it.
No, this has been going around, but I don't know the name of the song.
I don't think Bob Dylan ever wrote a song about going to the school bus after he ate his cereal.
Yeah, the bus
Word
stop.
for word.
No, this is something that people are talking about.
Fun.
Do people know the song, the Bob Dylan song?
Kicking in the front seat, kicking in the back seat.
Exactly. It's just like that.
He's not kicking in the seat at all.
Sir, why wouldn't you remember the name of the song?
Yeah,
the one thing that can help us.
I never actually heard it.
Could you look down at it?
Wait, I thought you said your dad played it for you.
No, a bunch of people are saying it's a ripoff of some kind
Okay.
of Dylan song. I don't know the connection. I have no idea, but we could explore this for a second.
Gotta have my bowl. Gotta have cereal.
Oh, it's completely written.
Yeah. This is him.
Seeing everything.
Sure, it's Bob Dylan.
Well, she says cereal.
Time is going.
Yeah, this is really Bob
Ticking
Dylan.
on and on.
Sure it is.
Everybody's rushing. Gotta get down to the bus stop.
See, what does your father actually believe that this is really Bob Dylan?
I would have believed it.
I would have believed it.
Dan, I would have believed
I'm glad
it.
you said it first because I'm embarrassed that I would have believed this.
He would never say. This is a vernacular of now.
Make up my mind.
They didn't fucking talk like this.
Can I take? It's Friday. Gotta get down.
Oh, someone's got a good bit going on.
It's a good.
They can imitate
cover.
Bob Dylan.
They made up fake Columbia
Everybody's
records.
Looking forward to the weekend. Partying, yeah. Partying, yeah.
People got info on this guy too. Right on.
It's a good parody.
Yeah, I hear a little
that
Dylan
sounds
in there.
good.
God, yeah.
Barry in Ohio. It's a guy named Mike Bauer. You know him, Jimmy? Because supposedly he's a comic.
Mike Bauer.
Mike
I
Bauer,
have to see his face.
Bauer.
If I saw his face, maybe.
It's a guy named Mike Bauer. He's allegedly a comic, but a lot of people bought into this. They are talking about this on the internet. They really are.
No, that's.
I'm sorry, but they are. I'm just giving you info. I'm just giving you info. Yeah, they're retarded if they're. We knew right away.
Think about
He's got a nice Dylan down though, right?
She does.
He's got like
Yeah,
an early Dylan down.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Should have crackled it up a little more though.
By the way, he's ripping off Joe. I know
Yeah.
Joe's out there somewhere listening in between 2 U gigs.
Joe, yeah.
Joe knows how to do different versions of songs.
Artists' styles with various newer songs.
Right. Maybe we could play Up in Here, Up in Here. People remember Up in Here, Up in Here, right?
Yeah.
Could you give me the original Up in Here for the people?
That was
might
always that was a fun song.
Oh fuck! This thing should have been a hit. This thing, I think he did it. He did it before the internet was a really hot place.
The intro-tubes.
This thing would have fucking went all over the place.
I like the original too. You're gonna make me lose my mind.
Up in here.
Up in here. Up in here.
Now we got our go-to break here. Our go-to bit. We'll play the original Up in Here for To the Hook.
Right.
And then we'll play Brother Joe doing his version. That sounds like James Taylor. It's amazing.
While we eat.
Yeah, because we got to eat.
I have eggs.
You do.
Yes, I do.
How was L.A.? Fun?
It's great.
Fun. Yeah.
I'm on Chelsea tonight. It was okay. It wasn't my best Chelsea. It was one of those things.
You're here. How could you be on Chelsea?
Well, I go back. I'm actually flying back out in like an hour to do a quick taping, and then they zip me back on the corporate.
You just tore down a wall, sir.
Yes.
I just assume she's live every day.
No.
E-Rock, you all right?
Poor E-Rock.
You notice we're doing filler, right?
What are you trying to do, E-Rock?
All set. I was loading it up.
Oh.
All good.
I like when you...
I like that. E-Rock rolls. Plows right into it.
He's positive every day.
Yeah.
Up in here, up in here.
E-Rock has his hat on. That means he's here to work today.
Oh, yeah. This is just frightening.
Love this song.
You hear this, and there's trouble going down.
Who sings this?
DMX.
DMX. Thank you.
DMX, motherfucker.
All right. This is where it gets just too wordy.
Yeah.
Too wordy right there. So
wordy.
We just play that so you got a reference point. And then Brother Joe, Anthony's brother, of course, came up with this, the James Taylor version
James
of that
Taylor
song.
version. It's haunting.
And we'll go to break with this.
Yes.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me go all out up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool up in here, up in here. If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick, alright. All you mans up in the jail before suck my dick, and all them other cats you run with get done with dumb quick. How the fuck you gonna cross the dog with some bum shit? Alright. There go the gun clip, 911 shit, all over some dumb shit. Ain't that some shit? Y'all niggas remind me of a strip club. 'Cause every time you come around it's like what? I just gotta get my dick sucked. And I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to, but I'm not him. I eat slim. So watch what you do or you gon' find yourself buried next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now 'cause they miss you. Shit, a nigga tried to diss you. That's why you're laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth, and you know that it hurts. Yeah. Whoa.
866-WOW-1-WOW. Send your feedback to feedback@opieandanthony.com. Opie and Anthony.
Get away.
Wow. 38 years ago, huh?
Wow.
Dark Side of the Moon, 38 years ago. That album still is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
You a big Pink Floyd fan, Jimmy?
I'm kind of like a hack Pink Floyd fan. Like I'm like
I am
love
too.
the big hits.
We call that beginner.
Yeah, I'm probably
Like,
a beginner.
There's people out there, beginner Dead heads, beginner Floyd fans.
Yeah. I go deep with the Dead though. I mean, I like Touch of Grey.
Yeah, I don't go too deep with Floyd.
I love this tune, and my favorite tune by them is probably fucking. I love Comfortably Numb, and Wish You Were Here is fucking depressing and good.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You like that?
That's a good
Sitting
fucking
there
tune, man.
in the dark,
The
listening
day
to that.
when the Tigers broke free is a great song. When the Tigers broke free. You
know
never heard
that one? You know that one, Ant?
It's
No.
it's a weird
no
one.
clue.
It's about his father having been killed in a battle, and he's
Yeah, there's a lot of war themes.
talking about how they held a bridge or something, and he got like a stamped thing from the king about his father's.
Is this off the wall?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
What album, E-Rock? Hurry, before the vocals
It's
kick
showing
in.
up here on the best of Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
That's all it's listed.
when the
here.
Tigers broke free. Yeah, sometimes they take a second.
It
to
was
get
an
to
unreleased song from the wall. It was in the movie.
Was this unreleased?
Is that what we're hearing?
Oh,
Is that what I'm hearing?
I like
Is that what
this.
I'm reading? What did I say? Is that what we're hearing when I'm just reading it? Sometimes you just say the dumbest shit. You know? It's like, well, is that what they're saying? Oh, this sounds very royal and regal. And
yeah.
Why would they leave this off the album?
I don't know. It's fucking great.
Make it a triple instead of a double.
Because it's miserable.
Yes, this just coming in. Yes, it is.
Okay,
Indeed,
good.
off of the wall. Here it is.
Yeah, they take a second to. You know how Pink Floyd is. They meander.
Oh, yeah, the intro is very long and plodding.
Why would they put this together to never put on an album?
Don't know.
It was rejected by the other members because it's too personal.
Oh, what? Really?
It describes the death of Roger Waters' father during the Second World War's operation.
What a bunch of assholes.
Here it is.
One miserable morning in Black 44.
This is terrible.
It's great.
When the forward commander was told to sit tight. When he asked that his men be withdrawn.
Fun. What?
And the generals gave thanks as the other ranks held back the enemy tanks for a while. And the Anzio bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives.
Ah, boy. Those Nazis got him, huh?
Kind old
Nazis.
Nazis.
when he heard that father was gone. It was, I recall,
Arbeit mach Friday.
All right, we get the point. Jesus. I like that.
I love this song, man.
I like it. It's definitely a deep track.
Oh, it's fucking great. Though.
Deep tracks. You watch? Yeah.
It picks up.
It does pick up, yes. After this version. I think after this version.
How long is this song?
It's not that long.
20 minutes.
It's almost over now.
30 minutes.
50 seconds left in the song.
There it goes.
there was frost in the ground when the tigers broke free.
Whoa.
And no one survived from the Royal Fusiliers Company Sea. They were all left behind, most of them dead, the rest of them dying. And that's how the High Command took my daddy.
Hold on, guys. Just got to do something.
A little too dark for you, Ed?
Holy shit.
That's a great fucking tune, though.
But Floyd got dark.
Great tune for when? Driving in your car?
I don't
Hey,
know.
this is good. Front seat, back seat. I have no idea.
I'll give you this.
And like-
it's not a toe tap.
Front of the tank, back of the tank.
But this is a lot deeper. And likes to just keep it nice.
I like keeping it poppy and fresh.
Yeah, he likes to keep it right on the surface. He doesn't want to dig too deeply into any emotions.
The union of the snake is on the road. That's what I like.
You know what it was?
Fun, poppy.
The Enzio Bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives. Ordinary lives.
Our tanks were made of aluminium. they were right on schedule. Shut up with your dumb words.
We all drank tea, and our teeth were all rotting. We like dry irony. And we like to pretend that we're nice, but we colonize the planet. We invaded old Ireland and Scotland and wherever else we invaded because Jim doesn't know much about the world.
I didn't know you could do Floyd.
Who doesn't?
That's great.
That voice of his, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, he could kick one out. I'll give him that.
He should do his version of Friday. He'll make
That's
it
pretty good.
deeply depressing.
Wish You Were Here's a great fuck. Isn't that about Sid? I think that was about their other
Really?
band member. Yeah.
That's a good one. I do like that.
That's a fucking... Wait, what are you playing, Rock?
Wish You Were
Yeah, this is Wish You Were Here.
Is it okay?
This is how it starts.
Oh, right, okay, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
It is a fucking... This is a good...
That riff isn't too familiar, though, to most people.
What? This is, right?
What's your favorite Floyd song there, Ant?
I'm a hack with it, too, but I gotta say Comfortably Numb is like one of those.
Yeah, that fucking
It's
thing
like-
builds, man.
It's so fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's about a guy being on heroin.
You really, man?
Yeah.
No, you're not listening deep enough to the words.
They were fucking... They were really great lyricists on that. They were like...
Yeah.
You know, when you do the words thing, you're making fun of me. You know that, right?
I know, you and Jimmy in the car.
Yeah, we were driving to Boston. I actually told him to listen to the words.
Listen to the words.
I've said that before.
It was
dude.
Nirvana Unplugged. Listen to the words.
I've said it before, but I was never serious.
No. Listen to the... Where's that from?
All right, we don't have to play the whole thing. People know how this
Yeah, I
goes.
know, Jesus.
Fuck.
What? I want to know what this is about. I think it's about... I think it was to Sid, the one band member. I'm not going to say
Sid Barrett?
Yeah, I guess, right?
You ever hear metal?
I mean, the genre, yes.
No. Or is the album called Metal?
Oh, is it Meddle? Oh, yes. It's about Jewish mothers-in-law.
The one that builds.
Yeah.
Because they meddle.
Yes, they do.
Get their snouts into everything.
No, I don't know.
What's the instrumental? Is the album called Metal? It's been a while.
Yeah, the album's called Metal.
Wait, what's on there?
Let's see. Echoes, Fearless.
Fearless it is.
Fearless, all right.
Ever hear Fearless?
I don't know.
This would be a deep track in some rock stations.
Deep track.
No, maybe it wasn't this. Wait, what else is on there?
Let's see. Fearless. One of These Days.
It might be.
A pillow of winds. San Tropez and Seamus.
Yeah, I think it's One of These days.
The Wall's a great tune. I mean, it's been overplayed, but
this thing is a great song. Turn this up. You know this one is?
It tastes like Take It Easy by the Eagles.
I don't know this.
You never heard this one before?
No.
All right, you can fade it out.
Do they sing or is it just music?
I don't remember. I just remember that riff.
Oh, wow. It says now... Oh, okay. The song's lyrics encompass Roger Waters' feelings of alienation from other people. Like most of the album, it refers to former Floyd member Sid Barrett and his breakdown. Okay.
Jeez, have a happy song.
Danny, did you just make that up or did you actually get that?
Oh, that would be
Very
good if
smart
you
of
just wrote that.
Yes.
That's for Wish You Were Here?
Yeah, it's a good tune. Fucking, they were...
Yeah. One of these days. We could talk over One of These Days a little bit. This? You've heard this.
Oh, yeah.
Just keeps building.
Sounds like fucking Flash. Ah! Put a cock in my asshole now. It's Master of the Universe. I made that part up. I'm dirty.
You're filthy.
I'm a dirty bird.
All this because 38 years ago today, Dark Side.
Oh yeah, this is a very famous. What's this song called?
One of these days. There's no. He talks at the end of it about cutting,
it's all music.
cutting you up into little pieces or something, right? And that's it. There was another big album released today, 31 years ago today.
What year are we in?
It's an album that you should know Jimmy Norton.
I probably do. Wait,
Jimmy Norton.
11. What's 11 minus
1980?
1980. Right? It's an album I should know.
Absolutely.
Oh, then I'm thinking.
I would guess Blizzard of Oz just because I should know it.
No.
Is it a Sabbath album?
No.
Okay.
Ozzy?
No.
I wonder if it's Kiss.
We've had. Yeah. I don't want to say anything. I'll give it away.
It's Kiss.
Say. How about we just say it? Why do we have to?
It's fun to guess because everybody likes to guess.
No one likes to guess.
We're a guessing society.
This is a time filler.
What was it?
Number of the Beast.
Oh, okay.
31 years ago today, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, wow.
Very good song.
That's going back.
All right, we can fade out so we can do some talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recognize that. The beginning, like I recognize that part.
Just an amazing band. Holy shit, Pink Floyd. Timeless, would you say? Timeless?
Yes.
You think?
It holds up. You could still listen
Yeah.
to it if, it's not like, like I said, it's not one of those that it's happy and peppy and stuff, but if you're, smoking a little weed or something.
Not many bands timeless, right?
Yeah, not many.
Beatles most of all, I think.
Beatles timeless.
Most of all. Bob Marley also absolutely doesn't date and fucking it crosses ethnic and cultural lines probably better than any music. At least that I can think of, yeah. But reggae, you could play fucking Bob Marley in an accountant's fucking house party. You could play jamming, and you could play it with a bunch of fucking Crips and Bloods.
Not in my house.
You like Bob Marley?
Not really.
Oh, he's
What's
great,
wrong
dude.
with
I'm not a reggae guy. No, it has
Okay.
nothing to do with anything like
what's
that.
wrong
I'm
with
just
you?
not a reggae guy.
Well, you seem like you'd be a good reggae guy.
No, man.
You like to kind of hang out and party a little bit.
I actually, and I like
women love reggae.
And I actually like those little Caribbean like bars that have the little thatched roof and the little fan and there's no walls on them and shit. And
This
there's
is
some guy
perfect
making
for
you banana drinks, man.
This is perfect for that situation. Got a local band doing this? What's wrong with that? Come on, I want to go deep with this. What's wrong with reggae? You're going to tell me, I know.
No, I'm trying to think like
Not your thing?
it's just not me. It's almost like a blues thing. Why I don't like the blues because it's just all the same kind of.
Look, me and Jimmy are like,
You can't not fucking just do the fucking little white guy head move to this. It's fucking fantastic.
what about No Woman, No Cry?
I don't like no.
I
Woman,
prefer
no
War.
How about the Buffalo Soldier?
Another great one.
I just because it sounds like every other one.
Fucking Redemption Song's a great one. Not a big dance number, but fucking
I shot the sheriff, man.
great one. Johnny Was off of fucking Positive Vibration.
Yeah, wow, you're going.
I like
no idea.
Roots Rock Reggae. Fucking great tune.
I don't know that either.
Yeah.
All right, we'll fade
Crazy
out.
Bald Heads. Fucking
Ant's
Really?
ruining.
War is fantastic.
Oh.
Ant's ruining our buzz. He
No,
doesn't
no,
like, he doesn't
I
like reggae.
I'm not a fan of the raga.
Mike in Orlando, getting back to Floyd. Shine on You, Crazy Diamond is about Sid Barrett.
Oh, that's a good song. Yeah.
Didn't they have a documentary on Sid Barrett or something?
Oh no, is he dead or is he still?
I don't know where he's at these days, but he became one of those guys that just stayed home. I think he started living with his mom again or something, and someone finally went in and did a little documentary.
Oh no!
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Are you really?
I don't know.
It might not even be.
know.
him.
Help me out, Danny.
What? He died he just died a couple years ago, right?
No, we lost him in 2006, 5 years ago, just about.
Anyone find him since then?
Drugs, right?
They looking?
No, he died, not lost.
Oh, okay.
Oh, literal Jim.
He went.
Bomb Anthony.
He went batshit crazy.
Did he?
Oh yeah, he did.
Lost his fucking mind.
What did he do in the band? I don't know enough about Pink
The
Floyd.
triangle. Ding.
Yeah. Oh, hoodly doodly doo. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. It's great. The Susan Day instrument. Isn't that what she played? The Partridge Family?
Yes, the triangle.
Susan Day played the
no, she
keyboard.
keyboard? Yeah, she did.
The little shithead girl, the ugly girl. She played like the tambourine and the triangle and the maracas.
The maracas are really, that's the instrument of Katharine Hepburn. Here, hold this. Shaka, shaka, shaka. Shaka, shaka. I didn't mean to make music.
Anyone can play those too. You
Of course
can't, you can't fuck that up.
All you need is hands that work. Not even work, they can tape them to your hands if you're a midget. Or if you have hands like Voss.
There's a lot of beans inside that cover up everything.
I like the guys like that had to use 2 in each hand.
Oh,
so
right.
they'd hold them like between their thumb and finger and then the middle finger.
Yeah.
And like Ricky Ricardo would do that at Club Babalu on I Love Lucy. Shucka, 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 shucka.
You know who we don't talk enough about on this show?
Who?
Tony Orlando.
Ah, well.
I don't think he's discussed enough.
Tony Orlando.
I really want to see him in
With or
Vegas.
without Dawn?
Doesn't matter. As long as Tony's there. Because you can get anybody to go fucking, the old oak tree. Who the fuck can't do that?
Get that story.
The breast
It's
milk
the breast
baby.
milk baby. And what they're doing is they're marketing a doll, little dolly, to children. And it
Sure.
breastfeeds.
Sure it does.
So I guess it trains your this is a kid. She's got to be fucking 6, 7 years old on the package.
And she's strapping something on so her fucking baby doll.
And the baby
there.
doll goes.
Oh my god!
Yay.
And look, they're showing her like breastfeeding.
Sure.
Wow, that's weird.
Sure.
They're so much older
and
than
little
you
boys
think.
don't become men who breastfeed.
A bottle a boy can use and a girl can use. Later on in development, fathers use bottles to feed, and so do mothers. So these are ways in which both genders can really
I hate this fucking
appreciate
lady's head.
the product.
Hate her.
Whereas here,
Horrible hair.
it's much more focused on, much
Is
more
this-
catered to women,
is this-
and it might serve as a confusing mechanism
Really?
for boys.
You went to-
So, what do
You went to
New
school for
Yorkers
that?
think about the breast milk doll?
I think it's a little inappropriate.
Yeah. And they have a lot of time to figure that stuff out. I mean, they don't need to worry about it when they're kids.
No, they don't need to know about that at that age.
No.
Linda Schmidt, Fox 5 News.
No, I love the
you know
people on the street. Oh, wait, what's he saying?
Eat that urinate.
Yes,
Excuse
we
me,
do.
but they make them that
You
way.
could say
What- I don't
urinate.
see the problem here.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Function.
You know what? I don't have much to say about it.
Why
but
not?
I know the parenting messaging boards I belong to. This is going to be like fire. You know,
Listen,
people love to talk about this.
Parenting message
I want
boards.
your opinion.
You want my opinion? It's fine. It doesn't bother
Okay.
me. But you know what? You
On
don't,
the record.
Here's my thing. You know, with kids today, you don't
is he,
need a
on
special
blow?
doll to do that. You can just
At least
do that
he's trying to
with
have a
any doll.
conversation.
He really
Right?
is.
I mean, you don't need to buy something
Hey, an opinion.
special. Just to,
Yes.
If you
Holy
want to
shit,
pretend
did we
you're
just
doing
have
that
an
as a kid,
opinion on
just
this
use your
TV
regular
show?
doll.
Really makes you think.
You're right.
It's right?
Oh, he hates this fucking woman.
Go to traffic.
He really can't stand her.
Yeah, he has a fucking...
Well, she's the fill-in for someone we shouldn't
Oh,
make
is
fun
she?
of because she's connected.
It'd be funny if the guy said, like, if he was trying to say, like, because he goes, well, excuse me, but if he had said something really, like, they even have babies that will exhibit fake diarrhea. Excuse me, but, sometimes you do piss shit out of your asshole. Pardon my French.
What do you think? Come on, bitch, tell me.
Yeah, like that. He has a haircut like the guy from American Beauty. He should be kissing Kevin Spacey in the fucking garage.
Forgot about it.
Lucky him.
Let's go to Satan. He's going to tell us all about Sid Barrett and Pink Floyd because I think we just had some of that info wrong out there.
Hi, Dev.
Satan, help us out, Dev.
Oh.
Hey.
All right. Sid Barrett was the original guitar player for Pink
I know
Floyd.
that
He
much.
was one of the founding members. And apparently back in the 60s, he took way too much LSD. And apparently he was already socially kind of screwed up in the head before all the LSD. But when they started playing shows, and he would go on these LSD binges, he would crack eggs on his head in the middle of the show. At one point, lost his mind, thought he was an orange, and had to go live in his mother's basement. And so he basically, they had to kick him out of the band, but right before they kicked him out, they brought David Gilmour in, and then they kicked him out, and then, basically life carried on, but he still was basically lost. And when they wrote Wish You Were Here, that whole album basically was about, being alone and stuff like that. But it was, I think they said in something I read, Sid Barrett actually showed up to the studio while they were writing that. So it was pretty interesting. But
What year did they throw him out, sir? What year?
Oh, way early.
It was early.
It was early, late 60s, I think, right after Saucer Full of Secrets.
Yeah, and then they got a bit more poppy after Sid Barrett left, obviously.
Yeah, well, David Gilmour had a different writing style, and he
Yeah.
pretty much started taking over the band. And
Did him and Roger Waters not like each other?
well, Roger Waters and the entire band don't like each other. And then they did what was it, Live Aid a few years ago, and they all got together, and Roger Waters was like doing interviews saying, "Oh, he would love to get the band back together." David Gilmour was like, "Nah, he can pretty much go fuck himself."
But they made millions together. They're in castles. They all were able to buy a castle. How could you hate?
Yeah, I know.
How could you hate a person that allowed you to buy a castle?
Get a castle.
I don't get that shit.
I bet he never forgave them for not putting that song about his father on. I bet he never forgave them for that.
Yeah, because that was very
too personal, they said.
Hey, was there a documentary on Sid Barrett, or am I wrong on that there, Satan?
I think there was. I know there's tons of books about it, and actually I think he's still alive, and he's put albums together.
No,
he died.
in 2006.
BLs, you ought to know this.
Oh boy.
Hey, Leviathan, you should be aware of this.
All right.
I read your book, Necronomicon, The Tales of a Meaty-Breasted Zilch. It was very good.
You're combining a couple of books there.
Hey, Belial, let me ask you. Where are you going, Bell?
Hey, I'm punching out.
Hey, don't punch out. You're supposed to say, all right, I've been cossed out.
I'm having a
Cost
hard
down.
time hearing you, Jimmy. You get your
All right,
little-
Dev, you just jump right in there and
All right. Well, now
cloven hooves all over my punchline.
now we got everyone mad because that guy was wrong with his info.
Of course he
I love
was.
when this happens. Paul in Jersey, what did the devil get wrong there?
Well, Sid did lose his mind back in the late 60s, and the story goes that the band got fed up with it, and they just decided on the way to a gig they weren't going to pick him up, and that's how they kicked him out.
Oh.
So he didn't say that, but what did he get wrong?
Tragic.
Well, nothing really.
Maybe they're going to play. They went and got tangerines. They're like, we don't need him. All he does is try to peel himself. So tells everybody we should drink him. He fucking hides. Remember, there's a juicer in the room. Enough of this asshole.
Very scared.
Yeah.
It's all because fucking Dark Side 38 years ago today. We can move on. Hey, we got PFG TV. We got.
Oh, my God.
And we also have another Bertation that happened.
A Bertation, which is when a news person screws up. They start rambling and babbling.
We came up with this.
Did we? Yeah.
Well, we came up with how to describe it. No one else decided that it's called a Bertation.
I don't know.
You got
I
the
kinda
original
saw that.
Bertation for a reference point there, E-Rock?
I kind of saw the Bertation thing around, I think.
You did? Before us?
Yeah. Yeah, people are calling it a Bertation.
Before us?
Yeah, I saw it on the Twitter.
Fuck.
Saw it on the Twitter.
Well, here's the original. Who's got it? E or Danny's got it?
I love this one.
He's pointing at you. So.
Yeah, this could be like a...
The big shocker, winning only 2 despite 10 nominations. CBS 2's Serene Branson is live at the Staples Center with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy Bertation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go ahead, Terrace English for the head of the pit.
Wow. That's still just painful to watch.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Holy
every
shit.
time.
Wow.
What's her story now? Like, is she
She's
back?
fine.
And
She's fucking fine.
doing
Yeah.
the news?
They never really explained it.
Well, you know what happened was she was. They thought she drowned when Juliette Lewis and Jessica Lange fucking tied her to a fucking houseboat, and she was going, "Hey, little Bertation, you trying to offer me something hot, Danielle?
Counselor, Bertation."
Just two lawyers talking shop. Meanwhile, wants to rape and kill his wife and daughter.
shit.
So now what lawyers do when they're talking shop, they don't smoke cigars in the movie theater. He's a boob.
Greatest laugh ever.
Yeah, I love his hat, too. When he fucking beats up the two guys who are going to beat him, his hat doesn't even come off. His awful shirt. And I love he straightens Ileana Douglas out for laughing. Oh, she's having a fucking ball.
Yeah, that's fucking sick shit.
He's like, "What are you drinking?" She's like, "Sea breeze. I hope you can afford them." He's like, he can't wait to punch her in the fucking mouth.
Cape Fear
He
rules.
certainly does, too.
Oh, he
wow.
rules.
He can't wait to bite her fucking cheek.
He socks her.
Oh, he gave her a good
bites
punch.
her cheek.
I haven't seen that movie in years. You think it's a good movie still?
Yeah. I just watched Goodfellas the other day. I just got it.
Goodfellas is timeless.
And it really
that
is
fucking
great.
movie's
It's
great.
fantastic.
I might have to take a peek at Cape Fear
Yeah.
again. Hey, so we got a new Bertation out of Toronto, I believe.
Toronto.
This guy just couldn't get it together. Holy shit.
Is it something physical, mental, or is he just fucking stumbling?
He thinks he's in control.
Yeah.
And he just can't get it together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll I'll tweet the video. We'll put it up on our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony, in a little bit. But here's the audio of it, at least.
Gaddafi from killing civilian. So if it takes ground forces, it's going to be at ground forces.
Meaning it may have only just begun.
So obviously it's a tape piece, and now he's got to go back live. You know the deal. So now the guy's about to go live after his old tape piece.
Mark McAllister, Global News. Now, Defense Minister McCain McLeod did confirm today that more than 54 18 fighter jets are spending about as much as 20 and ready to assist the 100 deployed over the amount needed. Now, it did depend that how the NOLAN remerges RN while the university or the UN mission as whole received support from all batteries in the hues of the Garbins of today. Excuse me. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you, Mark McAllister from Japan tonight.
How do you just say thank you?
Yeah,
thank you.
Why can't she just go, hey, what the fuck was that, Mark?
But
holy shit.
She broke character because they go back to her. We should have probably played the video version because she has like a holy shit look on her face.
Oh,
like, what
really?
the fuck was that?
Oh, my God. What was wrong with him?
You know that guy? He used to do talk shows. He was the double talker. You don't remember him? Older guy. And
vaguely, yeah.
And he would do bits on the street.
There is something. Yeah.
Remember that guy where he would talk to people and they would be like, what the fuck?
And it would be nonsense,
what?
but he actually sounded like he was saying something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it's like.
I love that. By the way, Wheels does that. We used to work with Dice.
Wheels!
He still works with him. It's the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen. It was when Wheels double talks.
Yeah.
It drives me. It makes me laugh every fucking time.
Does he do it well?
Here we do it better than anyone I've ever met.
This is worth playing again. Here's the video so you guys can see when, they go back to the anchor desk.
Let's see. Ground forces is going to be at ground forces.
Meaning it may have only
and watch,
just
he
begun.
looks like he has it under
Mark
control.
McAllister, Global News.
Visually, he does. Watch.
Now, Defense Minister McCain McLeod did confirm today that more than 54 18 fighter jets are spending about as much as 20 and ready to assist the 100 deployed over the amount needed. Now, it did depend that how the NOLAN remerges RN while the university or the UN mission as whole received support from all batteries in the hues of the Garbins of today. Excuse me. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you, Mark McAllister from Japan
Holy
tonight.
shit, she's just kind of like, oh my God, what the
a shocking.
But why can't she just say, are you okay?
Yeah,
because it's a real moment happening.
Get medical
okay?
attention for this
they're
gentleman.
just so jaded, these fucking assholes.
Why
It's not a
does she just
human
go
moment.
with the famous thank you, Mark McAllister?
Yeah, thank you for what?
Yeah.
Thank you for what? Butchering that horribly?
Babbling.
How uncomfortable is that? Because you see him falling apart right in front of your eyes.
And he's trying
it's getting worse and worse.
He's doing like a lot of hand gestures to try to take away from the fact that he can't fucking speak.
Yeah. Yes. Danny, can we find a double talker? who are you talking? I'm trying to think of the guy you're talking about.
Maybe someone could. Did they have the name down there? He was pretty famous for a while.
Anyone? Double talker? Go ahead. Pop
He's
the
an
name
older
up.
guy. He wore glasses.
It wasn't Norm Crosby.
Well, on YouTube, you can probably find
he's
Double
definitely
Talk.
on YouTube, this guy. He's definitely on. But I don't know.
Double Talk.
I don't know how we find him.
Not Big A, no.
If I see his faces.
It's not Kevin Nealon. It's not Yogi Berra.
Wow, you guys don't know? He wasn't like...
People don't know.
Wheels does it in restaurants
I think
and
that's
stuff,
him
and
right
it's
there.
fucking funny every time.
The guy,
Jimmy two times. Since he's...
the fourth video down, it's that guy.
Oh, it is?
I don't know what video would work for this guy.
Mr. Double Talk.
Maybe find
Russ
one
Feltman?
Maybe find one that has a lot of views. I don't know.
That sounds like music.
It looks like it's Russ Feltman, I guess. Yeah.
Durwood Fincher?
Durwood Fincher?
Oh, it's Mr. Double Talk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You don't remember this guy?
No, I don't. I like the sounds he's making. Oh, those are animals.
Wow.
Let me answer then, I guess, really.
Oh, one side.
Let me answer then, what we have, then I guess, really answer to what we've seen. And the Humane Society is really something that we have, then I guess, too.
Brian, why don't you handle that one?
Daniel, let me ask you then, I guess, really with everybody here, the Humane Society being a border, you know, what we have, and then I guess really has that to what we be. Give us some thoughts in your own words as to what, if any, if not, how much I guess really there would be in consideration of all of the efforts made by all the people that make, and then you know what we have, and then I guess really with the humane society at large.
Humane Society is a great organization.
It is, and I think that one of the, not what one, but I would imagine a culmination of a lot. Yes, I would imagine a lot, but you know what we have, and I guess really as it what we've seen. Would you be willing to bet that?
Oh, absolutely.
But both of you, and I guess really here, and also know something. Yeah. Let me out that, you know, what we have, and I guess really with everybody concerned that, you know, with the Humane Society, Brian. And then the other thing, why you think, because I mean, I don't, but I would imagine that can then, you know, what we've seen with everybody so far, in your own words, because those were mine.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, she's looking at him like
and I can call you
dumbfounded.
It's Joe.
I can call you John, though.
You can call me John.
All right. John, let me ask you, then you do what we have, then I guess really has the notion of that. Seriously, because that's the one that they said that they've got to get a straight answer to.
I don't understand half of the things you just said.
It's like talking to Roland.
Yeah. That guy. You've never seen him before?
No, I've never seen him.
They've thrown him on
I
a
kind
bunch
of
of
remember
talk
him
shows.
from years ago.
It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, because they feel like they're supposed to understand what he says.
Yeah.
He does it perfectly.
And he throws in enough normal words where
right.
they think he's saying something.
Yeah.
See, Wheels will do that. Like, Wheels will say something like, you know, I don't know. It's like literally for 25 seconds, and I'll go like, what? I go, what time is it? They just ask a short, normal question, and they're so relieved to fucking have.
We're not looking for Norm Crosby.
Oh, what does Norm Crosby do?
Norm Crosby was the deaf guy, and he would make, like, he'd fuck up words because he's deaf.
He didn't make me laugh a lot, though.
No, Norm Crosby was like on telethons.
Charlie Callis didn't make me laugh much.
You didn't like.
No, what is that?
What is that? It's not funny. Shut up.
Yeah, I gotta go there.
So I was in the store and I was like, the fuck is that?
I forgot all about
I
that.
did a horrible movie with him.
Hey, good news.
Really?
Yes.
Good news. You can follow the Double Talker on Twitter. He has 135 followers.
Is he still alive?
Not after today.
He should have. He was entertaining though.
Durwood
I want to be
Fincher.
double rights.
Who did the
Did Charlie Callis? What's that?
You did a show with him?
I did a movie with him.
A movie?
It wasn't great, and I never promoted it because the guys didn't want to do the right thing and give me anything. So I was like, I'll never promote it, so I won't promote it. It wasn't a great movie at all, so I wouldn't recommend it. But it was cool meeting Charlie Callis.
Callis.
Yeah.
Like a callus on your hand.
Yeah, except it's Callas. There's no O-U-S in there. Please stop sending young Daniel on a humiliating misadventure.
Misadventure.
Yeah. I remember he would... there has to be some of him doing stand-up. It was unwatchable.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, it's
Here's
terrible.
Charlie Callis.
This is what went on during and after the phone conversation.
He's dialing a phone.
Hello, is this Ralph? Is this Ralph? Hey, Ralph.
What the fuck is this?
Guess who this is? Yes, I mean, this is me. This is y'all's. This is y'all's friend. Yeah. This is you know what short for Sam. Say, listen there, Sam.
I love when people say that the comedians of today are no good, but back in the old days, really?
This guy was on so many TV shows.
He was laughing.
Today's my birthday. And for my
Fake
birthday, my
laugh.
friends, they all chipped in, and you know what they, whoa.
What's
and you
that?
know what they,
He's laughing at himself because
That's right, they bought me rice. They bought me rice. They bought me rice. You know, it's a Winchester cut. You put it.
Oh my God, 6 minutes long.
this goes on for another 6 fucking minutes.
It's horrendous.
Why don't you jump on your car and drive him to my... drive him to my... Drive over to my house. We'll go out to the... Come to me. I'm gonna go shoot. I'm gonna go shoot him. Shoot what? What do I know? April, May, this is a great time of year to go out and shoot some... We can go out and shoot some...
Why is this fucking funny? Why are people laughing?
His left arm must get tired holding the phone against his face.
Holding the fake phone. Oh, he stopped the fake phone.
Yes.
What does he go into?
The other end says...
Oh, no, he's back.
Oh, this guy's a hoot.
What show is this from?
I don't know.
The fucking shit hour. They're loving him.
I don't have.
Stop fooling around, will you? Come on over. So Sven gets in the car.
YouTube loves him. Look at the likes on this video.
Are you shitting me?
They're liking it over 200.
And I said, I got her.
But it's all I want to do now. All I want to do now is talk like that. Just to a annoy the listeners.
It's working.
I really think that we should just say, hey, can I see you guys after the show? You can on the way to the elevator.
Terrible.
Oh, I just want to do that. The whole E-Rock.
Just make really awful noises, though. Just very uncomfortable noises.
I don't know what a awful sound would be.
It's terrible. That was his whole fucking act.
Yeah.
He was booked everywhere in Vegas and fucking he was on the Tonight Show.
Dude, he would just go and get onto a plane.
All you would need is 1 minute of material.
Oh,
then you could stretch out to 5.
And a horrible story wrapped around it.
Yeah.
Carson loved him, really?
Yeah, Carson did love him.
What the hell was up with that?
I don't know, man. Maybe it was the times.
Yeah, the times are different. It was crazy.
Vietnam was going on, so anything made you laugh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You remember
we were shooting some good.
Yeah. And then they all came home. And then they all came in a body bag. All right. Did you hear Liz Taylor died?
What?
What happened?
Liz Taylor.
When?
See the news?
Yeah.
What?
I know what happened. An anvil fell on her head.
She's awful.
79.
Glad she's gone.
I didn't hate her because she did do a lot of AIDS work. So I liked I liked about her. And my face is a deterrent. Believe me, AIDS has dropped in the last 25 years since my face became more popular. But I think she's so overrated.
Why?
Like she was an attractive woman. But enough already.
She was. Me and Ann were talking before the show. They show her
after National Velvet. It was all downhill.
Yeah, wow.
She sucked since the 60s.
Yeah. They showed a picture of her from 1971, and she was already not good.
Yeah, I agree.
Anymore.
Since Virginia Woolf,
and that's 40 years ago.
In the 60s, since she was not this beautiful woman.
No,
she was attractive when she was younger. All right, she had fucking average nice eyes, but she's so overrated.
Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't a good actress, that's for sure.
She won the Oscar, I think, right?
Nah, that was during when you could just, let me tell you something.
That's when you could just win the Oscar.
Yeah, she was good in Virginia Woolf, but it wasn't that
good back then.
I wanted to punch Colin for making me watch that movie. I thought it was another overrated movie.
Oh, that's right. He did make you watch that.
It was very overrated.
She's a legend, they're calling
Enough with her.
The last of the golden age.
Oh, fuck her. You know, again.
The dame is gone.
Yeah, she was the last. 8 fucking marriages.
Yeah.
One died in a plane crash. Fair enough. How difficult are you?
Yeah.
8 fucking marriages. And Mickey Rooney's 9. Larry, what the fuck are these assholes doing?
Mickey Rooney got married 9 times.
9 times.
What a dunce.
9 times.
And you wonder why someone's kicking the dog shit out of him while he's in a fucking... While he's laying in the home.
Because he's got to be an insufferable prick.
I met him once. I wanted to punch him.
Yeah.
Tell me not to curse. Shut the fuck up.
You work blue. You.
You lose
Shut
the
up.
audience, yeah? Did
Lose the
Carlin
audience.
lose them and Pryor? And Kinnison?
Why don't you lose your blood pressure?
Exactly, you fucking guys and dolls. Put on a straw hat and hang yourself. Shut the fuck up. Tell me my business. I don't care how long you've been entertaining people, you short, fat, blithering idiot.
Blithering idiot.
Enough already. You didn't. Again, Mickey Rooney, I can't say wasn't a famous guy, but he never made me laugh.
No.
You were just a short, quirky, fun guy.
That's what it was.
Never said anything socially relevant.
And he'd be in those movies
Or
when
did
he
he?
was younger and just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like he'd be all well too over animated, and there wasn't like there was acting up until a certain point, and then it became like real acting. But the acting before, like, say, what do you mean, huh? Well, why don't we go down and see those fellas? Like, and they were Oscar-winning a performance.
Then
stunk.
Then Brando showed up and just opened his asshole at all of them. And they hated him.
Kicked them all in the teeth.
Oh,
Yeah.
they had
this
no
is
respect.
how it's done, assholes.
Yeah, see?
But she's gone. What are you going to do?
I
said she was beautiful right to the end.
But she wasn't. She was fucking fat.
Not.
She wasn't fat at the end.
Dude, Joan Rivers made a living shitting on her when she was guest hosting the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
All she would do is Liz Taylor fat jokes, and they were great.
Yeah.
She would brutalize Liz Taylor.
Can we find that?
And Liz sued her. Was going to sue her.
Really?
Yeah, but she couldn't. She couldn't win.
We're playing a lot of old clips from comics.
Yeah,
I love to
just
hear-
let Charlie Callis go away over there.
she would
I would
brutalize
love to hear
Liz
some
Taylor.
Joan Rivers going after Liz Taylor stuff.
Oh, that's what she
Yeah.
was doing. Can we talk?
Yeah.
Fat. She was just attack how fat she was. It was, it was really funny to hear.
She was a porker starting in the 70s.
Dude, you're right.
Yeah, because there's a picture of her on the paper, and they show her in
1971.
some kind of get up with some shorts, and she's a heifer.
That shitty fucking Rosemary's Baby hairdo. Again, she was just, even here when she was younger, she had a bit of a mush face.
Yeah.
She didn't make the camera sizzle.
I don't see it.
There's a picture in there where she looks just like Sarah Silverman.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Sure.
She looked old as Cleopatra. She looked ridiculous.
Yeah, Cleopatra. Stop
Here's
it.
where Cat on a Hot Tin Roof in 58, she was kind of sexy. Virginia Woolf was 66. She already had a big fucking fat neck.
Yeah.
Suddenly last summer, she was very fuckable. Butterfield 8, she had a nice coat. I like to choke her with that fucking phone cord.
Butterfield.
Oh, I know it's Butterfield. Father of the Bride. She was average.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in the Flintstones?
And they said that she redefined how Hollywood saw women. Okay, maybe she did
How?
do that. I don't know. Maybe because her sex appeal was so
All right.
strong.
We got this for you, Jimmy.
Joan Rivers has kind of grown up on this show, and
She did it when she
here's
guest
Joan
hosted.
in action.
Oh.
No, see, that's why friends of mine that don't fix themselves up, I
Yeah.
get upset with.
When they should, you mean?
You know, Liz Taylor, who is my dear friend.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. She would have been here tonight, but we couldn't save the whole front row for her. And it's just, yes. Oh, like it's my fault. I didn't throw on her back and force feed her. She put the potatoes in her own mouth. They yell at me because she's fat.
Well,
it's her own fault. We went trick-or-treating last night. She kept the candy.
come on, I got to come to her defense now. I saw a picture of her in one of the magazines this month on the front page. And boy, she
Oh, the
looked...
face, gorgeous.
And she had lost 35 pounds.
Well, it's like a drop in the Atlantic. I told her. We went out, but I
You went
think-
out together, right?
We went out last night, and I think she's learned her lesson, though, because we ended up in McDonald's, and we had, good spread, and coming out, she got stuck going through the arch, and it was, and we had to grease her thighs.
To get her to work.
This is on the Tonight Show. She must have been so fucking pissed.
Can we talk?
Dude, there were only 3 networks.
Yeah.
And she was being brutalized. And Joan was absolutely killing.
You think
Oh
a bunch
my
of people
God.
saw that?
Fucking
Holy shit.
everybody. Do you understand? Everybody called her.
Yeah.
Oof.
Carson was laughing. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
not. I'm going to guess 1978.
Yeah.
I don't know what year.
That
Danny,
looked
was your
like
year on
mid,
that?
mid to late.
And Joan sounded really young, and she was thin and young. That has to be late 70s.
Yeah, probably. Hey,
Killing her.
And yeah, we got to acknowledge that Charlie Callis left us 2 months ago at the age of 84.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Charlie
remember.
Callis
I remember
died like
reading
a couple of months ago.
Charlie Callis. Charlie Callis. Charlie Callis. Went bye-bye in the box. That's what my mother used to say about people who died. They went bye-bye in the box.
Oh, she
Yeah, she did.
That's probably how he went out, by the way, and they didn't realized he was having a stroke.
He's just giving
probably
up.
should- yeah, he
It's like,
probably
all right,
should-
you don't have to be on all the
He
time.
probably should still be alive. They thought he was just doing his horrible act.
Yeah, he said, "Hey doc, my hey doc, my hey doc, my brain is bleeding."
Oh, Charlie, that's hilarious.
Now, Doc, my right side is numb. My right side is numb. My right side is numb.
My left side's numb. Edmund Muskie.
Puddinhead.
How did he die?
I don't know.
Old age?
Yeah.
How did your dumb comic die?
Do you know if it was old age?
Yeah, it probably was.
On the callus.
It was probably an assault of some sort.
Oh, God.
Natural causes.
Skiing accident. No.
Skiing accident.
Yes, he looked at Chaz Bono and thought it was the fucking the cartoon fucking mouse. Hey, Babette! And he hit a fucking tree. I don't know why. I just thought of Sonny Bono and then it took me to Chaz.
Chaz. But Chaz does look like that.
Oh, she's
Babette!
she's the fucking worst. I want to meet her and tell her how much I loved her in Reservoir Dogs. You were terrific. You don't point that gun at my daddy.
Nice guy,
Jay
Eddie.
Moore.
Fucking nice guy.
That's who Chaz looks like. Nice guy, Eddie.
But Chaz is the first person to have a sex change and not change at all.
She looks exactly
She
the
looks
same.
exactly the
She
same.
just changed her shoes.
She even had to dye her hair to make people think that she changed.
Oh,
Look at that.
That's
Same fucking person.
brutal.
She's awful.
There is not a hint of Sonny or Cher in there.
No.
Only in the honestly, and then when she looks like a woman in the mouth, she looks a
Yeah.
little like Cher in the mouth.
Little,
Yes,
little in the eyes, earlier pictures, if you really want to get into this.
And the mustache on the tree right in front of her looks like Sonny. Yes.
Do you think there was just a mustache on the tree
Yeah.
after he hit it?
Yeah, you know, there's a dumb fucking. I bet he hit it so hard his eyes shot around and just kept going. They had to pick up his dumb eyes, which saw Cher's big clip for many years. Yeah, you know how many? She looks just like nice guy Eddie.
She really does.
Looks like Penn. Holy shit.
Wow.
Very good. Hey, also, if we're going to mention Liz Taylor there, let's not forget
Yeah.
about Belushi on SNL choking.
Oh, that
was a
right.
classic skit, choking on a
Yes, he was
piece of
eating
chicken.
a whole chicken or something.
Yeah.
Started
So everyone
bashing
made the
himself
fat
in the
food jokes
chest.
for many, many years. Yeah. We should
This
take
is
it-
how we pay tribute, by the way, to the woman, the legend, Liz Taylor.
Exactly. Whatever. You know what? Know who panicked, though?
Who?
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Why?
You see that in the paper today?
No.
Liz Taylor died. She had a panic attack going, I'm next, and they had to rush her to the hospital. And she was saying the whole way to the hospital, celebrities die in threes.
I thought
I'm
Zsa Zsa
next.
was like fucking on death's door, like couldn't even, like was in a coma or
She
something.
has been for a while, but it's in the paper today.
She popped out of a coma long enough to say
She had a panic attack, like, oh my God, I know I'm next. And they had to rush her to the hospital.
She's
'cause her blood pressure-
97.
Yeah,
her-
what
her
the fuck
blood
are you
pressure
holding
went through
on
the
to?
roof.
What are you
See,
holding
look.
on to with one leg?
Yeah.
Headline, I'm next after Liz's death, Zsa Zsa Gabor says. And she also acknowledged that celebrities die in threes, which we all know.
She's fucking 94. What are you hanging around
Yeah,
for?
what is there? She got one leg chopped off. They wanted to chop the other one off.
You
And
outlived
she said
her.
no.
You outlived Liz by 15 years.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Enough with Zsa Zsa. Fucking never liked her.
No.
You didn't like
She's
the
one of
Zsa
those people
Zsa?
that were famous
No.
for no reason.
Yeah, socialite cunts I can never like.
At least Ava was on Green Acres. Her sister.
Right.
A lot
Ava.
of people made that mistake over the years.
I know, they thought it was
always
Zsa Zsa, but it was Ava Gabor.
Because Zsa Zsa stayed in the spotlight, and she didn't really do anything.
What did she do?
I don't know.
What did she just fuck guys?
Yeah, that's what she did.
She was Merv Griffin's beard for a while.
Really?
Oh, okay.
They hinted that they might have had something, but, come on. Come on now.
It's like Paris Hilton. They don't do anything.
She's
They're just
related to
famous.
that.
Yeah, she's related
She's
to the whole
related.
Hilton.
She
fucking
married
thing.
a Hilton.
Of course she did. But the Hiltons will stick their dick in. So one of the Liz Taylor married one of the Hiltons. Conrad Hilton. I think it was.
Conrad. He must have had a huge hog besides a big bank
Conrad Hilton.
Yes, not Conrad Bain, my favorite actor.
of all time.
Yes.
Of course.
Remember him from as Mr.
What is
Drummond.
it? Yeah, Mr. Drummond.
Conrad Bain.
Mr. Drummond. Was that Conrad Bain? Yeah.
Yes, it was.
His name? Okay.
Don't ever ask me about Different Strokes. I'm the Different
I-
Strokes trivia master.
Kid.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were the...
I know more about Different Strokes than fucking a bunch of other people who know stuff about. I know more about different strokes than fucking Edmund Muskie and Dick Clark combined. A boo.
A boo. With that, we're going to go to break.
Yes.
Nick DiPaolo is going to join us in about a half hour. And also, Nikki Benz is coming back to say hi.
She's very lovely.
Nikki Feather Benz.
She was a good egg last time on the show. So. What?
She was supposed to try out that stripper pole thing, but what? Our ceiling isn't
we got
stout enough.
We got drop ceilings.
Duh.
Of course we can't.
Duh. Yeah, we have a drop ceiling, but like if we pop a tile out, you could probably clamp the top to one of the joists.
You would imagine, but that would mean whatever.
What are joists?
They're those metal or wood things, usually metal in a commercial building that hold up the next floor. See, they're metal joists. They're like those, they could be I-beams, or they could be these reinforced tubular steel.
Thank you.
I used to hang air conditioning and heating units from them. I always have this fear too these days because I put in a lot of these big heavy fucking units in these hung ceilings like this, and sometimes I'd have to shoot these fucking hanger straps in with those powder actuated like guns. Right. And it would drive a nail into the cement, and then I'd hang the unit from that. And I keep thinking, that over time, the vibration of the unit and one of these fucking things is going to come crashing through a ceiling and land on some fat-ass secretary, and they're going to trace it back to me. And, years later, it's oh, yeah, you're being sued because some fucking secretary got clunked on the head with an air conditioning unit you put in 20 years ago. So, is that a legitimate fear that I should have?
No, because there's private inspection since then.
No, there's never inspecting.
It's probably supposed to be.
I hope.
No, probably not.
No,
it was all so willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I used a presidential solution on a few of these.
Presidential.
On a few of these units.
What's that even mean?
Well, there's another word for it, but it's like when you use baling wire and bubble gum. You know.
He
of course
he rigged it.
Of course I did.
For the people that.
Oh, look at Fatty on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the obit. You read this today in the paper?
I did not.
It was written 6 years ago.
Really?
Oh, I heard. Yeah, Jonathan told me that.
And the guy,
they stored it.
Dude, not only was it written 6 years ago, the obit. The guy's dead that wrote it.
Well, that's irony.
So that made the rounds
Just
yesterday too. The guy that wrote the obit for Liz Taylor died 6 years ago.
Where is her obituary?
I think he died 6 years ago, or the obit was written 6 years ago. Whatever.
The New York Times guy.
New York Times guy?
The New York Times guy died 6 years ago. Okay, he's been dead 6 years. And
how did it happen?
And he wrote her obit that we all, not all, but a bunch of you read yesterday.
Where is the obit though? I don't see it.
Why don't we take a break? We'll find the obit. By the way, today we have decided is Brother Joe Day on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Not for any reason. Don't worry, Brother Joe.
Joe's
fine.
Joe's
He's
fine.
touring the land with the 2U band.
Well, because we
YouTube
played his
cover band.
James Taylor Up in Here thing, and now we decide why not? Let's play some more Brother Joe stuff.
Yes.
So we go to break.
Go to 2U. By the way, go to 2U or notu2.com, right? Isn't that the one? Notu2.com.
Notu2.com.
And that'll take you to Joe's site and see where his shows are and stuff.
Absolutely.
If you're into U2, they're very, very good.
Joe, very talented.
Yeah.
We go to break with Guitar Father. Check this out.
Show online. Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. Twitter.com/Opie Radio. Twitter.com/Anthony Cumia. And Twitter.com/Jim Norton. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Right on, man. Jimmy's back from Hollywood.
James.
Yes, I am. Till next week when I go to the Irvine Improv. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And then I'm back for good.
Irvine.
Yes, I've never done it. I'm sure it'll be a fucking big draw.
It'll be a hoot. I'm certain of it.
Oh, by the way, more Antisocial Network gigs to announce, but not today.
You tease.
But we have more to announce, which is good. This one's almost sold out in Connecticut, so that's good.
Where are you going, Philly?
No, but I can't say.
Cleveland, nice.
No.
Ooh, you just lied.
No. No.
Eh?
I'll tell you when they're confirmed.
Confirmed.
We're making faces at each other. I'm trying to figure it out with Jimmy. That's very cool. Chris Brown apologized.
Waddle-doodly.
It's too late, man. His real self came out the other day.
You just know who this guy is.
What a baby.
It's too late.
He doesn't want anybody to ask him. But don't want to hear about your fucking album. Yeah,
well.
you appreciate the fan. People want to buy it. We get it. You appreciate the fans. Who gives a shit?
The album's kind of doing well, Jimmy.
It's going to be great.
I think it's had 3 hits already.
Sure. Yeah, no, Rihanna was the first one.
Yes.
I
It's
believe.
amazing. As a singer, you can just punch your chick in the face. Nobody gives a hoot.
No one cares.
Well, he beat up the dressing room the other day after his GMA appearance, and now he went on 106 in Park. What's that? It's one of those black shows.
Is it? I don't know.
And he apologized. You want to hear this?
Sure. I love a good, insincere apology.
Right now, we are still joined by Chris Brown.
He is here, and, you know, of course, a lot of people are talking about what happened yesterday. A lot went on. First of all, you okay?
I'm great, you know.
Actually,
as you see, after
the white
incident, you saw
person
me
fuck with you.
Yeah. No, it was Robin Roberts.
I know.
Well, she's kind of white.
Kind of.
Yeah. She was groveling and annoying, too. Thank you for letting us go. Why don't you you should have put Matt Lauer on the case.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer's good.
He's glib.
You like the Matt Lauer?
Yeah, he fucking pussied Cruise. Tom Cruise is not an easy guy to alpha male, and he fucking certainly did.
Yeah.
You know, with my people and just, you know, trying to enjoy life and enjoy this experience of having my album out, you know. But I just think yesterday, first and foremost, I want to apologize to anybody who was startled in the office, anybody who was offended or really looked and disappointed at my actions, because I was disappointed in the way I acted. And, you know, a lot of people don't know what went down. And, you know, obviously, when I do shows or when I do interviews, we always send out like a talking point sheet, you know. And
it's a not-talking point,
network,
motherfucker.
whoever isn't complying with what we want to do, and so we can equally accomplish a goal, we usually kind of back out and wait till it's a bad situation, you know.
Real brave artist.
We actually did this event. Everything was cool, you know. We were supposed to perform.
Wait, there was one of that publicist.
Yeah, one of the, they get the soft questions. Well, we're real fucking brave artists, man. I love these guys that they want to just talk about their fucking album. That's a real interesting interview. Yeah, who gives a fuck about your album? I'm sure it's going to sell a lot of copies. But in an interview, it's boring to hear your positivity shit.
He puts a personality forward where it looks like he could take some shit.
And then he goes in the dressing room and pulls a fucking dishwasher out.
Yeah.
But for those of you listening earlier.
A guy that tattooed, though? Why does a guy that tattooed need a fucking publicist to send the talking points?
Especially since his album it's FAME, and it's an acronym. It stands for, like, Forgiving All My Enemies.
Yeah.
And he defines part of his enemies as, like, the haters or whatever who are giving him shit from the fallout from that. So if you can make an album out of it, why can't you talk about where it came from?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, bravo. There's certainly a connection worth mentioning.
Stop with that phone. Why are black artists obsessed with proving how positive they are? Enough. Their Twitters are all like that. You know, be good to yourself or no one will be good to you. All right, stop trying to be a sage. Fucking annoys me. Cut the shit.
Mark the day. I think this is the first time the word sage was used on our show.
Love that.
Fucking drives me nuts.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know, you got to empower yourself. Take what you want, or what you want won't take you. I got it. You reverse the words. You're deep. Go fuck yourself,
Danny.
Fake positivity drives me nuts.
You might want to go to the window right now.
Oh shit! She's coming up here. She's carrying some coffee.
Is the show on out there?
It shouldn't be.
She's carrying a couple of things of coffee and another thing, and
she's a long head.
And she's
bounce,
got
bounce,
what?
bounce, 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 bounce. Okay, she's gone.
Yeah, she does kind of have an Easter Island
Hello?
head. Oh,
Jimmy's.
Remember the old gag we used to do when somebody had to take a phone call?
No, I don't remember that gag. What is the gag?
Well, we just yell real loud, bad words.
What were we yelling? I don't
we'd be
remember.
Like,
I don't
we'd be
really
like,
remember.
"Shut up, you fucking cunt," and shit like that.
Dick and balls.
Oh, it's some fucking foreigner.
What?
I don't know.
Ew.
They're getting very, very tricky.
What, the like salespeople or?
I think there's a new one where they use area codes where you call a lot. The telemarketers. Have you gotten that one yet?
No.
Where you recognize the area code. In my case, it would be.
Oh, so you're like, let me.
In my
answer
case,
that.
it would be a Philadelphia area code. Get a lot of calls from that area, obviously. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's the area code. All right, I gotta answer this one.
Sneaky.
I don't know, or it was just a coincidence that one just happened to come from an area code that I use a lot. Turkey chili has arrived.
This is real bad.
Here's more Chris Brown.
We actually did this event. Everything was cool. We were supposed to perform. The talking points were, positivity, creative, and everything
Positivity.
that was sent to me. It was about the album. That's what we're talking about. So as the interview proceeded, it was kind of thrown off. I was thrown off by it. And,
you pulled it. You had a hissy fit.
Yeah.
Don't make it like it was this deep fucking thing that happened. This spiritual, this arrangement and positivity. Shut up.
Stop trying to sound smart.
And GMA's all over this today. We got info from Barbara coming in from Connecticut. What's up, Barbara? Welcome to the
Hello,
O&A Show.
Barbara.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Mom's name.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
How are you?
Terrific.
Good Morning America this morning commented on his apology on BET yesterday and claimed that they did not issue a talking point list to him.
Of course they didn't.
Full of shit.
Yeah, because that drives us nuts. Tommy Lee pulled that bullshit on us many years ago where he goes, "You were told not to."
Talk about Pam.
And that's the last thing we ever want to hear from any of these douchebags.
And that was
you were told.
That was at the heat of the, Pam got the fucking the hep, and did she get it from Tommy Lee? And what does Tommy Lee have to say about it? So we were asking him about it. Yeah, I want to talk about my fucking rap album
that no one bought, by the way.
No.
Now that we have time on our side, we could go back and realize that was a major bust.
We have to show positivity. And as the interview proceeded, will you stop talking like you're in court?
Yes. Tommy Lee needs to put so much water under the bridge and not over the child.
Punch it out, guys.
But that
I fucking hate Diddy's Twitter.
But that you were told bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's what Chris Brown is pulling here. That's why we're bringing it up.
Yeah. That
there were talking points we agree. That it's the you were told. And
he's a liar.
And they went outside the boundaries of that. But GMA saying that is bullshit.
But why
Here's
do you
Chris
need
Brown
that?
continuing.
I was kind of thrown off. I was thrown off by it. And, I felt like it was like, okay, they told us this just so they could get us on the show to exploit me. That's what I thought, And so I took it very, very hard, and I kind of kept my composure throughout the whole interview. Although you could see me upset, I kept my composure, did my performance. And when I got back, I just let off like steam in the back. I didn't physically hurt anyone. I didn't try to hurt anyone. I just wanted to release just the anger that I had inside me because I felt like I worked so hard for this music.
Yeah.
And I love my fans and I love to be able to make positive music that I felt like people kept just trying to take it away from me. So, yes, I got very
No one's
emotional.
trying to take anything away from you.
You're an idiot.
Your positivity. No one. You beat the shit out of your girlfriend. It made you more famous.
Yep.
You're a good singer. They're going to always ask about you beating the shit out of your broad. You don't want to get asked about that? Then don't punch her in the face, despite the fact she probably did deserve it.
She does have a punchable face.
Fuck!
He'll be asked that 5 years from now,
Yeah,
no
he
matter
should
what
be.
he's doing.
Yes.
You dope. You punched her in the face. What an
Dumb Ines asked
he's-
us Sex for Sam questions.
Of
Okay?
course.
Jesus.
He's so not
Ines.
likable.
Diddy
Not
had a good
likable.
one. Here's a good one by Diddy.
Yeah.
About to have dinner with the kids. God is great.
Oh,
really?
yeah?
Why don't you say Allahu Akbar? Fucking cares.
God is
Sure, there's some people in Japan that don't feel that way.
Exactly. God's great because why? You can have dinner with your kids?
Yeah.
right. People that can't have dinner around the world, they're diddy.
I take care of my kids.
I got blown. God is great. That'd be a fucking better tweet. Just had my ass eaten for the first time. Christ rules.
Why don't you tweet that later, please? It'll make all of us giggle because we'll know where it came from.
Massage therapist jerked me off and got 2 knuckles deep.
Jesus.
Praise Buddha.
Yes, I got very emotional, and I apologize for acting like that. And I want to tell Team Breezy as well, if you love me, if you love, the whole movement we're doing, all the music that I'm putting out, please know that everybody is beautiful. You're beautiful. Robin Roberts, do not send any threats, any things, because I've been hearing stuff
after this turkey chili.
We don't need that. We, as a movement, move as positive people. We love everybody.
Really?
Us as a generation of kids and adults, we need to take a stand and be more positive and kind of focus on the real issues in life and the real
belting your
positive
girlfriend
side of things. So,
Right, so that's where we at. So right now it's all about the album and we're moving forward.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna pass on getting my positivity from Chris Brown. Anyone else with me?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pass on that one. I'll find somebody else to get positivity.
I can understand if something happened where he was accused of doing something, he absolutely didn't do it, and was exonerated, and people keep harping on it.
Sure.
I can see him going, look, stop talking about this shit. But he did belt his chick in the face, and that's something now he has to live with. He can't brush it off as positivity. What's he talking positivity when he belts someone? Shut up. You're not positive. You're a violent man. You have an anger fucking problem. Listen to me yelling about someone's anger problem.
Exactly. And he tried to...
I'm yelling.
You have a gun.
And
I don't know. I'm always yelling.
And he has people around him that changed his image. He's got blonde hair now. I think he got a bunch of tattoos. I'm not positive about that one. And now it's like, look, go out there and say, we have this positivity movement happening.
Shut up.
Shut up is right. Just own up to the fact you're fucking punched in the face.
Yeah. So, I belted the girl. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Speaking of positivity.
You got one? Who's this from?
Our next guest.
Nick DiPaolo. Yeah, let's get him in here.
Oh, my God, yes.
And Sam back.
Positivity.
Sam back, because our old friend is talking about us.
Yeah, Scorch.
Scorch, PFG TV.
PFG TV. And from what I hear, Scorch might not be so happy with us.
Have you watched any PFG TV lately?
I can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. Where's Sam, man? Because he brought this audio to our attention. He has plans for a certain New York radio duo. I believe that's us because we beat him up pretty good.
You know what the best thing about PFG TV is? He's doing this show, and he's just doing a bad impression of other talk shows like Letterman. And
he thinks he's the next Letterman.
Well, that's just it. But it's a bad impression. He doesn't know how to just bring a whole new concept or just bring yourself to a show and do it.
Right.
So he's trying to do this Carson thing or Letterman or Conan, and it's just awful.
We should save this because I don't know where Sam is, and Nick Nick's not going to care about this.
Nick,
you have anything?
I love your fucking tweets, Nick. By the way, I fucking love them.
I'm dropping a few. I didn't.
Not a lot, which is good. You're not a fucking crazy tweeter or something. But when you do, it's fucking right to the point.
I got in a fight with my wife one night, and I went downstairs. I couldn't sleep, and then I just started putting some shit out there, and all of a sudden the thing went wild. My web guy goes, "What did you put up there last night?"
Some tweet
I get out the
bombs.
next one. I actually took a few of them down.
Oh yeah, but you gotta go. Oh shit,
maybe that was too much.
Yeah. There's a new app that actually Andy Levy turned me on to.
What is it?
It's called Last Night Never Happened.
Ooh.
It's a new app, and here's what it does. You have your Facebook, your Twitter, there's a couple of other things, and you turn this on, then you hit continue, right? And then you put in your information, and if you wake up and realize, oh my God, I was fucking drunk and I tweeted a bunch of shit and I put up pictures and everything, it'll tell you everything. You set a certain time, and it'll tell you everything you posted on Facebook and Twitter and shit from the time you put in until now. Mm-hmm. And it'll show you exactly what it was, and you hit one button, and it deletes every fucking thing.
Yeah, but I thought when you put something out there, it was out there forever.
Well, it usually is. If someone retweets it, it'll be... And what that's like, with us, we have a lot of people following. Jimmy just smashed Sam's crackers. which is
It makes me
ironic.
laugh every time. Oh, it was chili you eat. I came in, I
Yeah.
thought it was like B.O.
Yeah, I know, right?
Coleman smells like a fucking immigrant worker.
It really does.
That's from the eggs we had earlier.
No, it's a
Yeah.
Coleman, which smells just like body odor.
You got
Notice
anything
that?
on? You got anything on Chris Brown there?
Yeah, I think he's a fine gentleman and a great musician. I don't know why you guys are beating up on him.
I know.
What's the matter with him? He's a positive role model for all the kids out there.
A lot of positivity.
What a fucking but I hear Robin Roberts. Is there anything more politically correct than morning television? These dumb liberal cunts that just she goes, but we'd still have him back. This is after the last incident.
Yeah,
so
yes.
what are you going to do not to get invited back to your show? What, have conservative views, you dumb lesbian?
Exactly. You can
Fucking
just
he, she, one-titted.
Holy Toledo! Oh, wow.
What did I say?
You can take us down
Take
with
that
it.
one back. I thought this was serious radio. What's it turn into?
Whatever it
I
is.
don't-
Gay radio?
Well, I don't know, Nick.
Yeah, well, occasionally.
Yeah, well,
Jimmy.
down the hall.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
in,
right?
In the bathroom.
Like I was saying, she's a role model, and he's a role model. And
We don't know what we can get away with these days.
She,
is that right?
It's like, the fucked up thing is,
I don't want to work here.
yeah, right. Well,
Thought I was
join the,
going
join
to
the club.
audition for an opening over here.
Join the club. It's he obviously has a violence problem. He belts his fucking chick, and then he goes into the dressing room and rips that apart, and they'll have him back.
That's what she got.
Yeah, well, like what the fuck?
How many chances? Why?
I think if regular, like, let's say Mel Gibson went on there and went into the dressing room.
Thank you.
And they were asking him about all kinds of shit about the controversy that he's been in. And he went in the dressing room and ripped the fucking thing apart. They would be, oh, we will never have him back. And he
Crazy
should never...
right-wing anti-Semite.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but
Here's
if
the
you're a
problem.
black guy, they go like, well, it's expected.
Mel,
We should just go-
Mel's sin was using the language he used. It wasn't what he did. It's never what you do. You can beat your girlfriend up. You can fucking strike, do what you want physically.
Depends
but
where you are
it's-
on the food chain in show business.
But
too.
if you say the wrong stuff and it's caught,
well, you know what
that's
you're talking about.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
When Charlie Sheen went there, I went, oh. but wait a minute now. Is he getting another?
I think he's getting another
Is
shot
he?
at it.
Well, then that just blows that theory
I
out of the
think
water.
he's getting another
'Cause
shot.
he went right
because-
into the Old Testament.
but it was through a text. It was through,
Into the Old Testament.
he really did.
Holy shit.
He did.
Yeah.
And you don't do that.
And you rarely resurface from
But
that.
it was a text that could be that he said he didn't send. There's plausible deniability. There's a little
But
bit.
didn't he say it verbally? No.
No. He was just calling him the guy by his Hebrew name.
Yeah.
But I thought he dropped one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, maybe
dropped
if he did, I didn't know it.
No, you might be right.
What a K.
It was a reading
One
from
of
the Holy
K
Book
words.
according to Zucker.
Holy shit.
I saw you on Hannity the other night.
Yeah. Good old Hannity with that.
But you're really.
I was-
Anthony's right there. He's Claire. You're destroying somebody next to you. I was laughing
I
my
was
balls
trying
off.
that liberal bitch next to me. She
Who
wouldn't
was it?
shut up.
Sarah Palin.
Shit. Yeah, she just kept yapping and yapping.
I forget who it was. Kurt? No,
Yeah,
it wasn't Kirsten.
no, I'm trying to remember who the fuck that was. I know what's her name, Jedediah. She was on the far
Yeah.
side.
You ripped
And
it
the
to
middle
shreds,
was.
though.
Yeah, she
You're
just.
always
It's like
good on
it's
there.
like just stop with fucking Obama and no matter what he does, it's good and right, and he's made the perfect decisions. Shut up.
It really is embarrassing, isn't it?
The guy is a weakling as far as an American president
He's a
goes.
bookworm.
He's like Carter was. Carter decimated the power of this country, and it took Ronald fucking Reagan
To bring it back?
To bring it back. We were actually willing back then to go, I think we're going to go and vote for Reagan. If you remember, a vote for Reagan was a vote for war. Like it was Armageddon. It was going to be a nuclear war if Reagan got
The
elected.
bombing starts in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, yes. What?
How do you not love a guy who says that?
Oh,
right
during
in
the
the height of the
sound
Cold War.
check 1, 2. The bombing the Soviet Union's been outlawed. The bombing starts in 10 minutes. And then meanwhile, the Soviets are like, what did he just fucking say? Their fingers are on the button. And
Where did he say that? And what was it?
Right at the height of the Cold War.
yeah, it was before a speech or a press conference, and
Yeah.
he was testing the mic
The
out.
mic was.
Check, and instead of check 1, 2, he called a fucking atomic missile strike on the
was just
Soviet
kidding, or-
Union.
Yeah, he was just busting
Yeah,
balls.
little joke.
It was the funniest thing. Because
Little
I was
joke.
just a comic guy. I just started Stitches
Yeah.
in Boston. And Barry Crimmon's a hardcore liberal and a funny guy. But he ran, he went on about that.
Yeah.
He's a fucking warmongering cocksucker.
It took that, though, to bring the United States back to a position of power in the world because it was a joke. Now it's becoming a joke again. We're not, and I've said this many times. I don't mean America should be the world police and go everywhere and fucking clean up everyone's goddamn mess.
I agree, but you gotta.
When our interests are concerned, I love when people go, it's about oil or it's about this. It's about our interests. We run on fucking oil. We shouldn't fight for it sometimes.
That's how the world works.
Yes, sorry.
Every country acts on their own interests.
The second the Sudan has something we need, maybe we'll help those poor fellas out. But
they
for
do.
Right now,
how else do we make clit hats?
The largest exporter of fucking involuntarily removed clitorises.
Do you need a vagina that a branch has been shoved into? We have a box of those we could send you. How about some hacked off arms?
But war for oil, yeah, sorry. We need it, so we have to keep some type of relationships with some of these countries. We got to fight some. We got to do that. But he is such a weak president that he's not willing to make any kind of stand, even an unpopular one with his own constituency and things. He doesn't know what to do.
He's in. It was a
you said it right, bookworm. You're right.
He's a bookworm. He's a constitutional law professor.
Right.
And He's never had to meet a payroll. He's never,
nope.
And it was all said by the right during the campaigns, and it was all
no
true.
Surprises.
And he's totally out of his league. It's fucking embarrassing.
He wasn't a governor. He was only a senator
for 144 days.
Yeah.
One of you guys might have pointed out that and I've repeated it. He never had somebody's life in his hands, but governors at least have.
That's right.
That.
Yeah.
That's right.
He never had that. He never ran the police force. He never was
that.
He never had to do any of that. And his domestic policy stinks on ice. And he's got no foreign policy
he's got
whatsoever.
No foreign policy.
He's got none. The first thing he did was hop on Air Force One on the apology tour, where he just, I said he should have just painted "I'm sorry" on the bottom of Air Force One and low fly over the Middle East.
Yeah, but he'd be too fast to read it.
Oh, I know. Put some of the flaps down and go slow.
When he first got elected, I go, he has no foreign policy experience. I think he played Risk in high school twice. That was the extent of his fucking...
And then they go with, launching the cruise missiles, and it seemed to come out of nowhere. Like, Bush was criticized so much about what he did in Iraq and Afghanistan. But when you look at the time that went by between the first inkling that we wanted to go in somewhere and the time the first bomb started falling... Everyone was consulted. People had time to bitch and moan and yell and agree and disagree. This was like, we don't even know who these fucking rebels are, but let's bomb the shit out of Gaddafi with a few $1 million worth of cruise missiles and not know an exit strategy, an end game, nothing.
It was a classic case, looking back on it, that election between him and McCain. It's a classic case of affirmative action. You had a white guy who was overqualified for a job. A black guy was under, but let's give the black guy a shot.
Give him the shot.
It's a classic case.
It's a vote for change. It was a vote for change, and that change, by the way, is sending our military to a Middle East nation to remove a tyrannical leader to help the people maybe form a democracy. There's some change we can believe in, Obama.
The Republicans fucked up, though, by getting set up. They overestimated Hillary's. They wanted to get a woman because they thought that would counterbalance, that was a bad blunder by them. Getting Palin is what cost him the election. I think McCain would have won if he had somebody else, maybe Mitt Romney or somebody else.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that.
And by the way, when people go, no matter what Obama does, it's going to be wrong with you. Like if he did go to war, didn't go to war. I'm not even saying that. Fuck him doing what he's doing. It's the fact that he doesn't know how to do any of this stuff. He's not a leader. He's not a world leader. He's looking to fucking off the troops and go, yeah, we'll stick around and stuff, but we want maybe the French should be in charge of this.
We're hiding behind the French
British.
skirt.
The French?
Sarkozy's got more balls than our president.
Yeah. When did you ever think you'd see that?
I guess they're in it for oil. That's the theory on the France. But who isn't? So what?
They fucking shoved their planes over Libya so fast. It's like the second it was like, I think we ought to have a no-fly. They go fucking French jets.
Gaddafi looks like Jeff Ross in some pictures. You know? when Jeff Ross is hungover.
A little bloated.
Doesn't he? He's a little tired and bloated.
That's nice.
People love me.
Oh, that's good.
Some pictures he looks all right, but some he looks...
that would be great. Someone at a podium just looking at him. And Gaddafi?
That
does look like
Should have saved that one for a roast that I won't be invited to ever.
They do roast still? I've heard of that.
Oh, shit.
Tell me about it.
Can you tell me what this is? That's why I haven't talked in 5 minutes.
It's a tampon string with your
That's
chili.
actually a scrotum. You're holding a scrotum.
We all got chili, nice, delicious turkey chili, and mine came with what looks like dental floss.
That's what is it? Looks like a turkey yo-yo.
I'm glad you got the one with the shit in it.
What is it?
I'm glad yours had the fucking scrotum.
Piece of meat.
No, I think it's
it looks
it's
like
on a pepper. It's part of the thing from a pepper.
No, it's dental floss.
It's protein. Could be a rat's head. Don't.
Yeah, enjoy it.
So you
Is it dental floss?
What do you think?
It looks like the skin from the pepper.
Like that perfectly? For the people
Peel
that
it
don't
off.
know, what?
Like peel it off. Is it attached to anything? Or does it just come right out? Uh-oh.
That's dental floss in my chili.
That shit's going in the garbage.
See?
No, it's not dental.
What do you think it is?
Piece
does
of
look
string.
like dental floss.
Probably a piece of string that was tying the meat up, whatever the meat is.
Oh, whatever that meat is.
Raccoon leg.
I ate the whole thing. Jesus, I scraped the bottom. My spoon actually went.
Chili.
You don't give a
Lovely.
shit, right?
Chili.
I try not to eat much of it, Nick, but you know how once in a while.
What's wrong with
The boys
chili
are getting
now?
turkey chili.
What's wrong with chili?
I'm trying to lose weight.
Wow, that is Jeff Ross, by the way, Nick DiPaolo.
What did I tell you? How's
Good
that for
call.
a call?
Wow.
That's a good call right there. That deserves a plug. Governors, Levittown, Long Island, March 25th and 26th.
Oh.
This weekend.
And then next week, Uncle Vinny's on Staten Island.
Nice.
But then the Playboy Club in Vegas
Yeah,
on
look at
April
you.
what, 7 through 9?
Yes.
Wait, you're at Governor's this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to stop down. That's
ahead.
like my neck of the woods.
It's very close.
That's my neck of the woods.
Who are you working with?
Joe List, I got a kid that opens for me. It'll be good.
I need more ice, Kenny.
Joe List. What does he put his name on?
Oh, Jesus.
Worked with his brother shit last week. Hello. That's my new hook. Remember the guy that used to go hamburger? Do you remember the black comic?
No.
Hamburger.
Yeah, after every joke he go hamburger.
Really? Oh, now we got to find that one. Do you know his name?
Holy shit.
I don't know, he went by hamburger.
Hamburger, I guess his name.
I think I know his
I used to see
nickname.
him on the Evening at the Apollo.
Hamburger.
I don't remember
No.
that. Shit.
That's an awful hook.
Hamburger.
Oh,
I don't know.
older black guy.
Older black guy.
Yeah, you found a like white Jewish guy. Oh, my God.
Oh, well,
That's great.
hold on. Someone's very tired of something you say, Jim.
All
Let's
right.
go to Rich in Florida. Rich.
Hey guys, Jim, it's I just want to let you know it didn't matter. Sarah Palin didn't cause McCain to lose. McCain lost because he didn't have conservative Republican support. Give you an example in Georgia where I live. We had to have a runoff during the election with a senator, the Republican senator. He didn't get enough votes against a Democratic candidate in Georgia that won 60% of that McCain won 60% of the vote of. However, during the runoff election, Sarah Palin came down and campaigned for him, and he won 80% of the vote.
Maybe that's true, but the bottom line is this, and it's not even a knock on Palin. She was abysmal in interviews, and again, I know a lot of it was the media painting her a certain way, but she came off looking like a dope, and she came off looking like, because of his age, God forbid, we were looking at the VP on that one a lot more than you looked at Biden on Obama because he's younger.
Right.
And if he fucking
The
died,
cancer spots on his forehead.
yeah, you wanted to know who was in
Foreshadowing
charge.
what's going on.
She cost him the election. The perception was that she was terrible and that she was not qualified.
But Jimmy, you know what? He was losing, and he was actually, his numbers went up as soon as he appointed her.
Maybe among certain
on the ticket,
Republicans,
yeah.
but that's like saying the conservatives would have voted for Obama before they voted. Who's not just, he's a liberal Democrat. They would not have voted for him before they voted for McCain. I firmly believe she cost him the election.
I was just going to say, Jim, I don't think it mattered who he got. If he would have got Jesus as his running mate, you'd pretty much they would.
A Jewish fella? No way, not in Florida.
Spanish.
They would have said
Spanish. That's right.
the Jews made it. Maybe the Jews had it right. I mean, there's just one of them things. I don't think he could.
Hearing that accent and him saying the Jews, it's just like, doesn't it just, isn't there an uncomfortable thing going on right there? You know, the
Depends on your political views.
Yeah. Do you think it was because that people were so
is
sick
kinda
of Bush after 8 years that they were just going to get a Democrat in there?
It was Bush remorse. I mean,
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Yeah, thanks to the complicit left-wing media.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see him fucking doing anything now, really. I don't see him fight. It's amazing what Obama can get away with. It's just amazing what he can get away with in the media.
Well, they have no scruples on the left. They have no anchor to their views.
No.
They're really, seriously, they're fucking baseless.
Where's the anti-war protests? Where's the get our men out of Libya protests? I don't think you're going to be seeing that. Where's the Obama with the Hitler mustache and fucking a little Nazi hat and swastikas, and you're never going to see that.
I thought I saw one at the Tea Party rally. Out of 70 million people,
God,
I saw
those
one.
Racists.
Isn't that hilarious?
Those racists. Thank you, Kenny. You heard me.
Yeah.
Some ice.
That's right. Get me some Melba toast and a hat.
And a hat.
More importantly,
What's the hat with
more
you?
importantly, we got the name of that comic. Alonzo Hamburger Jones.
There you go.
Alonzo.
I got to hear Alonzo
Hamburger Jones.
Hamburger Jones.
And he's got a brother who does a hamburger helper. When this guy steps, like Gallagher too. This guy steps in the breach.
I love this hill.
You hear Gallagher's got to sell his fucking house?
Because of his medical bills?
All those years doing comedy, and he can't even keep his house.
Why is that?
And Bill Burr's blaming the banks.
Because he spent half his money on
fucking
fruit.
banks.
If he wouldn't smash the shit
Dude,
every time.
he plays the stock market big time, and he's good at it. So maybe he lost money doing that.
Maybe he's not
maybe
that
during
good at
that
it.
stock market thing.
Yeah,
he got killed.
Dude, Bill's. I don't. Maybe Bill's right, but I mean, he should know. Gallagher should know better. I sat and watched him for an hour. He was a genius with day trading and stuff.
Really?
Maybe he just fucked up.
You watched him where? At like Charles Schwab?
No, we interviewed him, and then after that, he was
he went
there.
to a computer
He's
and
a
just
weirdo.
like logged on.
No. He sat in the hall on a laptop.
Yeah.
For hours, Nick, because he didn't want to go back to a shitty hotel because he doesn't get good hotels when he's on the road. So he hangs out at the radio station with a laptop and day trades on the floor. He's a strange guy. Love him.
I guess he might have taken a hit, huh?
That's kind
Maybe.
of ironic because he's like a hippie type 60s
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
You know
And
what I
then
mean?
he's
All of a sudden capitalism's good
Yeah,
now.
the establishment kind of working.
Now that
and
you're
then,
selling out. Yeah.
Here we go,
Yeah.
guys. We got Alonzo Hamburger Jones.
Hands together for Alonzo Hamburger Jones. Hamburger.
I remember seeing him years ago. This almost looks cone.
Oh, shit.
I like him already. Look how he's dressed.
They're yelling hamburger. It's the typical catchphrase comic. They're yelling hamburger.
Oh, shit. Think he gets a big applause the first time he says it?
Yeah.
Think they lose their
You
shit?
watch.
Look at him, just waiting for him.
He's just
He's wearing a
standing there.
cowboy hat.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Hamburger.
Oh, my
Joker, what in the world you dressed up for Halloween?
He
Like
made
a
$1 million
hamburger on
doing
to deliver mail or something. What's up with you? You're overweight. That's your problem. Can't take a joke? I know you take an order of fries right by now, couldn't you? Hamburger. Look at his feet. Feet so big, it's like you spelled Nickelodeon. Look at that.
Come on, this is like a bit.
Hamburger. You give me a bad name. Take that hat off.
This is an SNL bit, isn't
Are
it?
you hungry?
Yeah. It has to be.
They did it last
Let me make
week.
your big behind feel at home. Hey, hey, hey. Hamburger. Look, who you ladies supposed to be involved?
Fuck is this?
I got news for you.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
Say it.
Say it. Say it.
Hamburger. Who you supposed to be? A Jamaican parking attendant? Move your car. Move your car. Move your car.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it loud.
Come on, say it.
Say it. Say it.
Hamburger ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, I always wanted to be a radio
I
disc
don't get
jockey.
this.
You know, one of them smooth talking guys you hear like 7 o'clock in the morning on the radio? Good morning, welcome to station WAKJ. 1684 on your AM dial, the great songs are played day in and day out. I'm Mr. Jones rocking you from 7 to 10 each and every morning. Now for the weather report. Partly cloudy skies, high today about 58 and tonight's low about 46. And for tomorrow, we'll just have to wait and see.
Hamburger.
Hey, let me give you the top pick hits for this week. Coming number 3 is that smash hit, I Don't Want to See You Anymore, by Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder.
I see that blind, Jimmy. You get that? Did you get it?
No, I didn't.
Once you got it.
Say it. Say
What
it.
year is this?
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Hamburger.
Thank you.
Number 2, Go Away Little Boy, by Michael Jackson.
Oh, shit. You didn't go there.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Say it.
And holding strong at number 1 for 5 weeks straight is that smash hit, Ring My Bell, by the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Say it.
Arrested
Thank
Development. They need to be arrested. Arrest for kidnapping that old man, putting this behind the group. You can tell you don't want to be in the group. Every time you see him, he try to get his way. It's like,
Say it.
Hamburger.
Yeah, no, he'll say it for us.
MC Light, talking about you want a roughneck.
I guess not.
Give her a roughneck today. Next week, we're behind on a restraining order.
Hamburger, come on.
This is like mellow for this show.
Hamburger. Sound like rap music from the old.
I don't get why he says hamburger.
I think it's an OCD thing. It's just his timing. It's his cadence. Hey, do you have Voss on Def Jam?
Oh, no.
He's not even here.
But did you ever see that? I was at that taping.
This isn't fair.
God.
He's not even here.
Matzo ball.
Why does he say hamburger?
I don't know. That was infuriating to watch.
Hamburger.
Glad I brought it up.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yes, absolutely.
Ready for your next act? See, yeah. This brother right here has appeared on Showtime at the Apollo, and he is here tonight to make history. You'll see what I mean. Y'all show your love for
white.
Rich Voss. Come on, y'all. Rich Voss on Def Jam.
Mediocre applause. It's more than he deserves.
Boy, you're like a white guy invading this?
A lot of sisters in the house checking me out, huh?
Oh, boy.
Remember, once you go white, you go right back to black.
Hamburger.
Shit, I'm not like the brothers. I'll eat the coochie, okay?
He calls up white.
Yeah.
My sister used to go out with a black guy. I said, what's up with that? She said, once you go black, you never go back. I go, that's because our family won't let you in.
Shit. He's strutting.
Loosen up.
Hamburger.
Can't we all get along? Till I get my car and get the fuck out of here. We got the Waco over there going, oh, he's going to start shit. White people, we need to riot tonight. Me and you, baby.
Oh, my God. Jimmy's wincing.
He's wearing a Fat Farm sweatshirt.
Yeah.
He's 51.
Shit, white people don't know how to riot.
Shit.
We steal lumber.
And build teeth.
Honey, look at all this plywood I got. Where are the Spanish folks?
Where the Spanish
There you go.
folks? Why is he doing that?
You ever been over a Spanish person's house? They got more furniture than a fucking furniture store.
Furniture.
Couches all over the place.
He is killing.
Motherfuckers turn a fire escape into a balcony.
Motherfucker.
Pause that for a second.
Who's the man?
Oh.
I don't like hearing Rich talk black.
I know, Voss talking
It's hard
black.
enough to hear him trying to talk white.
How long ago is it?
2 weeks. No, that was me and Eric McMahon went to that taping.
He really is doing like a,
years ago.
yeah, let me tell you.
I'm going to guess 97.
He's aged pretty damn good.
Yeah, he really has.
Doesn't look much
Christ,
different.
that's 14 years ago?
Maybe 99. Mentally, he's gotten dumber. I wish he was. I never thought I'd say that. I wish Voss was here so I could ask him what year that was.
You're probably about right.
Probably about 98.
Yeah, he doesn't look much different. His teeth are
No, he
different.
looks good.
Oh, we're calling him?
Yeah, it's just. Oh, here's where he gets really down.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see a Spanish drive-by? Get the car closer so I can cut him.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, I don't mind that
You know, Jesus was Spanish. Jesus was Spanish, brother. I swear to God, because I read in the Bible, it said Jesus will come back like a thief in the night.
And he's doing like a...
That's all right.
Bill O'Reilly sniffing.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out. We got a celebrity in the house up there, Angela Davis. How you doing, baby? See, that's when I grew up, when there were serious militants like Stokely Carmichael, Eldridge Cleaver, Huey Newton, Bobby Seale.
Name more, stupid.
They had a great message. Get Whitey. Whitey's holding us back. Whitey's taking our jobs. I don't know who this guy Whitey is, but we got to catch him.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
I don't like it. Like, it would be great if he was just...
I love working a black audience. I'm telling you, man. White audiences are cool. You know, it's money's money. But black audiences give it up.
It's money, it's money.
But whenever I leave a black club, I go to my car, there's like 2,000 flyers on my car. Black people will promote anything. Rashim's graduating. Flyer.
He is killing them.
Yes, he is.
Get a fucking great set.
Barbecue at Gerald Kelly's. Flyer.
Gerald Kelly.
Come on, it's money.
It's money. It's money.
I just want to say, I love carrying the message. I just celebrated 10 years without a
so now
drug
you
or a
can
drink
tell
in my
how-
body. Sober by the grace of
How
God.
old is this?
Thank you.
About
10
11
years
years
clean.
ago.
It
Sober
works
by the
if you
grace
work
of
it.
God.
It works if
And
you
I don't
work.
need to get high now because I've got gambling to fall back on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Them numbers, the lotteries. Who plays the numbers here? Don't lie. There
Don't
you go.
lie. Don't lie.
Black people play the numbers the best.
The
Your brothers
best.
be sitting on the front porch at our
best.
house. One runs off, gets hit by a car. The other one's going, what was that license plate number? I'm playing it.
Yeah.
So
a handkerchief on
Kabuki
his
got
head.
shot 6 times on 4th Street at 2 o'clock. 642, wheel the motherfucker. There is nothing worse than when you go to play the numbers that have someone working a lottery machine that don't speak English.
That don't speak.
Right, I went today, I said to the guy, I said 628. He went 638. No, stupid, 628, but play 638 in case it comes out now, okay?
He's wonderful. As precious as mother. The spit in his fucking eye.
It keeps going and going and going.
He did have a good set.
He done good.
He did
Yeah.
well. How long ago? Because he said 10 years sober?
10 years now. I'm trying to think.
He's over.
I'm sober
over
24 years. He's a little longer than about 20.
Jesus.
It's at least 14 years ago.
Wow.
So,
At
yeah,
least.
97-ish.
Holy shit. Yeah, he really looks the same.
Was
man.
he living in Patterson then?
No, in Plainfield. He's from Plainfield. I don't know. He was,
But didn't he live in Patterson?
oh, maybe.
Hear what I'm saying, motherfucker? I'm Rich Voss, bitch.
Yeah, it's money. It's money.
Motherfucker, it's money. It's money. Yeah. It's money, yo.
What does that mean, Rich?
No.
What's money, yo?
Well, to him, it means something different.
And Dave's saying hamburger instead of cursing. That's why he does that.
Hamburger.
Instead of going, shit.
Motherfucker.
I think I'd rather have him say twice.
Yeah, that hamburger was
How do you know that,
infuriating.
though, Nick?
Yeah, where'd you
Because I
see
used
him?
to watch. That was like a
That was your thing, huh?
Evening of the Apollo. What was it
That
called?
was Def Jam.
Oh, Def Jam.
And then the
I mean,
Apollo
I saw
was Evening
him.
of the Apollo.
And me and my buddy down in Florida used to crack up at these guys that have the,
The catchphrase.
catchphrases.
The catchphrase.
Those fuckers making a lot of money, though.
Hamburger.
Is there any other catchphrase guys out there?
Pocket lint is a big one.
Pocket lint.
Pocket lint.
I used to go nut sweat. Yeah. They did an SNL sketch like last weekend. It was really funny.
That was
the
the one that,
catchphrase.
yeah, the catchphrase.
I got a taste of that
pretty
if
funny.
you want. More from the
Pocket lint.
I think
That's a good one.
Pocket lint.
is what
Yeah.
Nick is referring
Ass
to.
cheese.
We just happen to have it in front of us today.
The Kings are back, and they're dusting off all your old favorite bits, like eating dookie.
You ever come home and catch your wife eating dookie? Talking about, who put this dookie in my hand? You did, you nasty ass bitch. Beef jelly.
Kicked in the Johnson.
I tell you, I'm no luck with American women. I offer them a Grischetti. They kick me straight in my Johnson. Ooh, funky boy.
McDonald's breakfast.
I can't get an eggy McMuffin because it's 10:35.
Flappy, flappy, wait, wait.
And New York versus L.A.
Yeah.
I kind of want to have one of those now.
We got to break into the bit because Rich Voss is on the phone. Rich.
What?
Hi, Rich.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah, yo, Rich, what's up, money?
Yo, what's up?
What's up, money?
You know what black comic really had it tough was Earthquake after Haiti. He couldn't work anywhere.
He couldn't work anywhere.
He put his name on the marquee, and people just like, oh, really?
He's touring in Japan right now.
It was horrible. Okay, let's start this fucking abuse.
No, hold on. No, it's said about our show. He already knows.
Yeah, but
he can't be. We can't be calling him for something good.
But we were listening to your Def Jam set.
Okay, wait. First of all.
No, you
It's a good
killed.
set, Rich.
You killed.
You had a good set.
You were
You had a
fucking
good set.
killing.
Okay.
You found your people.
You killed that motherfucker.
Let me just tell you the pressure first, and then we'll go into the fucking smashing.
All right, then.
First of all, the show was on for 5 years, and it was HBO's #1 show at the time. They never used a white comic, so
You're a pioneer.
No, hold on.
I hear what you're spraying.
Wait, no, hold on. Oh, look at that.
You're like Daniel Boone.
Okay, play on words. Anyhow, listen. So,
yeah, that's called a joke.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can tell if that was Nick or Anthony.
Same thing. Same person.
Same person.
I'm
It really is the same person. You're right on that front.
Go ahead now.
No, hold on.
Separated at birth, these two.
Only one successful.
Yeah, they're like two peas outside of a pod or something.
Oh, Chip.
Hamburger.
Pocket Anyhow, so many black comics were pissed that I was doing the show, and then white comics were going, "Oh, you got to do great. You're the first white." It was a lot of pressure, and they taped all week. I was on the last show, second to last, going on. All the people that were taping all week were there. It was just the most nerve-wracking. It's like doing your fucking dumb show.
I was with you. Where did you tape that, Rich?
Huh?
Where was it? It was Harlem, right?
No, God, what a ring! Oh yeah, of course, it was in Harlem. No, it was in Watts. It was like some theater in New York. I don't fucking know.
I don't remember.
Did you buy the Fat Farm sweatshirt just for the gig?
No, they made me wear that because I went there with I had like Fila. I had feelers. I mean, I was dressed black. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
wearing FUBU.
Fucking Russell Simmons. You know, they go, you got to wear this. You know, to advertise his stupid fucking.
Why did you just wear something like a regular shirt?
Isn't that funny? We do TV where they make us put a tape over the logo and hide shit.
Yeah.
We'll do more different rules, huh?
Yeah.
So they made me wear that, and you know, well, okay, so let's go.
It's money. It's money.
Well, yo. You know, you was doing good. You did good. You did good.
You were the best.
Did they force you to get your hair cut like that?
Yeah.
No, that's not my hair. And they took out like I had like some good bits like on Angela Davis and like I mean real good bits, but they took those out. You know, they edited.
Maybe because it was 40 years untopical at that point.
No.
What else you talking about? Yo, man, Lincoln. How about a hand for Lincoln, motherfuckers? Yo, I took the motherfucking railroad. Y'all know which one? Right, we got it. You know, black people.
Rich, we were just curious why
Metro North.
Why did you fall into a black dialect?
You know, when you're at the casino, you start off with gambling material. You know,
but no, I don't mean the material. I mean like what you were saying. It was like, yeah, that's the best. You didn't say best. You said like the best, and that's money, and you were like, that's money, that's money.
He was going to say, when in Rome, you do as the Romans do, but he couldn't think of that, so he said exactly.
When in a casino, you play cards.
Yeah, when you're in a crackers factory, you buy saltines. What, Rich?
When in Rome, you do as the South Americans do. Isn't that where it is?
Yes, when in Rome, you keep walking aimlessly. Because it's Rome.
First of all, it was 15 fucking years ago, and when I do look back on it, I really, really, truly wish I didn't fucking cater to that. Okay?
Yeah.
But you know, you make fucking mistakes in this business. I guess you guys all look at each other and go, "Hey, we make a mistake every fucking day." But I made a mistake 15
every day. You're in.
Oh, come on!
I'm teasing. I love the Richard Voss.
That's true.
He's very good, and you did. You killed.
You did great.
Yeah,
Your
man.
white guy. You had to win them over too, because when you came out, they were like, "Oh shit, what is this?"
Yeah, what is this? Whatever.
Yo, you blew it up.
Hamburger.
Leave Libby out of it.
All right, we got anything else for Rich?
Yeah.
No, we just wanted to touch base.
What are you doing, Rich? Where are you going to be?
You're going to hang up on me.
No, actually not.
I actually said it, and I don't. I never.
I'm in Vancouver.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I fucking I flew to Seattle, drove up here, working 3 nights, 4 nights off. I'm going down to Pebble Beach. Huh?
Pebble Beach?
That's why you really went out there.
No.
I was on the golf course.
The baby need new shoes. Hamburger.
Hamburger.
That Vancouver's a nice place, huh? Have you
Beautiful.
been, Nick?
Yes, I have.
I got blown in an alley there for my last $100 in 1990.
I did ecstasy with Doug Stanhope there.
Yeah.
Ended up going back to the hotel and fucking rubbing my own feet. It's fucking horrible.
You don't like the ecstasy?
It was Stanhope's birthday. He's on stage. He goes, "Who's got ecstasy?" Sure enough, he gets off stage. Some kid comes up like a white mohawk.
Yeah.
And he talked me for like an hour. I'm like, I don't do that shit. I don't know.
You got to stay in crowds after you do.
I had like
ecstasy.
10 Heinekens in me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And
Stanhope could probably talk you into doing
he did.
drugs.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's great.
I wish I could do
shit.
more. I can't remember if I had a girlfriend or not, so I'm trying to watch this bit.
Rub your own.
I'm trying to watch this bit.
I do remember rubbing my own feet. God, this feels amazing. Imagine if I had some tits in my hands.
Fuck. Rich. All right, Rich. Vancouver for Rich Voss.
See you, Rich.
You still on Twitter, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the matter, Rich? You sound down. This was a good
3
experience.
hours earlier.
He's in Vancouver.
Oh, that's true.
He's on high alert is what's the matter. He thinks we're going to beat him up or hang up on him at any second.
Of course, and I'm not calling you back at these prices.
Rich, what club you playing?
Laugh lines.
Yeah, they said the early bird gets the worm. You're going to get the apple bean up this early.
I couldn't sleep, and what the fuck? This is really uncomfortable, and I know you know what? Fuck it.
He can't take the pressure.
He thought we were going to trash him. We really weren't.
You guys really abuse him, huh?
Yeah, well, he does take some abuse on this show.
We were
but
just actually trying to just be nice for once.
But he deals it back.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he's
More than
ruthless
can
these
hold his
days.
own.
Like, for years, he kind of just sat there and kind of took it. Now he's vicious on it.
I would never fly. This is where I'm fucking. I would never fly to fucking Vancouver to do comedy.
That is a long-ass flight.
The fuck?
He was in Seattle, though. He's
I'll
doing
make
a
the
little
same
West trip,
money
like,
for an arena.
West Coast
I'll make
trip.
the same money fucking driving to upstate
Bananas?
New York at
Yeah.
a fucking casino. This it's not showbiz. It isn't. Comedy club isn't showbiz. That's a fucking paycheck, right, Jimmy?
It's a
Theaters,
job.
I understand. That's, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, if he was at a theater, you do that. But like,
I haven't left. I've been within a 60-mile radius of my house for the last year.
Guys,
but it's starting to pay off a little bit.
we have to do this. Q in New Orleans. Go ahead.
Q.
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey.
There's another aggravating one. He was on Def Comedy as well. His name's Shucky Ducky. And his
Shucky!
catchphrase is,
Yes!
You know Shucky
Yes!
Ducky? Is it the same thing with hamburger?
It's better than hamburger.
No.
Yes!
Fine motherfucker, Shucky Ducky, motherfucker.
That's right.
You're fine, Shucky Ducky.
Good call, man.
Didn't Chris Rock mock him?
Yeah. Hey, guys, one other thing right quick. I know this will probably aggravate Jimmy. It's all outdoors. Did you see they're making a remake of Arthur?
Yeah, we've talked about it many times on the show. It drives us nuts.
Who's in it?
It looks horrible.
Russell Brand, who's coming in to do our show.
Oh, it looks great.
And Ant's going to trash him right in front
I'm
of his
not gonna
face.
trash him.
I remember what you said
Is
yesterday.
he funny?
He's a cool guy. No, please break his balls. Break his balls.
Shucky Ducky. I fucking
Shucky Ducky.
How could I
Motherfucking
forget
Ducky.
about Shucky Ducky?
Shucky Ducky, motherfucker.
All right, we found Shucky Ducky. All right, we're going to listen to Shucky Ducky.
Shucky Ducky.
I forgot about this
How
guy.
do these people not just shoot themselves?
And we got Nikki Benz waiting in the wing.
Oh,
so
good.
we're going to take a break before we get her in. But
Where's
first,
that bit?
let's do a little Shucky Ducky first. Shucky
It's
Ducky.
actually a good show.
I'd like to introduce someone to you who's been seen on Apollo.
Yeah.
I happen to have seen him at a local nightclub.
Crank it.
Is this the only
Let's
clip
get a
we
round
have?
of applause for Shucky Ducky.
Maybe she's just talking low.
All right, let's see.
Crank it.
You see him, Danny?
All right, y'all. Shucky Ducky in the house. Quack, quack. We ready to have some fun. I know y'all. I've been out.
He got nothing for his
Oh, shit.
Fell off this stage. Shoot, kill myself.
What's he, to college
You
or
know, I got
something?
to get out of here and do something because, I got to pay child support next week.
No, we.
I ain't kidding. You better pay some child support, boy. I'm telling you. I got a friend pay so much child support he can't even get an apartment. He got to sleep on the job. Time you wake up, you punching in. Shucky ducky, quack quack. Big brothers and sisters.
No fucking
I'm
way.
Shucky Ducky.
My
I do
teeth
stand-up
itch.
comedy. I've been on Apollo.
My teeth itch.
Shucky Ducky, quack, quack.
I just want to hear Shucky Ducky quack quack now.
Too nasty.
He looks like Malcolm X.
He does.
It really does.
Ernest Thomas.
People like that.
Wow.
We like that good comedy.
Malcolm X.
He's getting feedback.
Shucky Ducky.
Going through one end.
Assalamu alaikum. Shucky Ducky.
Shucky Ducky.
Angry postal worker killed supervisor and 3 other postal workers. My cousin ran out the house. I said, where you going, man? He said, I'm going to get me an application.
Shucky Ducky. Quack, quack.
Yeah, he got folders at the post office.
Come on.
Come on, say it right now. Perfect spot.
Hey, up, kid, boy.
Shit.
And I don't worry about no bills or nothing like that. I don't worry about no bills,
Of course
man. I got a
You
bill.
let us stop.
I have a bill due since 1988. Come calling my house talking about, sir, you got a bill due since 1988. What you waiting on? I said, 7 years. After 7 years, they ain't got to pay nothing. Talking about, well, sir, that's being irresponsible. I said, no, that's being patient. That's what that's being.
That's another word I got for it. Come on, Shucky Ducky.
That's another word I
Shucky ducky quack quack. In the house.
In the house.
I forgot about the quack
I
quack.
used to drive the bus right here.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
In the house.
In the house.
In the house. I kept on passing up people on the bus stop.
Come on, give me one more.
I know. I
The
got
supervisor pulled me to the side, talking about, why you keep on passing up people? I said, shoot, you said stay on time. Shoot, well, I started to pick up people. I'm going to be late. Thank God I'm kidding, boy. I scared the mess out of my passenger. They get on my bus, their hair can look like Wilma Flintstone. When they get off, their hair look like Don King, straight up in the air.
Yeah, we know.
One guy stopped and asked me, say, hey, man, why you have all those Garfield dolls in your window? I said, those not dolls. Them passengers.
Them passenger.
Hey,
Plural.
Kid, boy, that was a
Concept of pluralization.
One time, you better know what kind of money.
He
you
needs
got.
more
You know
Shucky
what-
Duckies
hey,
in
you
his
better know
act,
what it
doesn't
is
he?
when I was driving the bus.
He really
If you got
does.
Shucky Ducky in your act,
You got to use it more.
gotta use it more.
How much is fair?
Well, if he was killing, he would, you know.
Yeah.
Waiting for the kill.
Yeah.
He pulled out all his money.
Shucky Ducky.
Hack,
It's a tough gig.
You pick
Yeah.
out for me.
It's a tough gig for Shucky Ducky.
Come on.
Come on.
I picked out a 20, a 5, and 3/4,
Come on.
and gave the man a transfer.
Yeah, come on.
He said, "Will this get me downtown?" I said, "Man, this will get you to Tokyo."
Come on.
Oh, Shucky Ducky quack quack. And let me tell y'all what Shucky Ducky is. See, Shucky Ducky is this phrase that I created that means disappointment or excitement. For example, instead of cursing when you stomp your toe, you say Shucky Ducky. Now, if you see a fine girl or a guy you like, you say, "Oh, Shucky Ducky."
Yeah, that'll get you.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you get the girl
explaining
pregnant, you
it.
say, "Damn," because you done shuck your ducky too long.
Oh.
Quack quack in the house. Shucky Ducky.
He mixed it up.
I
Shucky
tried to
Ducky.
get me a date
Shucky
man
Ducky.
around here in Dallas, boy. I can't hardly get a date because I drive the
How
wrong
uncomfortable
car.
is this?
See, I drive a BMI.
Jimmy hasn't said a word.
That stands for barely
You're in
me.
shock, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
That's what,
Also raggedy
I think it's what
Jackson don't want
Shucky has to do when there's a shootout in the hood.
I said, "Hey man, you want to ride?" He said, "No, that's
Shucky Ducky.
not." He said, "I'll wait for the garbage truck coming down the street."
That's not a
Then
chip.
I picked up a date in my BMI.
This guy stole this
I
from
go
me.
to the passenger
Oh, he
side
did?
door.
I'm Chipper
She said,
Dipper,
"Your car
oink
might be
oink.
raggedy." I said, "Yeah, but I need to get in on this side."
That's too
so the
funny.
driver's
for Jeff.
side went
I'm
over.
sorry. That's too funny.
Janine is calling today Audio Clip Punishment Day.
Why, man? This is
Shucky
funny.
Ducky
My
quack
bad
quack.
shape, boy, every time
Nick
I
brought
park
this
it
to the
somewhere.
show. I like
I love
How did I
Shucky Ducky.
forget Shucky Ducky?
Shucky
Over
Ducky.
hamburger.
in your house.
Say,
This
get you
guy's
some
got a
business.
quack quack in his shit.
When I saw
Shucky
your car, I
Ducky.
thought I had
Quack
some
quack.
All right, give him
Come
one
on,
more.
one more. Here it
One more.
Oh,
and then
Shucky Ducky, quack quack. I just want
Ah,
to.
there he is.
I gotta piss.
Oh, Shucky
we'll- Oh,
Ducky.
Shucky Ducky. Quack, quack.
Oh, Shucky Ducky.
Listen, we got Nikki Benz up next. We got
Oh,
Nick Capallo, of course,
Shucky
staying.
Ducky.
Nick's going to be at Governor's on Long Island. Governor's great comedy club.
Yes,
Nick will
I
be there
love
this
going
weekend.
there. I'm gonna
Shucky
check
Ducky,
that out.
quack, quack.
Shucky Ducky, I'm going down there. Quack quack.
Quack, quack. Uncle Vinny, Staten Island, April 1st and 2nd. And then the Playboy Club in Vegas, April 7th through the 9th. So more with Nick DiPaolo. And, of course, we add Nikki Benz to the mix next. Stay there.
The Virus, Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony.
Nice. Little rush. Is this for Rich Voss, who is in Canada? That's it. Is that what you did? Oh, because it's
Can we bring the
it's
girl in?
Travis is very yes.
Where's
Bring
Nikki
in
Benz?
Bring in the girl.
No
Get
one
Nikki
bringing her in.
Benz down here. Get Nikki Benz.
Come on, Roland.
She's what was she actually in?
I think Penthouse.
She was in Penthouse, right?
Yeah.
Penthouse.
She's the reigning Penthouse Pet of the Year.
Reigning Penthouse Pet of the Year. She was supposed to do a pole dance for us, but and not like a Polish dance. That would be boring.
Can you let her sit here and you sit there? Thanks.
You motherfucker.
No, she's in between us.
Nice, Jimmy. Nice.
Jimmy.
No,
Nick understands.
You've known Nick a lot longer than Nikki Benz.
Exactly. I've already fucked Nick.
And we knew we wouldn't be able to get the fucking stripper pole in here.
Wow.
Yeah, she spanked Roland last time she was in here, right?
Yeah, she certainly did.
Holy shit, look what she's
Jesus
wearing today.
Christ, she's wearing some skin-tight fucking number.
Nikki Benz back on the
Skin-tight
show. I'm the only one clapping.
I remember. Hello, madam.
Shucky Ducky quack quack.
Shucky Ducky quack quack hamburger.
Yeah.
How you doing, Nikki?
I'm doing really good.
How you
How you
been?
doing?
Good. We're a little disappointed.
I know, I heard.
We wanted to see you on that pole.
Right.
You know how it is.
Well, I have an idea.
You do?
I was
You
going
don't.
to use Roland as a human pole.
A human pole? How about a human barrel, maybe? But we'll see, because he's rotund. He's a little rotund. Wow, you smell good.
I sure do.
That's Norton.
Is that his he's farting fucking
Yes.
perfume now?
I dropped one before.
Chanel number 5 and shit. Come by.
That's great. I've come home smelling like that from the strip club a few times and had to explain it. That's really good. No, I was in Yankee Candle.
Exactly.
Couldn't find anything I wanted.
Yes.
What else are you going to say?
That's pretty fucking funny.
You don't rub candles on your face.
I know, right? My dick smells like Yankee Candle.
Yeah. Yes. I was in Yankee Candle and I ate sushi.
Fuck, man.
Yankee chowder.
So, how you been? Good?
I've been really good.
Yeah?
Just doing my thing with Penthouse.
Yeah.
Can I ask
That's
you something? And
she's
don't worry,
hot.
it's nothing bad.
Hi.
I got to get to the bottom of something that has been bothering me for a really long time. Now, you did Howard's show recently, which is fine.
Yeah.
No problem with that. Was there any insertion that went on his show?
No.
Are you just saying that?
No, there was no insertion.
No, we heard fingers went up
Oh, God,
we
no.
some
heard
girl's
fingers.
vagina.
Not mine.
And the only reason
All right.
we're jealous because we want to be doing the fingers.
Yeah. We would
There was-
love to do that.
There was no insertion. I mean, no.
Okay, because we thought there was a double standard going on. Because we used to do insertion.
Nah,
things.
she put her fingers up my ass.
I would like that.
And now I'm putting my fingers up the company's ass.
Actually, my entire foot, Robin.
Yeah, if you guys want insertion, I have no problem with it.
Would you do that? You put your finger in a guy's
I
hiney?
knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, you're
Fine.
right.
We finally got to the bottom of that, I guess. We didn't believe
Literally.
anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys hear that? Who said
I don't know.
that?
You
It's
know,
all over the
Who's
place.
I
ass
like
do
to
I need to
chit chat.
kick?
You
I
know,
heard it on CNN
when these little
headlines.
scams get together. Headline news.
Access Hollywood.
Finger in the ass of Nikki Benz. We'll be back and tell you about it.
How to get a six-pack.
Have you ever fingered a guy's ass?
I have, yeah.
Was it in a film or was it like in private life?
It's a job
In
interview.
private. Guys on film are
She's a
very
doctor
sensitive about
checking
that.
a prostate.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
Before she got into this.
What happened? You were fooling around with the guy and were you going down on him and he asked for it? Or how did you...
Going down on a guy. No, I don't remember. I know I've tried it out of curiosity, yeah.
Like, was he just watching TV and you put your finger in and went, huh?
Curiosity.
Is that what happens to you?
I would
a
take
Cracker Jack prize?
I can't take a whole lot. I can take a little bit of a finger, but I can't take a whole one. My girlfriend wants to fuck me with a strap on. I can't take it because my ass is just too...
He says it makes him feel like he's got to make.
Yeah, I have to shit. I can't do it.
He's got to make.
Well, I think we talked about this last time. You have to enema.
Of course
and
we
then,
did.
Oh, we did? Okay, yeah. So he's-
Boy, am I married.
You got to keep the hiney clean.
I wouldn't touch my own ass.
No,
Oh,
it's
man,
just...
Jesus.
I'm not into the ass play.
Well, but it feels good.
It does.
Well, no, I don't mind a girl's ass, you know, and then that whole thing. I'll fiddle around with that. You know,
If it's
whatever.
broken.
Yeah. You know, I'll tinker with it.
Yeah, what sexy terminology it is.
You know, I'll use a little elbow grease and get in there.
What do you say when you get in their pussy? Let's give this a whirl.
Little elbow.
It's like...
Sounds like a rabbit ears on an old TV.
Yeah.
I'll fiddle around with it.
I'll adjust the aerial. Adjust the aerial. I'm watching my shows, my programs, my stories. So I don't mind that. Like a girl, I'll do anything. I'll fucking shove my face in there. I don't care. But like as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I don't think that.
Well,
you know,
you've had your butthole played with. I know you
no,
have.
some girls have tried like the little, you know,
Little tap,
no
tap.
insertion, but a little Morse code. You know, they're fucking tapping out,
and
fucking
it felt
help.
good, right?
No, it made me like anxious that she was
Right.
going to try the next step.
Okay.
And I'm like, how am I going to get out of this?
You ever
know?
had it licked?
No.
I had a massage girl one time on my stomach.
Massage.
I really did. And she got the whole finger in and she pulled my dick back between my legs and was tugging on it.
Oh,
like
milking.
the tail of a Manx cat. And she had a fucking
bobtail.
She had a full finger in. And I made embarrassing cummy
Were
noises.
you groaning? Like,
Yeah, I was helpless. I was literally wrapped around her.
were you really?
I came really good. Yeah, but yeah.
And this was at Tim Hortons?
He sounded like Helen Keller when Ann Sullivan was pumping water into her hand.
Yes, I was trying to sing "Put on the Ritz." It felt wonderful.
Did it?
Yeah.
See, I'm not into
The old slippery finger.
And it isn't. Don't be mistaken. It's not like this fear of a gay thing.
Right.
I don't think that. It just doesn't seem comfortable to me. I'm a little inhibited by that whole
I don't want to
area.
take a dump and find a Lee press-on nail.
Yeah, that's another thing. What's floating around in there? What did I eat? It's a big lima bean skin, and it's red.
No, it's supposed to feel really good for a guy. I mean, I guess your G-spot's in
my
there,
pre-said.
right? I mean,
Do you like your hiney toyed with?
sometimes,
Minimal nut?
yeah. It depends who's doing it.
Yeah. Oh, well, obviously, yeah. Everything is there's always a context.
Nothing's been in my ass since 2009.
Why?
She actually knows the years.
I do. I really do.
Yeah, I remember that.
memorable.
Hold on. Yeah, thank you, Nick. There's got to be a story.
Yeah, what
No,
happened?
I just the last time I had anything in my butt was on film, and that was in 2009. Nothing's been up there since.
I am.
Yeah.
You don't like it in your personal life?
No. I do. I don't know. I've not been having any anal sex.
Is your boyfriend not into it?
In 2 years, that means the weeds are growing at this point.
No, I'm saving it. I'll be doing anal this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that every year. You got to do it like
You gotta
on election years, you know? You don't want your asshole so stretched out when you take a dump. It's like somebody dumping a purse on the tip. Shit just falls out of it loose.
Hey, it could happen.
It's like a bodybuilder. She's got to go on a cycle, you know?
You got to cycle that thing.
You cycled out of ass play.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm imagining it's really tight right now. 'Cause,
Yeah?
You know, nothing's been up there for a while.
Snug is a sexy word.
Snug?
It's a snug
You like it when it's
fit.
snug?
I do. I like when it's a snug fit.
Not me. I like it all stretched.
Yeah, a little room for
Loosey goosey.
Like it all catches mitt. Like a gallon of
Like it to
linseed oil
smell
on
the
it.
same too.
Shucky ducky.
Catches mitt. Jesus. Yeah, goddamn. So, what are you promoting?
Well,
Now-
promoting. Well, first of all, Penthouse just relaunched their new online store, penthousestore.com.
What can you buy there? What kind of goods?
Everything from panties to lubricant to the new Penthouse stripper pole.
Now, with this stripper pole, we were supposed to get a little demonstration.
Right.
Now, who is this being marketed towards?
Towards everybody. I mean, preferably.
Well, there are some women I've seen that I just don't want to.
You don't want them to
Yeah.
swing.
Not
Okay, well, I'm
quite
sure
on
there's.
the pole.
Not me. I love them all.
Yeah. Every one of them.
Yes,
they're
we
all
love-
angels.
They are.
For the fat ones.
So, are you asking if there's like weight limit for it?
Yeah. Is there a weight limit?
Can they swing on the pole, or they just have to stand on it with all four like an elephant if they're big and fat?
I'm sure there's weight limit like there is
There
for
probably
everything,
is. Yeah,
including
yeah,
the elevator.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, even the elevator. You don't want the pole to turn into something akin to a trebuchet.
Hey.
So you kind of launch it.
That's
I'm using old siege weapon jokes.
What's a trebuchet?
It's like a catapult
That's
kind
the
of a
thing that
device.
throws the pumpkins if
And
you do crazy
you
morning
know,
zoo
Pumpkin
radio.
cannon?
You don't want to
That
store
was
some
nice.
energy in the pole.
It's
And,
like a big arm.
yeah. Well, you know.
Right.
I was reaching there.
Well, unless if you have ceilings like this won't work.
Well, I was thinking pop one of the tiles out.
Look at this. It
and
comes
then
in a
fasten
guitar
the
case.
Attached to the
pole.
joists.
I know what my
Yeah,
mom's
attach it
getting.
to the joist. Right, Jim. You know.
Hey, Nicky, is that you on the box?
That is me on the box.
Jesus H.
Yes.
Christ.
Holy
And
shit.
Nice
as you
box.
can see, I'm
I could
climbing.
fucking install this thing.
Absolutely,
I know I
you
can.
could. Yeah.
Let's
Get a
do it.
ladder.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Get us a
we're gonna
fucking
do
ladder.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
let's do
I'll
this.
pop a tile out. You're talking the ceiling tile isn't the fucking ceiling
It's
of
a
the
drop
actual
ceiling.
thing. It's
It's a
drop
drop
ceiling.
ceiling.
There's fucking concrete and steel up there.
Get a ladder,
Concrete
Sam.
and steel.
Place was made
Why are
for
you
a pole.
yelling?
Exactly. Why am I yelling?
Why
Always
is there
yelling. Constantly yelling.
You look very,
What's the
you're very
matter, Sam?
photogenic.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
No, but
Oh, that's you on the box.
it is me on the box.
Nice
yes.
box.
It is really nice.
It is me on the box, boys.
Wow. And it's portable. And
It's portable, and it's perfect, especially for married guys.
Now,
you know?
where does it normally
I say-
go where it wouldn't
Oh, come on, Anthony. In the
damage
kitchen, you
in the
In the
kitchen?
kitchen.
Yeah, that's where
Have your women cook for you and swing around the pole.
Shucky ducky. Quack quack.
You have to put it someplace the company won't see it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The boss is coming over. You don't have to like stripper pole in the living room. It's just something we do. You have to put it somewhere
In the
discreet.
bedroom.
Yeah, probably.
It'd be sexy, like watching your girl strip for you.
Yeah?
Swing around
Well,
the
you
pole.
put a hole in the ceiling and then
Depends
just
how long you've been with her.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know why that is.
No, just get her some sexy lingerie
Right up.
and she'll look sexy.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Maybe you could tell people that it's from the firehouse. Like if the company comes over, you could just say that, yes, we do rescue missions.
You're volunteer fireman.
Yeah. Boo.
I just like the box, for Christ's sake.
I know.
Nice box.
And it comes with an instructional DVD and little pasties. And
Oh, so the girl can really...
absolutely make it
really
all
Really?
sexier.
Why would you have pasties in the house?
Yeah.
Isn't
Why
that like...
not?
Does it come with an uncle who fingered you when you were 8?
Maybe your box does. I'm not sure.
All due respect, Nick. That was just a joke.
Do you
So
have
is mine.
Do you have one of those stories? It's kind of a hack question, but did something
Is it
happen to
really?
you when you were growing up? That,
No.
No?
No, I didn't have an uncle who fingered me. Sorry.
Nothing crazy like
But
that?
I think he did.
Oh, Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Shit.
I
She
wish
got
I
you.
did. I had my picture on a box.
How come aunts aren't as despicable as uncles are? That'd be nice to get a
Well,
little
they are. You,
blowjob.
just you don't hear about it. It's
Yeah,
the
no one
media.
complains.
I get it. It's a liberal media. They hide that shit.
You never
Is
see a
that
guy
what
going,
it
is? Yes.
and my aunt, she fingered she diddled my balls. And
It happens.
It's like,
It does, but I think men are more molesters.
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly, like an ant. Believe
that
me,
is true.
my cock was always out. No ant ever took the bait.
No.
Never.
Went down
They
on you.
ignored it.
Took the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trolling for aunts.
Yeah, I think predatory is just more male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Now,
so.
I'm just curious about this. Where does the top goes against what? The ceiling?
Yes.
And the bottom goes against the floor, obviously.
Right.
But what's to keep
Like
the
this.
top
I
from
bet
going
you
through
it
the ceiling?
screws out,
Is it
right?
like a lolly column or something? It's like a fucking lolly column that's a little thinner.
I think it's like a shower, shower rod.
That's
A
right.
shower
That's
rod.
right.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Let's try to get
No,
this done, man.
But it's tested safe, right?
Yeah,
and everything.
absolutely.
Ah.
Yes.
I saw a clip of a broad, some Russian broad.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it was
landed
probably
on her
not-
head.
No, I bet it was
No, it
a
wasn't this.
competitor's pole,
It
by
was
the way.
okay,
it
it's-
was.
that
It was
pole
made
is
in
very-
Poland. It was a
right.
pole
This is
pole.
safe. I can tell by
It's
like
very sturdy and.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And whoever you saw, they probably didn't install it properly.
You
was like
can't
in
put it
Russia.
between the door.
I don't know how to do it.
Well, she doesn't have any room to do anything there.
Exactly.
Do it anywhere else.
Pop the ceiling tile. Watch what happens.
Yeah?
You tell me what's up there.
Travis said that the ceiling tile doesn't move like regular ceiling tiles because there's wires and you can only move it 2 or 3
Oh,
inches.
what a load of shite this is. Danny, watch this. Watch
It'd be
this.
funny if the whole
Pop
serious.
it up. Pop it up.
shit.
And then, because you got him in,
All right,
it'll
pop
come out.
another one
Why don't
up.
we ask Dumb
Pop it
Mars?
up and slide it
We're
over.
popping it.
He's probably not
There's gonna be
listening.
wires. That's why I don't want to force
Yeah, but
it.
that's okay. You just pop it up and slide it over.
Why don't we just
I bet
get
it'll work.
Mars?
This is typical of me. I'm here. We got a hut stripper
And we're doing
penthouse.
construction.
Stripper.
There you go. Now just
Excuse me,
push it.
penthouse.
They don't like the stripper
Now-
thing
You're not
anymore.
a stripper. You're.
I just
You're-
leaned over to
Oh,
peek
yeah?
at her underpants.
yeah?
It's not going?
Oh,
I'm
what
such
kind
a
of
creep.
That thing would annoy me.
What kind of underpants
They're
you got
pink.
on?
I couldn't see. They're very sexy.
Oh, me? Haynes.
Nicky, Jimmy's looking at your underpants.
I just caught myself. I didn't know. I leaned over and actually just peeked at your underpants. I
Could you
kind of
take
just
the
told
leather
on
pants
myself.
off for Nick?
What
For
a
Nick,
body
of
on
I
course.
felt very
For
creepy
Nick.
doing that. Holy
Yeah,
mackerel!
for the married guy.
I've got a hot pink thong.
And the hot
on.
pink bra, I
And
see.
matching,
Brassiere.
matching bra and
You
pants.
have a
shit,
lovely
yeah.
bottom, if I may
Oh, gracias.
venture a compliment.
Yeah, yeah.
That should get the
rare
job
for
done.
Indeed,
That was a good
you do.
compliment,
So-
Jimmy. I
Thank
like
you very
it.
much. I'm very smooth.
You're real good at that.
You're very
Danny's
chesty.
giving it a
I
try.
am very chesty. Thank you very
Lovely.
much. Very.
2
Nick?
for 2.
Thank you.
I agree with all this.
How did they get those tiles in?
I don't know.
It's annoying me.
Travis was right.
What?
No, Travis is an idiot.
That's a good point too.
He's not a he's a quitter. He was just quit on that fucking pole.
Yeah.
I wanted to see her swing around on that
concerned
pole.
about
really
this
did,
tile business.
Why are you
And then
concerned?
Mars opens
Well,
the door.
Look, he almost died doing that.
What?
It would have been worth it.
I wouldn't have minded.
Mars, what's going on with the ceiling, the drop ceiling? Why can't we get a pole up there? But we can't.
Well, I'm telling you,
fuck it.
if
All right. Well, we could do Roland, though,
we can
right?
do
Yeah.
Roland, yes.
All right, we'll do Roland. You
Let's
use
do-
Roland as a pole.
You beat him up last time. You
I
gave him a good
did. I
spanking.
did. I think I overdid it though.
No, you
What
loved
happened?
He was hurting a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
He loved it.
Yeah.
It was,
What
it was
happened?
terrific.
Because you almost opened the door.
What happened? Is there what's going on over there?
Ever see guys so
I
determined?
don't know.
I know. There really is a great,
I
great
really want to
determination
swing
here.
around the pole. I do.
We'd like to see you do it.
I bet.
We would.
Can we
Hi,
hold-
Roland.
Can a bunch of guys just hold the pole if they're on chairs? Kenny could do
Like
it.
the Italian way.
Kenny's strong.
What's up?
Use Kenny as the pole.
Yeah, that's
the-
fucked up.
the
I don't know how
tiles
they
don't
installed it.
Oh, man,
Amazing.
This is a bummer.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we tried.
Ooh.
Shame.
Of course.
How
Why
about
would
the
it
hallway?
work?
Why would it work?
Why would it work? Why would anything work?
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Can I at least put the pasties on myself?
Okay.
Oh, well, you better do that.
Let's think about that. I don't know. Where's this show going anyway?
New Orleans one time, this girl was trying to get me to go into like the special room. I'd already given her like $150.
Was that where retards go?
Yes.
Jimmy's in the
It's where they
special.
dance around your tongue and your fucking your non-earned medals. But no, I was sitting there and she's grinding on my dick. She said, "Do you want to go into the other room?" And I felt like I had just crushed that final like I'm like I could come in my pants. And she fucking kept grinding. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go." I just kept talking to make her do it. I'm like, "Just keep doing that for a second." And I fucking shot off in my pants. And I was doing a gig with Pete Corielli and Louis Ramey. And I fucking walk out and I was wearing silk boxers.
Oh, shit.
And I opened
Not very absorbent.
I opened my pants and I just showed them the fucking giant stain. And then I went back to the hotel while they went out and drank. My night was Dunsky.
Cute story.
It sure is.
It's a cute story, isn't it?
Yeah, I had to fucking. My silk boxers were drying to my. They were drying to my dick on the way back. I had to peel my fucking helmet off the silk boxers. They went out and had a night of fun and friendship.
What? How was she manipulating you where you came? Was it a knee job or her hand?
No, her ass cheek. The ass cheeks. Like I put my cock.
Oh, so you laid your cock on your thigh.
I positioned it right. No, pointing up towards me.
Oh, okay.
If it was pointed down, it would have hurt.
Yeah,
But it was pointed up towards me, and she just had her ass cheeks on it, and she was just like rocking back and forth, like the one steady movement.
Yeah, okay.
And I just
wow.
I think the ass was, what's that?
I pushed a girl off me when I thought I was going to blow up my.
Oh, really?
Why?
Idiot.
Was she your niece? her little patent leather shoe was stepping on Nick's wiener.
Well, it was Easter.
Yeah, you were supposed to change her ribbon.
I don't think it was right on her confirmation day.
All right, we should have her dance around
yes.
this one. Let's get this done.
Really?
Damn,
I mean, she wants to dance
I
around
do.
something at this point.
Everybody
Nikki
stand
Benz.
around. What's it, homo night here? Somebody take charge. Jimmy.
Yeah, she's really lovely. She's gonna give Roland a lap dance. We're all a little jealous.
What song you
Yay,
want?
Martha.
Rebecca Black, Friday?
How about when the Tigers broke free?
Huh?
Oh, that Pink Floyd song.
I had something for
Dude, I can't believe how popular she got, that girl.
I
Rebecca
know.
Black?
So annoying.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
So annoying.
It is crazy.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Black, Friday.
All right, how are we doing this?
Well,
How we doing this?
Well, where's Roland gonna
Sounds good.
sit?
Oh, look, she's fucking already gyrating.
Yeah, Roland's
That's
lucky.
good.
Roland's a lucky stiff.
Roland is sitting down on the.
are you allowed to
on the
tweet?
couch.
Are you allowed to tweet nipple pics? I don't even know anymore.
Why not?
That's why I haven't sent anything
I
out
would
yet.
err on the side of safety.
I know.
Yeah.
Because somebody might be offended.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
do a broad picture after the show.
at those.
Okay,
for
no
the
problem.
You should have
Fuck that. You could
Twitter
pixelate them.
people.
Pixelate them to
I
annoy
don't
people.
have time for that shit.
for the pasties. You should have put like the fucking face of the guy who does the Great Adventure commercials, the old man. Just to totally wreck that sexy vibe.
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate him.
Or Dudley Moore's foot. That would have been a funny pasty.
Glove foot.
Roland,
Or his hat. The old guy with his brain in it.
we got Roland on the couch. Roland, the song has begun.
Okay. Fucking Lincoln's hat was in better shape after the theater.
Our American cousin.
I wonder if Roland's one of those guys that comes in like 2 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Wow, wait.
No, he's not.
She's doing it. See, that would do it. Like the way she's grinding with her ass.
No. If you're coming after I'm doing this, then you're lame. Like,
Then you're lame?
Yeah.
Lame.
Then you're lame.
Well, I am lame.
But for the guy, that's like
yes.
the best
What's
thing.
wrong with
I'm
that?
actually
We're not lame.
and no
It's
one's going to care about.
Yeah.
No one's going to care about satisfying you and nothing personal. But you're dancing, so it's like if you could sit there and I would be able to come, that'd be fantastic.
I'm not lame.
Last time I checked, you weren't doing charity work. Cost me $20 a song.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I'm not lame.
What is this, UNICEF?
I just saved $80. Who's late?
I'm lame. That's French. I'm L''AME.
That was a bomb-a.
I know.
All right, here's.
I want to make.
Oh, look at the fucking thong sticking out of the back
Yeah.
like that.
Look at Roland. She has
was
a
good
knee
look.
on his,
I meant Roland.
Roland, Roland, how does that feel, Roland?
God bless you.
What?
Roland just
Did your dick sneeze?
She reminds me of Trump's daughter. Yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Who's very beautiful.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I see that.
Roland just wiped his nose on her breast. I don't know how sexy that really was.
Ivana, what's her name?
Ivanka.
She's
Ivanka.
sexy. She's fucking hot. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
Roland,
That's
you
pretty
look really
good.
stiff.
What happened?
Yeah. You should just rub your hiney on his penis. That would get me going.
Yeah, look at that. She's got her tits in his
I
face.
have on sweats, too. This would be a good lap dance outfit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's nice
It's
and
like
loose.
I'm picking my bag off my leg.
She's kind
He's
of...
getting a chubby. It's
like a mega.
Well, that happened years ago. It's more like he's getting a fat.
Roland's getting a chubby.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's speaking Italian.
Well, that answers one question we've been wondering about for many years.
That look like a Make-A-Wish commercial.
He's shy, you guys, because everyone's staring at him.
No, we're...
Why?
I'll go over there.
Is there a curtain that closes? No,
Yeah, the curtain has to close. Yeah, notice it's getting warm in here. Ooh.
No.
Look out. Oh, she, hands. Oh, wow. She just put his hands on her hips.
Nice.
And now he's holding on for dear life.
It'd be funny if he started turning into De Niro from Cape Fear.
Is he all clammy? His hands are clammy. Roland's hands are clammy on her hips, on her bare hips.
That's funny.
Hey, you offer me something hot?
Yeah. It's funny.
What's the matter, Roland? You didn't like touching her?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
What are
His
you?
hands are sweating like he's a fucking eel handler.
He's enjoying it, but he's shy because everyone's staring at him.
Do they even exist? Those would be some clammy hands.
Yeah. He called the eel handler for this job.
Oh, he's touching
Roland's
titty.
touching titty.
Nice. She just put
You're so fired
his
for that.
hands on her breast.
Now, do they feel? Do his
Yeah.
hands feel a little
Face,
sweaty?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, now that I wipe them off
Oh,
on
nice.
my hips, they
Oh,
get
that's
better.
good. Yeah.
It feels like there's two codfish on her breasts.
Only not as warm. Oh, just. Oh. Jesus.
Breaking out in sweat. You okay?
I'm just tinkering with my shaft.
You should just bread and fry your hands.
Nice.
Those are awful things.
They really are. He's soup hands. I want to talk to you. His hands like lentil soup.
So I can keep going, but like I don't want him to bust a nut.
Why not?
What are you?
Be a good egg.
yeah,
I'd
be
love
a
to go
good
home
egg.
with cum in my pants.
Yeah, that would be good.
Guess what happened at work today?
I don't think Roland will come. He's all business back there.
Yeah.
He really is.
I have to pee, or I.
Yeah?
Not that she wants to. I'm just saying.
Oh, what? Hold it? Oh, if you wanted to sit there and get
Nah,
a
I'm
dance. What about, Sam?
What about Nick DiPaolo?
That'd get your girl back.
Nick?
For what she's doing in Rio.
Only if this isn't televised and you don't use my name. Can I be Bob for the second of the
Yes.
Good point, sir. Bob Kelly, you want to... Throw Bob Kelly out of You're Bob Kelly for the rest of this segment.
I'm guessing this is going to be on the internet, right?
I would assume it always ends up there somehow.
It's the nudity. We got to find a place
Wow,
for it.
that was.
Wait,
that
I
was
could
good.
I could tweet
That
a
was
bra
awesome.
picture.
How you
can't I?
feeling, Roland? Good?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Do you got a little stain in your pants? Did you leak a little clear
Yeah,
fluid?
he shit himself.
Yeah. Was your cockhead like just like spitting a little tobacco?
Tobacco.
I'm a leaker. There we go. I really am.
Holy fuck.
That we could tweet.
God, that's funny, man.
I always leave a lot of evidence in my underpants when I've been in bed.
Do you?
I do. I spot. Yeah, my dick's like a bingo daughter with invisible ink in it.
Nikki, what's your Twitter?
At Nikki Benz.
At
NIKKIBNZ.
Some sites on
Yeah.
paid for my
Is that
daughter's
German?
college, the website.
Is it?
Is it? Yeah, it sounds it. Yeah.
It is German.
Of course it is. You look very nice.
you look
and
very Nordic.
Some German girl.
Super race.
German?
That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, super race, definitely.
Yes, because that really is my real last name, so you know.
Oh, I got it. Oh.
What nationality are you, bro?
Ukrainian.
Benzinski?
Benzinski.
Is that what it is? Something good? Is it one of those long names?
No, it's not. I mean, I'd tell you, but...
Flynn. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You're Ukrainian and what else? 100% Ukrainian?
Yeah, Canadian, Ukrainian.
Okay. Do you speak French?
No, do you?
No.
You speak Greek?
I took two. Yeah.
Not since 09.
Call back. Call back.
I took 2 years of French in high school, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, same here.
I can count to 10.
That's more than me.
In English.
I meant in English.
Yeah.
I don't do it in French.
I can count to 8.5.
Yes. I can count to about 4 right now. I got fluffed up a little bit.
Did you get a little puffy?
And I take Dramamine when I fly, so my dick is of no value.
What do you put it up your dick hole? What
No.
does Dramamine do to your fucking cock?
It just relaxes you
Yeah,
so
my dick
much.
gets air sick.
Yeah.
Comes when a
Your
stewardess
dick hole.
walks by. Yeah, what are you gonna
I
fucking?
need a barf bag for my cock.
No. But I take Dramamine, and it relaxes me, makes me very tired. I flew last night, so I'm fucking
a little shot,
wiped out. Yeah. Using my dick is terrible.
What are you doing tonight?
Just
what are you
fucking
doing?
probably
Not
sleeping.
you, Jimmy.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Yeah, what do you do?
But can you still jerk off and like?
There's not literally. If my hands get cut off, I'd find a way to tape it to my stump. So the answer is yes. I could
be uncomfortable.
I don't know. You said your dick doesn't work, so I just wanted.
It doesn't matter. I'll fuck it. I just abuse it soft. I just kick it like a fucking dog that won't fetch. Can I jerk off? Yes. At the casket of a relative. There's no place I can't jerk off.
Oh, shit, man.
Yes, I can.
good.
Yeah, Aunt was asking what you were doing later.
Later I am gonna relax.
Oh, you don't have any plans for like going out? Your
Going out this
appearances?
weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. In Pennsylvania.
Oh no, this weekend I'm in New York. I'm here till Sunday.
Where do you live?
L.A.
L.A.
Oh, you're a LA girl.
I was just in La La Land.
Yeah.
Just bonding.
Yeah.
I came back yesterday on the red eye.
Yeah. With Diana Ross.
She was going out. Do you know Diana Ross?
Uh-huh.
Do you like her?
Not really. I'm kidding. Am I supposed to say yes? I don't know.
No, you don't have to.
You're not a gay man.
I'm not a gay man. No, actually,
Oh, they love her.
Speaking of comedy, I did. I was at the Improv last week, and I did 3 jokes.
Oh, really?
And believe it or
Why don't you do a
not,
little-
people actually laughed. I loved it.
Really?
Can we hear one?
Yeah, let's hear some of this.
Hold on. This is worth taping.
All right. Why did the chicken cross the road? To fuck me.
Quack, quack.
That's pretty good.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? If I would have been there, they both would have come at the same time.
I like that.
Funny because she's beautiful.
And complete the hat trick here, please.
Very good.
And the third one was, and this is true because I really
True
recently
story.
just became a vegetarian, so I don't eat out as much anymore. Unless if I go to work. I was working with this girl the other day, and she had so much roast beef between her legs, she could have opened an Arby's.
Oh, damn.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. It's a little dirty.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It implies that the girl had a beefy you-know-what.
Oh,
with
Yes.
dashes in between each word.
That's your specialty, ain't it,
And
Jimmy?
there's
You like
different
that?
levels
Jimmy
of
likes
beef,
that.
too, you know? Like, some
Yeah.
are very beefy, some are not so much.
How was yours? Like
It's not that really.
Is yours like a quarter pounder, or is it just a regular cheeseburger?
I like it like a little neck clam, just completely. You have to shuck that fucking thing open.
I want it to look like a fucking roadside bomb just went off in it. I want shrapnel in her underpants.
An IED, fucking
I do.
IED pussy.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
I want a fucking vagina. I want a veteran laying next to her with a leg missing.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I like big. I like
Yeah.
big lips.
Do you? Because
yeah.
a friend of mine in high school, I'm not friends with her anymore. She, her lips were so big she could tie like a knot out of her pussy.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
You like that, Jim?
Yeah, I would love to listen to Tony Orlando. And you tie yellow ribbon.
Yeah, we heard it.
Oof. I should boot 3 times at the ceiling.
Her lips are so big she signs autographs as Jimmy Walker. What?
Who
Little timing. Excuse me.
who in the business has really big clit or big pussy lips?
Ella Fitzgerald. Hers are huge. It's like somebody put an M80 in a pot roast.
Oh, God.
Conjures up an image.
I heard. Oh God, Ethel Merman. I heard had one pussy lip bigger than the other due to somebody in a wooden shoe stepping on it.
What the fuck?
I don't even know how to respond to something like that.
I just made it up. It's a screenplay I'm working on. It's called Long Pussy, featuring the music of Ethel Merman. Sorry.
It's no pussy like you.
Sorry. But yeah, so who would you say in the business has really big lips?
Big lips?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, big is not necessarily bad. Like, I
love
like
it.
them. I like the variety. I love, the different
Just a little
pussy.
puff to it.
How about
Yeah.
anybody have a hair lip down there?
Yeah. Yes.
Somebody from Calcutta, one of those kids you see in the
Yes.
paper?
Cleft palate pussy.
I-
Like a Stacy Keach vagina.
Joaquin.
I like that.
Joaquin vagina, yeah.
No, some girls definitely have like really big clits. It looks like a little penis.
Who has a big clit?
A few girls. I don't really want to name names.
What?
I know I have a small
If they're
clit.
porn girls,
I'll tell you
that's
that.
not a secret then if they're porn girls.
Yeah, well,
they
I
hide it
don't-
with makeup.
Like Vanessa Del Rio had a big clit. That was her thing. She was known for that many years ago.
I like lips
yeah,
like Silly Putty, where you can pick up the comics with it. Look, Dondi, and then you could stretch it. Am I showing my age?
Exactly.
I like a pussy I can play with a slinky.
Yeah. What do you like to fucking read along with fucking Mayor LaGuardia too? During the Depression?
I don't think Dondi's been in the paper in a quarter century. Fuck.
That made her put her shirt back on.
Why are you doing that?
God, if that doesn't mean we're done.
Do you understand?
If that doesn't mean we're done.
Nikki wouldn't name a porn girl who had a big clit like it's a secret.
I know.
Like, I didn't want to take it out.
Porn girl.
Yeah, Tim Hahn.
Nikki, let's do one more shot with the shirt. Like, but make it a little sexy. Hey, Nick, give
Do
the
you
plug.
Penthouse.
Nick, hold on. Where's Nick going to be? Nick and then Nikki.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going to be at Governor's this weekend, and next weekend, Uncle Vinny's in Staten Island, and then the Playboy Club in Vegas for the 7th to the 9th of April.
Oh, we don't like
And I'm on
them.
Twitter, too.
Yeah. What's your?
I don't know. Twitter.com/Nick DiPaolo, I'm guessing.
Just look.
I got an agent kid that does that shit.
And I'll be at the Irvine Improv next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's my first time in Irvine.
I've been there many times.
Is it a good gig?
Yeah.
Sure, it's
But
gonna
I
be
lived out there at the time, and that's when people knew me.
Yeah, I'm not. We'll see how it goes.
And
I'm sure you'll do great.
And
Jim.
Nikki Benz.
You guys can find me on penthouse.com, and I've got some 3D pornos on there too.
3D
Oh,
pornos.
nice.
How do we watch those? Do we need glasses?
You do need glasses.
And where do you get the glasses? In Penthouse?
Kind of look like that guy.
Penthousestore.com.
I saw a nude woman and I made cumsies in my pants. Now I need replacements.
Does it look 3D? Is it coming at
It
you?
looks incredible.
What do you do? Like your tits are like, whoa, they're right there.
It gives you. Each scene looks like pretty much,
Yeah.
but it's like an experience. There's so much depth to each scene. It looks really cool. It really
And you
does.
won't get cum in your eyes. For those
Yeah,
glasses.
that's
You look like that kid that
Exactly.
blew John Voight in Midnight Cowboy in the theater.
Are you gonna beat me up? Are you gonna beat me up? I can't go home without my money. My mother will kill me. That was
That's
great.
him, all right.
what
a scene.
That was fucking great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Grandma's gonna buy you a mockingbird. How great was that, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's touching the girl, and I'm
He keeps
singing
touching me.
Midnight Cowboy
is.
fucking songs.
Inappropriately.
Inappropriately. He's picking lint off
He's
yours.
petting her hair like fucking Lenny of Mice and Men.
See how this ends.
yeah. Why don't you just take her in the barn and let her show you her fucking rabbit? Choke her.
How do you touch a porn star inappropriately? I'm trying to figure that
That's
out.
true.
With a cinder
Yeah.
block.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
really.
inappropriate.
Yeah, how do you do that?
I would have liked to see you pole dance, but
All right. Yeah.
I know. I can't believe
I
this.
know.
I guess that's it. Then.
Fucking place.
Really?
Nikki Benz, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Yeah.
much.
We're
Nick DiPaolo,
done
thank
ski.
you so
Thank
much.
you,
Nick,
fellas.
always a
Good
pleasure.
Good to see
Goddamn.
you guys again.
Fucking
And,
finding somebody in here that I can relate to. Well,
Believe me, more
politically,
people
I
relate
understand what you're
politically.
Believe me, most of the country.
You and Jimmy a little
I
bit.
know.
A little
Trust
bit.
me.
Oh, Jimmy could be a little lib fag sometimes too.
With certain things, yes. With certain things, Republicans sicken me, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Because they're as
I
phony as the
understand.
liberals.
I just
They're not conservative enough. These
party
Republicans.
line.
All right.
Exactly.
Believe me, they'd throw us out of the fucking gig in a second if they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
No, you're right.
Could
That's
use the
why-
sleep.
They're all off.
I know.
No kidding. All right, Nikki. It's all about Nikki.
Look at her
today. Thank you.
eyelashes.
They're
Yeah.
long and nice.
They're very long.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
On an all-new Owen Day Behind the Laughter, comedian Jim Norton opens up about his private life.
So I'm on my stomach, and I guess maybe a little goes in, and it's really hurting. I'm like, yes, stop.
And the work that goes into creating a great joke.
And I just have to keep stop. And she's like, just relax, you're tensing up. I'm like, of course I am. Trying to fuck me in the butt.
How does a famous comedian hone his
And
craft?
she's getting annoyed at me. She's like, just relax. And I'm like, I'm trying to relax. And then a little bit would go in, stop. I have to shit.
Jim Norton opens his heart
I'm gonna shit.
and his sphincter.
And then she stopped, and I ran into the bathroom because I had farts.
And we all know farts equal funny.
And I fucking push out like...
Hysterical laughter and soiled bed sheets.
I kept saying, how much is it? And she's like, not much.
When we go behind the laughter with comedian Jim Norton.
The Opie and Anthony Show. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the Virus, Sirius XM. The Virus, Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
It's After Opie and Anthony Live. I'm Sam Roberts. It's a very busy day in here. There's literally engineers that were just in here. I mean, they found out we were going live, so they scampered out of here. But they were just in here on their hands and knees, doing God knows what, crawling around under this console. We're in here trying to clean up the studio. Opie and Anthony are gone. Roland chased after O&A trying to pitch guests because he kind of gets that period of time between the time they leave the studio to the time they walk to the elevator to try to get out as much information as he can. I don't know, maybe at some point today we'll get an update from Roland because he was just in here. Nikki Benz was in here, the Penthouse Pet of the Year, and she gave Roland a lap dance because the pole didn't work in the studio. The pole was something that was with her coming in. When she was pitched to the show, it was, hey, Nikki Benz wants to come in. She'll bring the new Penthouse pole with her, and we'll put it up in the studio, and she'll do a dance. And, you know, whatever, get naked and get on the pole. Now, this is what Roland pitched, and what Roland pitches has to become gospel because O&A are ready to just, you know, blow anything up, as you know, at this point. So Roland panics when things start going wrong. And he realized today that the pole wasn't going to make it. He was fighting for it. In our meetings on Tuesday, he was saying, yeah, we'll put the pole up in the studio. We'll just balance it on the floor. And we were all trying to tell him, Roland, there's no bass for it. How long is this music going to last for? It's been going for 3 minutes and just the same Thank you, E-Rock. But the pole, he was saying it'll bounce on the floor. There's no bass to the pole. See what it is? It's one of those things where you have to secure it from the floor to the ceiling to make sure it's tight. We have a drop ceiling, and so today when Roland realized it just isn't happening, there's no way to get the pole up in here because of the drop ceiling, he started panicking. And
we should have just put it side to side and made her do it like a balance beam.
Do you think it would have extended that long through the entire studio?
I think because this studio is not like a perfect square.
No.
It kind of closes in towards the area that you're in there. We probably could have put it over the console.
See. Yeah, where it gets more narrow.
Yeah.
And then have her...
She could have just swung around there, walked around, done some splits.
Or even, just strip naked and balance. That's hot. I love a stripper who can balance well. Well, Roland, E-Rock, as you know, he was panicking around here because he was afraid that they weren't going to take her when they realized that we're not getting a pole up today. So I talked to him before Nikki came in. Roland, Nikki Benz is coming in today. I thought she was supposed to get on the stripper pole.
She was, yes.
Well, they sent the stripper pole.
They did.
How do you propose that we put it up?
Well, I thought I had the thing easily just put it to the roof, to the floor.
We have drop ceilings.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You didn't look up before?
I just thought like a silly that could hold her, so she could spin around.
But there's no base on the pole.
Yeah, I was told that. Yes.
So, what's the pole gonna balance on?
I thought it could bounce on the floor where you tighten it, so it won't move.
To the ceiling?
Yeah, and the floor.
We have drop ceilings.
I know.
So, what are we gonna do with that pole?
They'll probably shove it up my ass.
Are you worried that the Nikki Benz thing is going to go wrong because there's no pole?
You bet it's hers and your sweet tits, yes.
Are you panicking about this now?
Yes.
You're a beaten man, Roland.
I am.
Have a nice day anyway.
Thanks.
Yeah, Roland, physics is not his strong suit. Guest booking is.
You know what I was thinking, too?
No, of course not.
The big problem, as we were focusing on, is that it can't hook to anywhere on the ceiling.
Right.
But these are fake floors. This is a raised floor with tiles. Like, you can lift up each square to get to wiring or outlets or whatever.
So wouldn't the floor could
have caved.
Yeah, the floor would have caved in and the ceiling would have been punctured. It was just no way. Roland didn't check in on this at all whatsoever. He just figured, we'll just put a pole up. I think he's still pitching guests and blocking them from the elevator because I really want to find out how it went, because when we didn't have a pole, Roland, instead of getting punished, ended up getting a lap dance from Nikki Benz. And there he is. Yeah, come on in, Roland. Come on in. Nikki's still here.
Hi, Nikki.
Yeah, come on in. Roland, how did you end up getting rewarded instead of punished for what happened? Like, Nikki, Roland was supposed to be punished because he's the one who said, we'll get the pole in here.
Right.
And then Nikki will come and dance on it. And he said, yeah, we'll have the pole. Don't worry. And then, like, 2 days ago, we were like, Roland, this pole won't work in the studio. And he goes, don't worry, we'll get it up. And then we realized there's no possible way.
Right, and we tried.
We tried it with everything we could. But do you think it was fair that Roland ended up getting a reward, like a lap dance from you, instead of getting punished?
Well, it is fair because the last time I was on, I smacked him pretty hard with a belt.
That's true.
So I felt like I had to redeem myself.
Roland, which did you enjoy more, the lap dance or getting smacked really hard with a belt?
Both.
You did. And you were expecting the worst because I talked to you before this. We played the clip a minute ago. You thought they were going to shove the pole up your ass.
I did think that, yes, I did, yes.
Were you surprised when they were like, okay, we'll just have her dance on Roland?
Well, she brought it up, so God bless you.
Yeah, you did. You saved Roland, and, I mean, you saved the segment, so thank you for doing that. Did you enjoy your time on O&A today?
Absolutely. I always do.
Fantastic. Well, Nikki Benz and Roland, somehow you made it out of this one again. So congratulations to you.
I learned from you.
Yes. Way to go, Roland. Now, Roland, the only person who's more probably slimy at this point than you is Chris Brown. We played his audio earlier.
He's misunderstood.
He is. I know. You feel for him, don't you?
I get angry, too. I want to demolish the dressing room.
Well, he was talking when he was apologizing about the talking points that he sends out, which reminded O&A of when Tommy Lee tried to give them talking points. Yes. And so they did not abide by the talking points.
Don't call me pussy.
Right. This is basically a clip that if Tommy Lee had been in studio, he would have punched out a window. Instead, he just hung up on Opie and Anthony. It's Tommy Lee on After Opie and Anthony Live.
After O&A Live.
You're on hold, stay there, but we got to go right to the hotline. Tommy Lee. Tommy. Tommy!
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
What's up, Tommy?
What's up, guys?
No, we were just talking to everybody about paying for it.
I know. I heard the conversation.
Yeah, escorts and hookers and stuff. I have to assume you've done that a couple of times at least.
I think everyone should own one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When you're Tommy Lee, you don't have to, though.
Yeah, see, that's just it. You go out, you pick up some chick.
He's a rock star, and he has a mule the size of a small community.
Everyone knows about that. Everyone's seen that on the tape.
Yeah, that made for some great Thanksgiving viewing, Tommy. I'm so glad that we get to talk to you today because I've always wanted to thank you. We brought that tape to Thanksgiving dinner, swear to God, and watched it upstairs while Mom and Sis and the aunts were cooking the turkey. We all went upstairs to see you rail Pam.
You perverts. You perverts.
You know something, though? You're lucky. You're lucky that you were endowed like that because it was a big hit. People saw the tape and went, wow, look at Tommy Lee's hog. And you could have been one of those guys, a little puny thing, and then you'd be going through life embarrassed.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to be psyched that got out there. Who you kidding?
Hell yeah.
If I got a 14-incher, I want the world to know.
I'd be happy with 6.
Huh? Hey, Tommy, I got to ask you. I saw Pam on what the hell was she on last night? CNN.
Larry King.
Why are we even talking about the P word?
Because she was claiming.
I gotta go, guys. Bye.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? He hangs up for talking about Pam.
What a faggot.
What a dick. All right, Tommy Lee officially an asswipe.
Why would he hang up?
Why would he hang up? You were tooling her, you idiot. It got on a video. You were married. No one doesn't know.
Why are we bringing up the P word? He wants to promote some golf tournament. Wow, that's exciting, radio. Let's talk about a golf tournament.
Want to talk about her and her goddamn hep and the fact that she says Tommy gave it to him? What gave it to her? What is wrong with these people? Did Tommy Lee lose his mind?
I can see if you were
Did he lose
nasty.
his friggin' mind?
He wasn't even happy that we brought up the sex tape. I was complimenting the guy.
I gotta go. Then go. Go F yourself.
Have a sense of humor.
You jack off. Like anyone wants to hear about anything else that you're doing.
By the way,
you're not exactly at the peak of your music career right now. We want to talk about the sex you had.
Want to talk about
on the
Hep
videotape?
C?
The Hep thing, Pam? Does she have a big C? The interesting stuff.
Want to ask why you didn't have a lifeguard at the party?
We'll plug your crap. We'll plug it. Yeah. Why don't you stick that mammoth mule in the pool and let the kid climb out on it? Come on. Why are we going to sit there and plug stuff and not get something that would be worthwhile for this program, like talk about Pam?
He should have used his schlong to separate the shallow end from the deep end in the pool.
Like that thing they put across the pool. When you hit the throbbing vein, turn back, children. Oh, my God.
Hey, Tommy, you want to jumpstart your career? Start talking. Start talking.
That's what does it.
Guess what? Your name will be in the papers again. It's a known formula that works. Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy. What's up, man?
Hey, why you guys call me a dick, dude? What's up? What's up?
Because you called up like we want to talk to you about a little bit of everything, and you hung up.
You know what? You hold on. You were told not to. You were told not to bring up the P word. What do you do?
No one told
Tommy,
us
no
anything.
one tells us what to do, first of all. And you were the
What's
big...
that?
No one tells us what to do. No one told us not to bring up Pam's name. We would never agree to that, okay?
Yes,
you were the
you
big
were.
pussy for hanging up after we asked about it
Hey,
instead of trying to talk your way out of it.
You guys did agree to it.
We did not!
My tour manager talked to your producer. That's bullshit.
Nope.
We would never agree to that. Sorry.
That's kind of a big story that we wanted to hear about.
What, dude? You know what, guys? What year are you guys living in? It's like, dude, turn the page, guys. I've been divorced for 3 years.
Turn the
Who cares
page.
about-
Turn the page. It was big news last night when she was on Larry King accusing you of this. Don't you think it's a current story if Pam is on Larry King saying pretty much that you gave her Hep C?
What was big news, guys? What was big news?
Big
Tell me.
news that she's on Larry King accusing you of giving her a Hep C.
Dude, you know how many months ago she accused me of that?
It doesn't
Come
matter.
on.
It happened last night on Larry King. Of course we're going to bring it up.
She
Dude,
talked about it last night.
Hey, you know what? She talked about it in some other stupid magazines as well. Who cares?
Yeah, but this is the first time we're talking to you, so we'd like, maybe talk to you about it.
Maybe get your side of the story. You've never really given your side of the story, right?
You know why? Because it's nobody's business.
Well, she's made it everyone's business.
Of course she is. She's an idiot.
Well, I would just love to hear your side of it. That's all.
If an ex is accusing me of some crazy things, you know what? I'm going on the biggest program I can find and calling her a liar, a C, a twat, every name I could figure out.
Guys, I don't do that. That's not my style, okay? I don't do that crap. That's why I just hung up the phone. I was like, you know what? I got to go. Yeah, but it's not my style, guys. It may be your style, but it ain't mine.
But you look like a pussy just hanging up. We were totally confused. You didn't even say the first time you're on the phone, hey, guys, I thought we agreed to this. You know what? I'm telling you man to man that it never got to us that we couldn't talk about Pam because you know what? We wouldn't have agreed to this interview.
You call me a pussy, I'm hanging up.
Pussy.
Jesus.
Wow, we need Tommy Lee to make a good radio show.
If you say that, I'll take my ball and not play.
I know, man. Pussy. Hey, you don't want to talk about it. I'm very open-minded. Let me tell you something. If we started talking about it and he just told us what he told us there, look, this is what she's saying. I don't like going in that direction. To me, it's old news. I'd rather just not really get into it. It would have been like, all right, that's pretty much his side of it. If he doesn't want to dwell on it, and us being us, we might poke at it a little more and make a goof about it. I'm sure Jim will say some tasteless thing into the mic about it. But you know something? He didn't. He just hung up, and it was like, what's he doing?
You call me a pussy, I'm hanging up. Ooh, boy.
Jersey Bob here says if I type in pussy, he'll disconnect from the internet. Wait a minute. There you go, Jersey Bob.
You were told.
I'm told?
Tommy, maybe you should do your research on Aunt and I. No one tells us what to do.
I don't like being told Believe me. Been
you
told
call
enough.
You see the hesitation? He's like, oh my God, he called me a pussy.
Now I gotta hang up. Yeah,
no one else saw that. Like, all of a sudden he goes, you call me a pussy, I'm hanging up. Pussy. And all of a sudden I'm just looking, and you know he was confused, like, oh, ass.
Now I
called him out on it.
You should have told him, I will not have an ultimatum put to me.
was that delayed.
Oh, brother.
Oh, wow. Now I got to hang up, and I really need to promote this new CD. Now what do I do? Well, I guess I got to hang up.
He's living in a bubble. You know what I mean? He says, what year are you living in? That was 3 years ago. No, it's still, like Ope said, when you see her on Larry King the night before talking about it, you would think, all right, for our side alone, just for this radio, it would be interesting to hear his rebuttal.
Of course.
On the whole thing. So we're obligated to ask.
Even if his rebuttal is, I don't want to talk about it, that's not how I do things, that's fine.
That's fine. Then we get into other things.
He's
we
talking
talk about,
like this Larry King interview happened 6 months ago.
Yeah, we talk about the
happened
Motley
last
Crue
night.
days.
You were told.
There's plenty of other things to talk about.
You were told. Go F yourself. Told. E, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Ope?
Hey.
Ope, I want to congratulate you on your new balls.
Why my new ones?
I don't know, man. And I'm a little disappointed in you, man.
What?
And when he hung up the first time, you were digging into him, man. Then he called back. The guy should have fired right at him, man.
Dude, listen to me on
First
this.
of all, it's the Opie and Anthony show, and I went.
Yeah, you're
that's
right.
all
You're
that
right.
is.
No, that's
if I didn't go, I guarantee my pal here, Ant, was going.
You know what
it was
makes
just
good
I beat him
radio?
to the punch because we were both to the point we had it.
Hey, you know what makes good radio? Two people not yelling over each other,
Yeah,
especially
you're right,
when a third
but
is on the phone. What we identify and know what to do, when one person's speaking, the other person has to back off because you don't want to hear this. Go ahead, Ope. Just say anything. Hey, Tommy, what the hell is it? You know something? You don't want to talk about anything. It's like
August 10th.
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a has-been anyway.
Hey.
No one cares about
Goddamn Norton, man.
All right, E, thanks.
All right,
it. You were told.
You were told not to call this program with those words.
He could have even said pending litigation. Yeah. Perhaps that would have, okay.
And use that one.
Pending litigation.
It worked well for you when I was trying to, because I had a job to do when you were going through your mess. I was prying you to see how far I could get you.
And
to
on the
go.
air, I would say, because it's true, it was, pending litigation. Perhaps there's some kind of lawsuits being filed that he can't talk about. I don't know, unless he tells us. What do we know? We're going to talk about it. The guy doesn't understand that after Motley Crue, the biggest thing he's known for is a porno movie with his ex-wife, Pamela. That's the biggest goddamn thing.
Hey, here's some excitement. Tommy Lee, Never a Dull Moment, the name of the new CD.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh.
After O&A Live.
After Opie and Anthony Live, I'm Sam Roberts. In honor of GMA pissing off Chris Brown, that was Opie and Anthony pissing off Tommy Lee. Roland, you just came back in here without Nikki Benz, who was with you the last time. What did you say to her in the hallway you just told me?
I said, please come back again soon.
What did you say, though? Next time you're here...
Next time you're here, feel free to call to get you back in the studio.
You didn't say anything about your pee-pee?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure about that? Because I don't use words like pee-pee, so for me to accuse you of saying something about your pee-pee would probably mean that you told me something while the bit was playing.
It was between you and me, man.
Okay, what did you not say?
I said, have a good day.
Did you get excited while she was dancing on you?
Yes.
Yes, you did. It's not something you could help. It's a physical reaction, isn't it?
And then seeing Mars bite his teeth and lick his lips, man.
Wait.
Because he was filming me.
And what was he while you were getting a lap dance?
I looked up and he he was getting into it.
Mars was licking his lips at you while you were getting a lap dance?
It looked that way to me. It was awkward. I looked
Our engineer.
Oh, he is?
That's what, Mars. That's what he does here.
Oh, I just see him here sitting down next to me. So, okay. If you say so.
Oh, licking your lips.
Yeah, because he all of a sudden became a camera guy. So I was like,
he was videoing for me because I had to run in the office to do
because
something.
I didn't know. He just stood there and kept on poking the roof. He was like, this doesn't move. This doesn't move.
He was trying to install the stripper pole. That was that's his profession. That's his job. Roland, I don't know if you've been following. We just played Opie and Anthony pissing off Tommy Lee. For whatever reason, when Opie gets bored, he likes to piss people. He likes to get under people's skin. And on his Twitter, I noticed after Liz Taylor died, he started retweeting people saying R.I.P. Elizabeth Taylor and stuff like that, and insulting him. A random Twitter person, JVNC, I don't know who it is, said R.I.P. Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jackson's waiting for you. And Opie retweeted them and then said, look for him in the nursery. And just look at you giggling to yourself. You look like a little boy when you do that. It makes you happy to hear that.
Oh, it does.
And then Jane Fonda writes, I knew Elizabeth Taylor and can tell you she was kind, brave, generous, and loyal. I'm sad. Opie responded, did you tweet that from Gaddafi's lap?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. You like that?
Did you see Jim Jeffries?
No, what did he say?
He said, oh, that bitch was still alive?
Yeah. But Opie is not only retweeting celebrities, he's retweeting random people and insulting them. So I tried to grab him before he left in between you pitching guests to find out why is he doing this. Opie, I was following you on Twitter after the show yesterday. Who are these people? You were tweeting about Liz Taylor. Who are these people you're attacking?
Complete strangers, Sam. Here's the deal. I got to finally admit this. I'm very obsessed with Twitter these days because, you know, I got a young son. He's about 10 and a half months old, and I have a lot of time where I'm babysitting my kid, and I'm bored out of my mind. So I've been spending a lot more time on Twitter than probably I should. And I came up with something I like to call sniping.
Yeah.
Probably the proper phrase would be snipering. But when there's a big news story, I go on the trending topics and I just see what these dummies are writing about. And in this case, it was Liz Taylor. And they just tweet the stupidest, dumbest things. So I pick out a few of those and then I snipe them.
So for no reason, you just attack them because they shouldn't be talking about this.
No, I attack them because they're just stupid human beings that aren't attached to anything. They want to be part of something, and simply they're not. So I have a lot of fun with that. Also, if you're talking about my Twitter really quickly, this morning I got some turkey chili, and I noticed my turkey chili had what could only be described as dental floss or a tampon string in the chili.
Oh.
And I tweeted a picture of that as well if we're going to be doing some self-promotion today.
That should be a lawsuit. One more thing. Is it babysitting when it's your kid?
Can I tear down a wall?
Yes, you can.
I said that once on the air, and it drove people nuts. And they had to tell me it's not babysitting if it's your own kid. So guess what I do?
Now that's your thing.
Every single time. That's what I do with that.
Enjoy.
My elevator's here.
That was Opie talking about attacking people on Twitter for no apparent reason, just because. Because why not? Ron Bennington just walked into the studio. Ron, today on the show, we had Nick DiPaolo in, and they ended up talking about comedians on Def Comedy Jam, like, what was it? Hamburger Jones. Have you ever heard of Hamburger Jones? It just says hamburger. After, yeah, HJ.
No, I'm not all that familiar with him.
Yeah, and Shucky Ducky. Do you know Shucky Ducky?
No, I don't know the Shuckster.
He says quack quack after his jokes.
And he does whatever he ends, he'll just yell out quack quack.
Yeah. And that led to Voss's first set on Def Comedy Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about Voss is that he's the type of comedian where wherever he is, it doesn't matter what the audience is, he can perform.
Right.
And he can do well.
At the same level, no matter what's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, he's always there at a constant 8.5 or so.
Okay.
He used to, when we were doing the walkover, when we were in the K-Rock days, he used to, most of you remember this because it was one of the greatest things we ever did, especially on the walkover, the Starbucks Comedy Tour.
People were crazy about it.
Yeah, where Voss would enter into a Starbucks and or a breakfast establishment.
Yeah.
And interrupt a breakfast for a comedy set. This was Voss at Rue 57 during the Starbucks Comedy Tour in the K-Rock days right here. I think this is from what, E-Rock, 2006?
September of 2006.
That was a long time ago. Here it is on After Opie and Anthony Live.
After O&A Live.
Let's do some retro. Rich Voss today at Rue 57.
You know, because, I mean, if you come to Collins, it's all new material. But, you know, at Rue 57, it's a tough crowd. Ladies, come see a free show. Nice talking to you.
They couldn't be bothered with you.
No.
Look at this. Security watching security.
All right.
Oh, who's going to introduce me, though? I need an intro.
I think,
What, they
Keith?
got the AC? Are they even...
there's people eating.
Oh, yeah, I got to do it over here on this side.
Oh, okay.
They're facing me.
Yeah, but
you're going to do this...
I think we got to walk in the front door.
Should I introduce myself, or...
See if that door is open. Should I open for you? Just see if...
Yeah, you want to introduce me? Just walk in and go, ladies and gentlemen, your first act today.
All right, Bonnie will
intro. They said don't do it? Oh, well, we'll do it over here.
All right, Bonnie will intro Rich Voss.
at Roof 57.
Oh, my God, this is so embarrassing.
Oh, wait, here, Bonnie, grab Rich's mic, and then you can hand it to him. You got to be nice and loud.
Oh,
wait, let our audience go in there, first of all.
So
whoever wants to check out the quick 3-minute comedy set from Rich Voss.
I can't watch. It's one of those things so embarrassing you can't watch it.
We get paid to do this, Dave.
Hey, it's a living,
this is
right?
horrible.
Oh, he just
keep it clean.
All right, the manager, who's a
don't you
real
hate when they do that.
Well, the manager's a big fan of the Opie and Anthony show, and he told Rich just to keep it clean. That's all right. Bonnie, you ready? Tell Bonnie to introduce you. I think everyone that's going in is in there.
Rich thinks he's hanging out backstage before he's going on.
Go now?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first comedian this morning from Last Comic Standing. Please welcome Richard Voss. Yay!
Wow.
Hey, how we doing? It's good to see you guys. We're going to do a little show because my career's not going. This is how pathetic my life is. I owe my 8-year-old $6 for Girl Scout cookies, and I'm dodging her. She calls me and tries to disguise her voice, but I know it's her. So go, hello, is Daddy home? Not bad. Sir, I'm doing a show you can watch. Give me a few minutes, all right? What's your name? Newman. Are you two married? How? Unfortunately, I got a car, and I'm not like the black guys. I'll eat. Well, anyhow. Look, don't get upset, all right? Turn on BET Comic View and watch black comics trash white people for an hour, all right? White people crazy. They pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? Loosen up. We had the girl turn her back on me. What country are you guys from? Where are you guys from? Oklahoma? There's a nice little Oklahoma pub you might want to go to on 168th in Amsterdam. It's called Run, Whitey, Run. I'm killing. They're loving me. This is the best crowd I've worked in a while. How you doing, sir? Do you work here? What's your name? What's that? Maurice, what was Lincoln like as a president? How old are you? I love to see you having sex. Did I have an orgasm or break my hip? Look at this wait staff. It looks like the United Nations is meeting here. How you guys doing? Wait, what country are you from? Bangladesh. Do you know a guy named Frank? I love Bangladesh. Whenever I played Risk, that was the first country I take. Right into Bangladesh. You live here now? It's great. You don't have to walk down to the river to do your laundry. Nothing on that one. Come on, they're from Bangladesh. Look at they're cracked. This is the best set I've had in a while. Anyhow, folks, I got to run. We just wanted to do a few minutes. If you're in town tonight, come to Caroline, see the show. Sir, you can get in free. And we're giving out stool softeners, okay? You guys were the best 8 people I've ever worked to. Thank you.
I can't believe he killed.
Goodbye.
I'm pissed. That pisses me off that he did so well.
Called it Bangladesh.
You bastard.
Where's Bangladesh?
Bangladesh. I hate that he did well.
8 people.
And you had him.
And they were all turned around watching.
Oh, you had them all.
Oh, God.
Oh, is that disturbing me that you actually killed
See
in a restaurant?
Now we got to get Disturbed to do a set in there. Imagine.
Yeah, that'll wake him up.
A cappella thing. Right
I'm going to go tell the manager to come down to Caroline's. Hold on.
All right, thanks, Rich. That was great.
Oh, Jesus.
That was all right.
Yeah, he did. I've seen him do worse than that at real comedy clubs.
Right. Bangladesh.
Yeah, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Only Rich. I'd love to look at a map if Rich wrote it.
After O&A Live.
It's After Opie and Anthony Live, and is that the mark of a true professional when he could take his craft, Rich Voss, and bring it to any venue, including Route 57, a Starbucks, anywhere? I mean, Ron, you were just commenting that he was it sounded like he was doing a set at 9 o'clock at night. It was a good set.
He had the same exact energy. You know, there's a new film out called Source Code. That's coming out. Same guy who directed Moon, wrote Moon.
I love Moon.
And the comedian Russell Peters gets up and does the same thing in a train. Someone gives him money, it's coming to bet, and he just gets up and does it. And I feel like that should have been Voss's gig.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obvious to me that the writers have ripped this off again.
It happens.
You know?
And he played a character, Russell.
That is true.
Yeah, his name was Russell, who was a comedian from Chicago.
Why couldn't it have been Rich, a comedian from
Jersey.
New York or Jersey? Yeah, Jersey.
Hoboken. No joke in Hoboken.
No, yeah, there's no. You can't just move to New York. You're from Hoboken. So did you saw the movie?
I did see the movie.
And was this the same bit?
No, but it was a thing of, hey, you're a comedian, get up, I'll give you $100. He jumps up and starts doing it, and the people in the train are enjoying themselves.
If Voss
Voss
finds
would've
out,
been perfect.
Yeah, but he's going to get pissed off when he sees the movie because he's going to realize that people get paid to do that. We never gave him $100 to do this.
That is true.
We just said, "Here's a mic."
I don't know whether you know this or not, but you may not have invented the idea of a comedian just suddenly talking to an audience.
I don't, but
That's
I don't believe. Yeah, that is our routine. Roland was telling us that we have a big week for guests next week.
Who you got coming in, Roland?
I mean, next
Blow me
week
away.
is a pretty loaded week, is it
Next
not?
week is Dan McBride.
I saw
Gigantic.
Your Highness last night.
You
Did you like it?
I thought it was hilarious. I had low expectations.
Yeah.
I was blown away, though.
Did you smoke a little weed first?
Of course. You know me.
All right, Danny McBride's gigantic.
Who else?
Well, I mean,
Why
that's
don't you
already
just get him
loaded
back
up.
at the second day. If
Yeah.
you have 2 days
Well-
of Danny McBride, it'd be great.
No, he's coming. He's hanging for the full hour.
Great.
Colin Quinn with Norm Macdonald.
Terrific.
Boom. And Norm Macdonald is hot
Did you
right
say
now because
boom?
of his tweets. I said boom.
Yeah,
I've said boom before.
No, I know, but yesterday on the show, we had you're a big Shark Tank fan, right?
Huge.
Mark was in, and what's his last name? The owner.
Cuban.
What is it?
Which one? Mark Cuban or
Yeah,
Damon?
Mark Cuban. Yeah, and he says boom all the time. He could almost go out with a Def Comedy Gym. Like,
Yeah.
it'd just be like talking to you.
Boom. There it
Drop it
is.
in.
I love
Boom.
when people have a nice catchphrase because
Yeah.
it just
Mine's gonna be a
accentuates.
hamburger. That's what I want mine to be.
I did enjoy You Got to Choose One yesterday on the Ron and Fez show.
Now you're saying that, but I also see you laughing.
Well, I thought it was funny. It was a funny bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. Isn't it a comedy show?
It is. Well, sometimes it is, yeah. But, it's not my thing. Fez had the stick.
He did a good job, is what I'm saying. I enjoyed it.
Roland, did he say that off the air, or was he busting Fez's balls, now he goes on the air? This is like a special delivery thing. I know you've put up with it from Dave. I put up with it from Sam. You and I...
I
we
put
can't-
with Sam too.
Oh, you put up with
Yes.
Sam, too. You were going into your guests before Sam started to run down Fez a little bit.
I was complimenting.
Well, yeah, well, there's a couple other ones waiting to lock in that looks like they will, and then Howie Mandel stopping by, and
these are gigantic guests. These
Howie
are terrific.
Yeah. Howie Mandel, Danny McBride, Norm Macdonald.
He sounds like the Tonight Show around here.
Yeah.
Somebody else, a couple other people that are going to come by. You just have to.
Danny McBride, to me, you can't get any better right now. I mean, that show is unbelievable.
Eastbound Down. Yeah, he's coming back next year with it. Season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah, but
The
it's not
final
coming out
season.
till like 12, right?
Yeah.
So I got to wait.
Because he's doing a lot
I
of
can't even
movies.
let
And
myself start
he
thinking.
wrote this movie, Your Highness, too. He's
writes, he
him and
directs,
another
he
guy.
does
He's
this and that.
He's a multi-talented guy.
I wish I went to go see it last night, but I need to see Super 8.
You
guys
saw
are seeing
Super 8?
everything.
J.J. Abrams.
You saw the whole movie?
45 minutes.
Oh.
Why only 45?
Because that's all he has done so far. 45 minutes of.
That's all he finished so far?
It's awesome.
Well,
Is it
wait till
good?
you're done. Wait till you're done.
He's
Jay.
just
Don't say
anxious.
half of
No,
it.
it was a tease, and then they showed you previews from MI4, all the Paramount new movies. They all look awesome.
Where did you see this at? Where are you rolling?
Walter
Rolling?
Reed Theater, and then afterwards was a reception.
Reception. And he was there?
He was there. We chatted.
Did you put in a good word for O&A? Did you put in a good word for after O&A? Maybe we could book him here.
He will be coming in
For after O&A?
That'd be great.
for.
Book him towards the end, so I get a couple minutes, then Ron can come in and we can have him.
Well, he will be coming in June.
What's
Yeah,
this
that's
shit
right.
with Lost? the fuck was that end about?
Some person there asked them, and he just like stared at them and go, "Okay,
It's done.
Well, no, because
Lost.
someone pulled out a recorder. Said, "What do you say about Lost?" And they ushered him away pretty quickly.
I would assume so. Ron, what can we expect on the big Ron and Fez show today?
Well, we're doing a live unmasked.
Really?
Live unmasked with Lisa Lampanelli.
Ooh, she's
Oh,
good.
that's
She's
good.
the queen of mean.
She is very.
She is the queen of mean. There's.
She made Zach Levi feel uncomfortable on the Tonight Show.
Is that right?
And
she
if
was-
you see the Tonight Show, he sits on the couch next to her, and he was like,
I wish I was doing something else.
She was hilarious on the Donald Trump roast.
The roast thing comes very, very easy to her now.
Yeah.
It seems like it's like she's the closer, in my opinion.
That's why she's the queen.
Yeah, she is the queen.
You know? Well, Lisa Lampanelli, alive on Mass, which doesn't happen too often.
No, I think this is only the second time in recorded history, and I didn't even want to do that. But Rob Cross said, look, I got you the wrong banners. Why can't you at least do me this? We've been using a white backdrop for Unmasked. He gets 5 new ones, and they're all blue. And we're like, well, this is completely different. He goes, when did you guys start to care? We're like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you
Just, what, that we want some kind of consistency?
Yeah. What do you care about your show?
And then he literally did this. Well, Fez didn't say anything.
Oh, he's throwing Fez under the bus.
Yeah, he threw Fez under the bus.
When he wears a hoodie, he has attitude.
Yes, that's true.
When it's all zipped up, don't fuck with Rob Cross.
I can't. Oh, go ahead.
I thought he was just following Opie around. Remember when Opie had the hoodie?
The
gang for a
hoodies.
while?
I think maybe Rob's just joining the hoodies.
Did that fade away, or are we still doing that?
I mean, on a small level, it's more of an unsaid thing now.
My favorite was when Big A did it.
Yeah. Well, Big A's down to ride for whatever.
Yeah, he is. He is.
So all coming up on the Ron and Fez, a live Unmasked and Fez's response to Rob Cross's comments.
Oh, good.
This is going to be huge. This has been after Opie and Anthony Live. Stay tuned. Ron and Fez is next.
The Opie and Anthony Show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey!
On The Virus.